A little loose term.
I was like in the chat, and someone was talking about me being wrong about something. I was like, go on. And then they said it was pineapple on pizza. I'm like, oh, pineapple belongs on pizza, so point negated.
Yeah, no,
Anyways,
it does.
yeah.
I just don't understand the argument.
Done.
It's not like a.
I don't understand why people are so
life and
vehement
death.
about it.
It's also
It's
like
fine.
it's also like fucking
topic.
everything goes on pizza.
Of all things to complain
That's
about,
what a pizza is. It's a
motherfucker-
trash bin that
It's
you
a
throw
medley of,
ingredients.
people are
Yeah,
putting
exactly.
strawberries on pizza, and you're mad
Yeah.
at me about pineapple?
Yeah,
You can
that's
have
like chocolate
artichoke and
strawberries and
sardines.
yeah.
I mean, I don't believe that I would enjoy a strawberry on a pizza,
Well, it's
but
a
I respect
dessert
your right
pizza.
to put one on
It's a
there.
dessert
straight.
pizza.
Right.
You put some chocolate, some fucking.
You can actually just
That's
make
delicious.
a
Then you're
smoothie
That's
wandering off
tasty.
pizza.
and use that
though.
as the
Yeah.
sauce.
instead of
That's
tomato
like a
sauce.
Food Network challenge now.
I remember Gordon Ramsay was at a place and they served him a dessert pizza with strawberries on it, and he fucking killed himself.
Yeah.
Well, he's the
Yeah.
one who
R.I.P.
tweets all the time, and he's like, pineapple does not belong on pizza. I'm like, Ramsey, I love you, but you're wrong.
It's just
Called
such
out.
weird, especially for like a chef to be like, you can't have this, can't be done. Just it doesn't make any
Look,
sense.
he's-
Look, some boundaries were not meant to be.
Here's a boundary you don't
Some
cross.
fruits.
You don't
Science
put
went too far.
lettuce on a fucking cheesesteak. That just doesn't
I
happen.
I can
agree.
feel you there.
It's-
I don't think mayonnaise
It's hot.
belongs there.
It's
either.
hot.
Lettuce-
Cold lettuce.
yeah, lettuce
makes
shouldn't
no
be
goddamn
hot.
sense because
Yeah.
it's cold. The pineapple
Agreed.
thing, it's like.
Same with the tuna melt.
It's fine.
No lettuce.
How do you feel about mayonnaise?
I mean, I don't like mayonnaise.
I like
That's-
mayonnaise.
so-
But I'm
But
really
But on a
white.
cheesesteak?
Nah,
If there's like,
yeah,
if
it
there's
has
like
no belonging there.
What about on a
it's like little,
pizza?
Oh, mayo pizza, delicious.
Of course.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Who doesn't love that?
Hey, welcome to Off Topic, episode 121, probably. I'm your host, Michael. Joining us this week, we've got Lindsay. We've got James DeAngelis, Sugar Pine 7, Gavin Free, really from nowhere, and Ryan Haywood. Today, we're sponsored by Felix Gray and Quip. There it is.
How about that? So are we.
Are you
Hot
serious?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's...
Small world.
They got us both.
They got us.
They got us. They got on that call. They
got
got
us.
you both.
So clearly their products work.
Well, clearly their marketing works because they got us.
Or we're part of the same network.
Ryan,
No.
shut up.
Quiet, you.
No, actually.
Yeah.
That's definitely not what it is.
James did promise to vape the entire time.
Well, he did, and then he took it back.
Yeah,
Well,
the
I
thing
asked him
is,
to
Please
make it look
don't.
like-
He said
Please
he
don't
wasn't going to do
Yeah.
it.
ruin
No.
the sanctity of the pre-podcast
I want
conversation that was
Jacob
private.
podcast right now.
yeah, she wants.
I want it.
But the
You
level of
go in the
smoke,
back
We
and
had
get
the
hotboxed, and then
the level of smoke that you want would, I'd pass out from it.
Fair enough.
I'd pass
That
out.
sounds like a good show.
Enough
You guys
to
would take
figure out
advantage of
the
me.
next-
Yeah.
No, that's gonna be
Yeah.
next.
imagine eventually there's less oxygen than you need if
Oh,
you
then
just
Trevor will
breathe
come
only
busting
vape.
in.
I didn't
You get a
realize
little bit of
Yeah.
oxygen through there.
Little?
A little through the slit.
Can you
That's
not
the
just put
oxygen.
on an oxygen underneath and just have a nice mix that you can permanently suck up?
You know, I haven't
Like straight liquid
ever
oxygen.
thought of maybe even ever trying that.
Or whippets?
A permanent
Yeah.
suck
Get into
up.
whippets.
Big Whippets fan.
Throw,
Big,
Yeah.
throw a little
Yeah.
nitrous in there
Yeah.
too.
Big
Why not?
Yeah.
Big Whippets fan. Excuse me.
Nice, nice.
That's the shit that Steve-O was on, wasn't it? Where he was just
Oh
like
yes,
puffing
absolutely.
those
We're like, remember that documentary
nitros?
where it's just like every 30 seconds he's just like,
That's crazy.
and it's just like Jesus.
He
dude.
just tweeted the other day. He's been clean for a decade.
That's awesome.
Very impressive.
That's
Very
really good.
impressive.
Yeah, good for him.
Because he went from being the most not sober you could ever be
Yeah.
for such a long time to being very sober for a long time.
No,
As
is
it is.
it
I
him
bet.
Life
or
choices.
Robert Downey Jr., who had the greatest like
He was
comeback
mainly
of
booze,
sobriety?
wasn't he?
No, he was on drugs.
Robert
Great
Downey
comeback?
Jr.?
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is the
He
biggest
was on
star.
everything.
No, he's on everything.
No, he was definitely
Yeah.
on drugs for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
But I think the comeback, Robert Downey Jr. for sure, because
Yeah.
he's the biggest ever now.
Fair enough.
Like,
Fair enough.
When you look at the
Until
Infinity
Steve-O
War,
gets his $1 million movie.
Right.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
$1 billion
right.
It is-
movie
it is
starts.
When he
crazy.
enters
Like,
the
what
MCU,
superhero
yeah.
would he play? What superhero?
Shit. That's hard.
That's a great question.
I'll let you guys sit with that.
Yeah, well,
The casting
figure it out.
directors are really going to be scratching their heads
Well, that's
on
not
that
my
one.
job.
have you seen Iron Man though on the Infinity War poster? He's just like the king of everyone.
Yeah.
It's like that guy's career is so
The
impressive.
crazy thing about it too is like obviously he had even before like when he was younger and going through his whole crazy alcoholic drug phase, like he was still
Just
known.
Charlie Sheen years.
Right, he was still known for
He's
for,
still a great actor.
for movies, but like I was younger, so I wasn't super familiar with most of the films he was known for. My entire life growing up, it was like that loser, crackhead, burnout, Robert Downey Jr. And then one day he was like, nah.
Yeah.
It was like unfucking believable.
There's even there's
I mean, I was
references to
like
it.
15.
Yeah,
I watched,
My whole life was like that
Basketball? Don't they
loser.
make
He's
fun of
doing
Yeah, I
nothing.
watched basketball the other day, and then like the kid smells like Robert Downey Jr. because he like been out drinking. I was
Yeah.
like, they just use Robert Downey Jr. as like a rock.
I mean, that
bottom
was
figure.
synonymous for
Yeah.
sure. Like he was like a pop culture icon of like a just drug addict.
When did he get sober?
Wasn't
Like
his
early
didn't his
2000s?
wife help
Yeah.
him basically?
It was pre Iron Man, but not that much sooner. A couple of years, but not like a long time.
Well, it's
before
it's
that.
crazy because like even though he was still like a big actor before, but like I mean he did like Chaplin and he got nominated for an Oscar for that, for playing Charlie Chaplin. Like that movie's like amazing. Like he's great in that. And it's just crazy seeing like the difference when somebody who's just completely fucked on drugs being an actor versus somebody who's not on drugs at all and still being an actor, and like how they're actually like kind of comparable in a way. They're both like very skilled. So it's like, hey, I'll do drugs to be a good actor.
Yeah.
See, kids?
Is that all it
Oh,
takes?
boy.
Wow.
I mean, it's one of the options.
Whip
Ryan,
it.
If you're already doing them, just be an actor.
you mentioned the
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen phase. When you go
Right.
through that, we call them sheenagers.
Oh, okay.
actually.
Yeah.
That's a legit term. Look it up. A sheenager.
Who says that?
I'll
Internet.
look it up right now.
Okay, I never heard that before.
No, yeah,
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, they laugh.
The internet's going to disprove you here in a second. I assume that you could just say look it up on the internet, and no matter what it was that you said, you can probably find
Something will come
one
up.
cornerstone link
Yeah.
that's just there.
There's probably to match the people racing to look it up right now. There's just as many people racing to plant that information.
Yeah.
It is.
Teenager.
Teenager.
And then the use it in a sentence. Teenagers these days.
Yeah.
Use it in the
By,
form of a sentence.
Added
Word.
by Lindsay Jones.
So riddled with
I actually
AIDS.
sent that in. Sorry.
Just 5 minutes
Please
ago,
don't
like
out
right
me.
before we started.
How's he doing these days?
The Sheenster?
The Sheen.
I think he's still by winning.
He's
Is he? It's been a while since
he's really been off the radar since
the dust up.
he left. What's it?
Well, he went
Two
on.
and a Half Men.
There was 2.5 Men, but then he had like Anger Management, I think.
Yeah.
Was the show after that? And then
Yeah, it was.
Doesn't he have like full blown AIDS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not stopping him though.
He has AIDS?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought.
That was like his
You're
big
kidding,
when
right?
that whole thing happened. That was
Or
like his
it may have been
big-
HIV.
I thought it was just HIV.
Oh,
Did he
maybe.
actually advanced to AIDS?
I thought it was, but maybe
I
I'm
don't know.
misinformed too. That
I don't
Would
know
it
that.
surprise you if
Incubation
it was
period.
full blown AIDS?
No.
Okay.
Sadly.
It's inevitable to happen, isn't it?
No, I think they can
think so.
stop the progression now. They can't get rid of it, but they can slow it down so much.
Well,
that
isn't
you
it blood
can-
transfusions? They give you that, isn't it?
I mean,
I've,
they
I've
can
been
do that.
told that allegedly descendants of people who survived the Black Plague
Oh, that's true.
have some kind of genetic markers that allow their white blood cells to recognize that the AIDS virus is trying to attack, so they're immune. So you
There-
get blood transfusions.
that is true.
Yeah,
There are
yeah.
some people.
Well, your
It's
blood
insane.
still has to be
Yeah.
the same type, so
Yes,
it's very
yes.
possible.
Descendants of plague victims?
Because
Is
apparently,
that true though?
So you can genetically
We should
pass
find out
biology
that.
says yes.
So you can just really hope that one of your distant ancestors had a black
Well,
plague.
I feel like 23andMe would have a big fucking marker for immune to AIDS.
I mean, maybe they do.
That's
I
a
mean, but
superpower.
listen,
It
we're
is.
talking about HIV now. It's like the new diabetes. Just like take the thing.
Yeah.
You're good.
Cancer
well, that
Happy
asshole is in
Johnson's
prison
still
now, isn't
around.
he? The guy who like bought all the.
Oh
stock
yeah,
to
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
fuckhead.
Was that
yeah, I
pill
know.
for AIDS or for
Who
HIV?
did what?
That like
Yeah, Martin
Lily
Shkreli.
guy?
Yeah, Skrilla.
Oh, that guy.
That guy's
Skrilla.
the biggest douchebag on the fucking planet, too.
Kind of a legend.
Like, yeah, well, I mean, legendary douchebag for sure. He's like, I'm marking up 5,000%.
You know his fucking
He
name?
upped the
Glad
cost
you nailed it.
5,000%, and then
know his
later
name.
was quoted saying he should have raised it more.
Oh, didn't he
that.
get
we also know Pol Pot's name.
Didn't he get
so
like
you know.
obliterated in prison or something?
I don't know about that.
Some blew him
He's
up.
barely gotten in there.
Oh, he's gonna be.
Well,
just-
he's like
I mean, it's
waiting.
also like
He's
the-
still waiting, right? Did they finally sentence him?
He's been sentenced, I think, on one. Well, you know what? Maybe.
Because he was like,
Yeah, he's gotta have been
he's been in
sentenced by
prison
now.
for a while just for waiting for
Oh,
trial.
like, yeah, right.
Yeah, just like
You know,
Surprised
sit
that
your
like,
ass
he
in
hasn't
there.
gotten
Obliterated
fucking-
in prison is Larry Nasser. He's gonna get obliterated
Which
in
one's he?
prison.
That's the
gymnastics
gymnast
coach.
rapist.
Oh goodness, he's gonna be
doctor.
demolecularized.
I hope.
Yeah.
He's gonna be just fucking.
That guy's gonna be
Stuff
him
that
back
guy's
together
gonna
and
be
just keep
proof that
doing
you
things.
can
You watch
destroy
Dragon Ball
matter.
Z when they destroy Cell?
Simply
it just
gone.
No, I've never
evaporates?
watched.
Okay,
Dragon
Michael
Ball
will
Z,
know.
I
but
get what
I.
you're
But
That's
I
Larry Nasser.
Yeah, he's just gonna evaporate
Yeah.
in the middle of
Good.
a Kamehameha.
I don't believe in hell, but if I did, rot in it.
no, he will be.
There'll be like a dozen angry prison dicks that just smash him together into the center. And they'll be gone.
Beautiful.
How many YouTubers have gone to jail?
I don't know.
Like, has
Let's
there
see,
I
been
mean, define
Have you been to jail?
No.
Jack.
No. Jack?
He did spend a
Have you
night.
been to the night in jail?
No.
Shit.
I mean, like, yeah,
bail
Jail or
story.
prison?
prison.
Yeah, prison. I don't know. I mean, also define YouTubers.
It's
Have a
hard to
YouTube
fuck
channel
up
or
YouTube so hard
Have an
that you go
account?
to
right? Probably a lot.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are people who just like break the law and then film it and then put it on YouTube and then
Yeah, but they
shock
don't break
value.
like.
Yeah.
It's not like they're killing people.
it's true.
No, it's just
But there's
annoying.
breaking the law,
Well,
and
that's
then
against
there's
the
like.
terms of
pay
service.
off.
Oh, what about those? What about
course.
those guys who like started the CS:GO? Like,
The gambling ring?
yeah. Are they in prison?
No,
No,
no, they
that
got away with it.
Totally blew over.
Very good.
And did
That
not
kind of blew over
stop
and-
them in any way, shape, or form.
All they did was misrepresent their involvement in the company. So,
They barely weren't.
It was
illegal.
shady as fuck, but it was, not something.
Yeah.
They probably could have gotten.
It was
class
shady
action
as fuck
sued.
how they kept. It's like I found this website. I just found it.
I do it all the
Oh,
time.
yeah, I made it.
So
Honestly,
funny.
I think
Yeah.
so much of the audience was too young to really understand it. They're just like,
No,
I
they
like video games.
totally just dodged that bullet. Nothing happened.
I don't think those companies are looking good these days. Like
I still
Facebook
put a
ain't
lot of
looking
money in
good.
it.
Yeah, I heard Facebook
yeah,
the other
Facebook.
day was like 50 billion down in stock, which is like more than the value of eBay.
Billion.
They lost on eBay.
Ouch.
I heard
In
that
other
they were-
news, it was worth more than 50 billion.
Right. Dude,
Facebook.
Facebook was like this. Like it was like hip and trendy, you know,
Like,
and
that's
everybody
the
like
kind of-
my age was using Facebook like 10 years ago. And then I remember it started dying off, and then literally everyone 40 and over was like,
Yep.
Facebook? And that's like
That's where I go to find all my middle-aged relatives
100%.
who
It's
argue
crazy
about
how many like
politics.
Like that's someone I wouldn't be surprised to see in prison would be Zuckerberg. Like he could easily end
What'd
up
he
there.
do?
Just,
But he'd be like, remember in Daredevil in the Netflix show Kingpin in prison? He'd be like Kingpin in prison. Where he'd be
sitting
like,
there.
Waiting.
Be king.
he would. Like,
there's a reason why you're not dead.
Yeah.
Well, you'd certainly know everything about every inmate.
Yeah.
So,
I
shit,
mean,
you're right.
surely it gets to the
so
point
what
where
are your
you're.
fears? I already know.
Dogs.
It must get to the
could be
point
a
where you're
great
so
supervillain.
damn
He might.
rich, you could buy the prison from the inside,
Yeah.
and eventually own
big
it and
business these
sell
days.
it and let yourself out.
I don't know if you could do that.
You
Why
can't
not?
let yourself out, but you could be.
I mean, if you own the
You take
building,
it over.
I don't think
yeah.
that's how it works. I don't think the owner gets to let people out. It's like, technically, you're leasing this for me, so I got a buddy in there. Just free to go.
Get on out of there.
It's cool. I own this
Well, I mean,
place.
can you have a private prison, like a privately owned company where the government sends prisoners?
Yes, that is a big business right
So
now.
surely at that point you could just let anyone out.
No.
I don't think so.
Then
I
you
don't think
still
that's
have to
how it
hold them
works.
for the limit of their
Yeah.
term. Now, I mean,
You don't like own the sentence.
I mean, it's kind
Yeah.
of like,
You license it.
you
from
don't
the-
control justice.
in the state of California, if you buy alcohol, just buying it has to show their ID. But Walgreens has their own rule that whoever you're with also has to show their ID.
Yeah.
And I'm
Okay.
like, and I was fucking pissed one time. I was like, the law is not that, right? You can't just make up your own rule under a state's laws and make that be a thing.
But
and
they
the guy
can,
was just
though,
like,
right?
I think they
Apparently-
can. No, they can make a policy that's like, we're not going to sell to.
I mean, it's just like having a sign that says we have the right to refuse anyone. It's like you
Yeah.
don't have
I've
to
had that
serve
happen
anyone
here in
anything.
Texas.
oh, okay, I'm gonna head out.
But like, if you went up to it in,
I was
in a
pissed
store,
about it though.
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying. Well, like, what do
It's
you do
so
if you have a
annoying.
It's
kid
an
with you?
inconvenience.
Exactly.
Like
it's
the
like,
6-year-old whips out their ID.
I think
sorry,
that
he's not gonna
it's-
drink. Trust me. It's
It's
like-
not so much the 6-year-old. It's like if you're with like a teenager.
yeah.
Or if they,
Or
Something
just
suspicious
Don't
where it's
go
like-
buy booze at Walgreens.
or just
I mean,
don't
Or
go.
just
It
don't
didn't
walk
have
up
a
to the fucking
choice.
register
It
at
was
the same
across the
time.
street.
We used to go to Walgreens all the time right next to our apartment to do that. And
Yeah,
they did
exactly.
card everyone we were
It's
with.
annoying. It's annoying under the aspect of like you're 21, 22, and you're there with like a 19, 20-year-old, and they're like, you can't buy it. It's like, so if he goes outside, can I buy it? I've been in that situation. They're like, no, now you
Exactly.
can't. Now you can't because
Yeah,
I
now you
know.
can't.
But if you do
Yeah.
it without telling
But
them
like,
first,
if the
and
guy
then
was outside first, then you're good. I'm like,
or like, yeah, what if you buy the booze and then the 19-year-old comes and stands with you afterwards? So they like, oh,
here's your money back. Give me that.
God.
They reach over and
Yeah,
grab
and
it.
it's like, if I'm in basketball shorts and I don't want to carry my wallet because it's big in my pocket and weights down my basketball shorts and my pants fall down in
Brag about
public.
no, I get it.
heavy
He's got a
wallet.
huge wallet.
That's why.
I don't
It's a
even
problem
know.
we all
It's a fat
face.
wallet.
I don't even know if you would remember because we took multiple trips to Walgreens to get booze to do our swimmies or maybe floating the river, etc. But because Michael is a baby face, he gets carded a lot. I don't. So one time we went, he forgot his wallet at the apartment and they wouldn't let us buy it. I was like, I swear he's like 28 and I'm 25. Come on. But no.
It's fucked.
So we just stole it.
Yeah, basically.
So I took out
I
the.
threw sand in their face.
Did you just
and
walk back around and put on a nose?
Well, now that it's like the nose and the glasses. What are you, 40? Put on a nose and glasses. I like this is that I look too young, so I
Force
put
out
on
facial
nose
hair?
and glasses,
Go.
and now I look old.
Yeah.
Not a beard or like
Especially when
gray
you put the
hair.
glasses on over your existing
Right.
glasses.
Right.
Doubling up is where it's at. That's bifocals.
well, here's the thing. They're like, guys wearing 2 pairs of glasses. He must be old as shit.
Dude, this guy's fucked. Give him a break.
We were on one flight together, and he ordered a cranberry vodka. It's our usual go-to, Cape Cod. And the flight attendant goes, I don't think you can have that, honey. And he goes, I assure you I can. I was like, he's almost 30.
I love that kind of response. Oh no, I assure you, I can, and I will.
What always gets me too is like, and it usually happens in Texas, where people go, I'll order a drink, and they go, are you old enough? And I'll be pulling out my ID and go, yeah. And they're like, okay. And then they leave. They don't ask for my ID.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess I passed the test.
You just start talking about.
There's no state law that requires anybody to check an ID in Texas when selling alcohol. All they need is a simple yes.
Allegedly.
Oh, there you
You
go.
say yes.
Yeah.
So why are they pissing about with
What?
ID?
Every establishment has its own policy, so they can card you or not card you.
That's
There's no
insanity.
state law that requires them to card you when selling
So
items.
they don't need. I guess
Texas,
they're putting
y'all.
all the responsibility on you to not lie.
Assuming
Like,
that,
breaking
that
the
didn't
law.
all get picked up in the mic, would you like to paraphrase what
Yes.
you said?
He said pee pee poo 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 pee pee.
Yeah,
That's
Nicholas
exactly
came out
what he said.
and
In the
started
state of
hurling
Texas,
feces.
pee-pee-poo-poo.
Yeah.
He
Racial
said in the
slurs
state of
everywhere.
Texas, you don't actually have to show ID. They just need to ask you, and if you say yes, that's it. But like the thing is, like they'd get way more fucked than you would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly.
Like
They'd
the
lose
restaurant's gonna lose
liquor.
their license, and like the guy will get fired, and blah 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 blah. Like nothing's gonna happen to you for. I mean, like what happens if you try to buy alcohol underage? Like get out, leave.
I went to buy.
Everyone's like, you're going to jail.
Well,
I
see what
gotcha.
happens is the legislature says, "Hey, did you ask him if he was old enough?" And you say yes, and then it's like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah."
I guess
fine.
maybe.
Do you have proof of that?
We all agree. It's fine.
No.
It's fine. And you can wear a sword.
I went
Hey,
and
are you
got-
21? Yeah. There you go.
I went and got pizza with James and Alfredo and Wes just before, and I was loving the look of James's pizza, and I was like, well, what pizza is that? So I might get that, and he said it was a pee pee poo poo pizza. So then I went back to the line. I was like, I guess
Sounds
I'll
good.
just pick something else. I don't think pee pee poo poo pee pee was real.
Maybe it's
Secret menu.
or a secret menu.
Yeah.
Secret
Austin's
menu. It's
secret
like
menu.
the it's like the screaming orgasm.
Didn't have the confidence to order a poo poo pee pee.
Pretty good, man.
Cheese roll-ups at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
$1.
Wait, what?
Very filling.
Cheese roll-ups at Taco Bell.
It's a tortilla and cheese.
Yeah,
right?
it's
You
just
like that.
Isn't that a
tortilla.
case of cheese?
Instant
No,
bubble gut.
it's just literally one.
No, quesadilla's like folded. It's not rolled.
It's
Folded
just like a
and pressed.
taco. They just roll it up and like, here you go. It's just a fucking rolled
I mean,
flour.
that's gotta
Not
be
even
some-
like melted cheese. It's just like
No, it's
not
it's
melted.
it's
Slice
like
American craft cheese.
it's like half-ass melted.
That must cost
It's
like 11 cents to make.
Dude,
I bet
probably
it's
less.
less than that.
They
if that.
they
Good
slap
profit.
one handful of cheese and they like melt it for like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
and it costs
It's less than $1.
It's 99 cents actually.
That's some
It might
good
even be
profit.
cheaper than 99
after
cents.
tax.
And when you're in college and you get like 6 of those, that's
I never
lunch.
knew they existed.
Why wouldn't you just, or if you're gonna get 6 of those for about $6, why
Ryan.
wouldn't you just get a combo or
I
something?
don't have time
I'm
for
pretty
your
sure
Then
they're
lunch.
there's
cheap. I
fucking
think she's
tacos
crazy. I
and
think they're
meat.
cheaper than
Me
$1.
and Maggie only had so much
79
money to
cents?
share.
I think they're like 80 cents or something.
I actually Postmated Taco Bell to my room last night at
Dude,
like 11:30.
that's
I was
awesome.
Like, I was like, oh, I haven't eaten all day, but I've drank all day.
We have
Yeah.
Postmates
Michael
here.
did the
I
same,
went to Taco
but
Bell
I
at
was the
10 o'clock
Postmate.
last night.
Yeah, there's
No,
Postmates
it
here.
was in Austin.
It was
I guess
dope.
to be fair, when I was in college, my cheap go-to option for the Chinese place that was next door was they had soup for $1 and just steamed rice, like a thing of
Steamed
steamed
rice is
I would get
delicious.
$2
That's awesome.
Chinese, just rice and soup.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Like wonton?
Didn't keep just
Hot and
egg
sour?
drop.
Is that
Egg
including
drop?
tax?
Okay.
I love hot
No, there was tax on top of that.
See, in college, my
What was
friend
this?
It
lived
was a
on the.
214.
I forgot what the name of the dormitory is at UT. It's the one that Mariel stayed in. It was the one that Farrah Fawcett got
dorm?
kicked
The
out
poo
of.
poo pee pee door?
Yes.
pee-pee room.
That's why Farrah
That's
Fawcett
the
got
name of
kicked
this
out.
episode.
That's why it's
into it.
named that. I digress. They have like a little, basically like a lunch bar for people there because you pay extra money to stay
Yeah,
there.
the meal
and then,
plans and shit,
Yeah,
right?
you
Yeah.
get free food while you're there. Not like you get so much money like I did as a
Oh,
general
yeah,
student.
I
It's
got like
no.
Here's like your 15 meals a week
Yeah.
card.
And that's what I had as
Mm-hmm.
a normal student. But here, it's like, no, you paid extra money to live in this dorm, so now we give you free food. Done.
that's dope.
Done. And however much you want. So, because I was trying to save money, I would sneak in with her and steal food to the point that someone came up to her and they're like, you got to stop letting your homeless friend come in and eat. I was like, I'm just a theater student. I'm sorry.
Don't think we don't see her grazing.
Grazing in the grass outside.
And that was the height of me smoking cigarettes too, so I'm sure it was just like nasty.
yucky
Just
poo-poo.
like,
It was real.
person
It
Smell like a
coming in.
real Robert Downey Jr.
Real poo-poo pee-pee.
Y'all got any baby carrots in here?
Sound like a little dick.
Baby carrots? Yeah. No. Baby carrots are delicious.
Sorry, guys,
Yes.
has to-
Oh, you just mean real baby
Addiction.
carrots.
No, real baby carrots. I want
It
them.
was interesting that it turned green as it passed over the table.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very
that's
cool.
inducive of
so
light.
fruity.
You should like hover
Should I
it
do it?
down.
Watch, I'll show you guys something cool. I've been doing this.
Oh,
Like
it smells-
6 different.
It's fruity.
Yeah,
like
six
delicious.
different people here in the past couple days have seen me do this trick and have put it on their stories.
I'm not gonna put this on
coming
the
back.
Yeah, it's not gonna go on the story, but it'll go on the podcast. I've seen you
I
do
think
this
it's a Texan
too.
one too.
I've seen that. It's cool.
Well, you should do it over the light though, because then it'll look way better.
Okay,
Why didn't you tell him that
Damn
before
it,
he started?
Gavin.
I'm lightheaded now.
Fucking hey, you're making him nervous.
Just trying to get him to pass out.
What's in this?
Ooh.
That does look pretty
I
cool.
legitimately don't know what
There we go.
vaping is.
Vape Nation, y'all.
It's, I'd
think-
assume it's steam of some kind.
There we go, the twister. Yeah, that's like a category.
There it is.
Oh, that's cool.
category 2.
Category 5 just fucking gets all of us.
That'd be a sweet slow mo.
Yeah. Let's
Why
cut
do
to
they
a
do
clip.
that? Is there some kind of nicotine in there?
Oh,
What the
yes,
hell's
there's
the point?
nicotine in this.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They
There's
have
nicotine, dude.
some
Do
without
some
nicotine,
more.
right?
Jesus.
It's not the nicotine that kills, it's the
That was
smoke.
a mistake.
It's the smoke.
Yeah,
So they
because
replaced the smoke with steam.
so the The difference is,
Cancers
and again,
and
maybe in like 10, 20 years, we'll find out that this is even worse than cigarettes. But until then, one cigarette has 70 carcinogens in it. So that's 70 different chances of you getting cancer one day.
Okay,
This has
that's-
none. No carcinogens. It's just vegetable glycerin and a flavor that's
So
cancerous.
nicotine doesn't count as a bad thing. It's
Triglycerin.
just-
It's just
I mean, it's
it's
no different
addictive
than,
and
than caffeine.
Yeah, it's
really.
just like caffeine. Basically, it doesn't like
It's
cause
just the
cancer.
delivery system is really the shitty part of smoking.
I've learned a lot.
Smells great.
Transparent aluminum.
Is there some without nicotine, or they all have nicotine?
Oh yeah, there's definitely ones that are just
Okay.
flavored, no nicotine.
What's like hookah,
poses.
isn't
I've
it?
got-
That's like the point
Yeah.
of like vaping is to like wean yourself off of cigarettes and then go to a lower amount and then you're at zero and then you just don't do it anymore. But I smoked cigarettes like a while ago, but then I quit for like a year or two, and then Kib was smoking this, so I was always hitting it, and it was nicotine, and I was like, oh, I remember this.
So it's his
So
fault.
he got you hooked again.
Oh,
Son of a
absolutely.
Do you
bitch.
find also that the biggest thing for me that was hard to quit was the feeling of having something like moving your
Yeah,
hand,
I'm
like
a very
occupying
like
yourself?
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm very like fidgety and shit, and so
Yeah.
I'll always like I fucking pick at my fingers and shit, and
Yeah.
and so having this to just like do.
That was stress balls.
I click pens all the time.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or especially when you're driving.
Or
That's the biggest thing for me is I would
Exactly.
always want to smoke a cigarette when I'm
Just
driving.
get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always
As
fucking
in public,
smoking.
yeah, on the bus.
Yeah,
Harder
just
to do.
like, listen, I'm sorry, I'm just fiddling with my hands.
I gotta do this or I
there's actually-
smoke.
Just a little anxious.
There's a guy, a character in Sons of Anarchy. He just kept jerking off all the
Oh,
time.
and they cut his fingers off?
Yeah, and then eventually they cut his fingers off so he couldn't jerk off.
Wow.
That's how you heal that.
He's got these like weird glove hands.
He'd be in the middle talking to someone like, yeah.
Well, then you can do this.
So then they
Yeah, you want a
eventually
little,
when the other bad people, not the main character,
like the
bad
Chinese
people,
kidnap
yeah, they
him
cut his
and-
fucking fingers off.
Stop jerking off, you
Yeah.
I never watched some of them.
It was really good.
Should I watch
I
it?
didn't finish it.
I didn't
but
finish it. I don't know what
It was
happens.
really good. It was a really good FX show. It was like a good follow up to the Shield.
FX has really good shows.
Yeah.
Just think about
Explosions was
AMC.
shit though.
All right.
Oh,
well,
well,
of course, you're gonna bitch about it.
Like shitty gifts, kind of. Or
That's just like, blows. If you're gonna have a storyline where the building blows up and everyone's like,
just like a 2D
have an
explosion.
actual explosion. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
have less
yeah.
like some After Effects thing in a window.
Walking Dead goes in and out of that shit all the time. Some of their shit looks amazing. Like, wow, this is AMC.
That's where
This
half
is-
their
this is great.
season's budget went. Is
Right,
explosion.
and then they have 4 more episodes, and it just looks awful.
That's
Yeah.
how I
Like-
felt watching Valerian. I was like, that looks great. Oh my god, that green screen, it's terrible. Ugh.
That movie was.
It was really good at world building. I liked a lot of the visuals too, but I hated the
The two
acting.
main characters were just like that.
I didn't
That's
care
the
about the
worst thing
world
about it.
either.
Right.
Really?
yeah.
No, but you
I-
love
I-
Fifth Element too.
I love
and that's
Fifth
why-
Element.
Yeah,
Fifth
Fifth
Element
Element
was a
was
classic
cool,
movie,
though.
and it's like, I care about everything. And then somehow in Valerian, I cared about nothing. I don't know how you changed it.
Who's the main actress? I forget her name.
Cara Delevingne?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I was just like screaming at her. I was like, "Fucking emote! Make me think that you care."
She's not
about
exaggerating.
Valerian.
it's
Come
all
on.
in her
She was
eyebrows.
yelling
You
at
have
the
to
TV.
focus on those.
Great
That's
model.
where it all
Fantastic
is.
model. You go. But
I
acting.
didn't have a problem with it. I just thought it was just a dog movie.
Didn't see it.
Well, I mean, some dog movies
That's
are good.
Marley and Me.
Right.
Oh,
Although I don't know if that was good. I've never seen it. It dies.
Sad.
Yeah, the dog
Turner
dies
and
at the
Hooch?
end.
That was
Yeah.
a good
Which
dog
so
movie.
good.
There you go.
Good one.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It dies, but babies. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We
And
gotta go
Tom
back for a
Hanks.
second though. So masturbating like in public in front of people, a la Sons of Anarchy. Do you think can people? I feel like as a woman you could, but as a dude, could you stealthily masturbate while you're talking to someone, have them not notice?
How the hell could you do it? What do you mean?
If I'm just like, hey, Michael,
Oh no.
Yeah, but you're not doing anything right now.
that's what you think.
You just had, no, I'm looking at
you could do that all the way to climax and not emote in any way.
No, I mean like.
I mean, we're
yeah,
talking about
that'd
having
be- that'd be
your
hard.
body completely covered, like if you were say under a tablecloth or something.
or like a table like this. Yeah, maybe.
There was a kid in my high
I feel like
school.
there's more motion required for a dude.
Yeah, you can't just like sit on a vibrator.
Then I see people
could
post
you?
online
You
about
definitely
like classmates they have who are like masturbating in class behind them and stuff.
I feel like they just
How?
don't
How do you not
give a
get- How do you
shit.
get
No,
away
there
with
was-
that?
They
was a
don't.
kid-
If someone else is telling you they're jerking off behind them,
No,
they
but surely
don't
the
get away
teacher
with
would
them.
be like, "Hey, stop that!"
Nah, it's a
please."
bit, probably if it's like an inner
Kindly
city school.
remove your
Also,
hands from
they're
that.
not paid enough
Yeah.
to deal with
Fair
that.
enough, yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
If I interrupt
Dude.
him, I'm gonna have to fucking go back there, throw him to the. Like, hey, put your
It's
dick
It's like
away.
you want the
No.
kid like shooting up the
Hell
place
no.
or
It's
jerking
true.
off in
Yeah,
the
it's
corner.
true.
Just let him
Fair
jerk
enough.
off.
There was a
Yeah.
kid in my high school who it was a rumor, and I heard I like met like there were some people who like say that they saw him doing it, but like that he would just like, like the just rub it.
That's like a sideways thing.
Yeah,
so on the
like, rub it-
outside. okay.
exactly.
The dick's like on your
Yeah, it's
leg,
like
basically.
there, and then you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do
it's
like
like
that
over
thumbing
here.
it.
type of
through
thing.
the-
And it's like if I saw that, I'd be like, hey, just don't do that.
Cut it out. It's like,
that off.
it's like when you see a dog licking their balls.
Hey,
Like,
enough.
hey,
Yeah, like my dog, he'll just lick his dick and be like, "It's clean enough, dude. Just stop." Like,
they're
Leave it
like
alone. Leave it
7
alone.
licks are good.
Maybe
Yeah,
if-
and it just dogs too. They get into it. It's like
Dude, okay, I'll
the
fucking
fucking slurping
my
noise.
dog.
They
like,
can't like create any suction. There's no vacuum in a dog's mouth, so they just have to be like.
It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's like-
that bothers me more than the dick
Exactly.
licking.
Okay,
The
look,
sound.
dude.
is
I'll
like,
wake
you
up
gotta
in the
stop.
middle
You
of the
gotta
night.
stop.
I'll
You
just
all
wake
are
up for
ruining
whatever
oral
reason,
sex for me.
and like my dog, I'll just like my dog will be asleep, and then all of a sudden I'll just hear
I
like
have girl
I'll just hear the
dogs.
licking for like 5 fucking minutes, just licking, and then I'm like, Vinny, enough, dude, enough. Like you got it.
You nailed it earlier.
And then he'll fucking he'll drink like 3 times a day, but each time is like 40 fucking slurps, and I'm like, drink, all
Well,
right.
It takes a while. They don't get a lot of water
He
with
gets
each.
so
They
much
do.
water.
Splashing.
They
yeah.
do.
You know, but he drinks so much water.
Flick it.
And
They
it's just
flick
like,
it, but it's still little.
have you seen like those slow mos where it's like actually backwards? The scoop goes
Yeah.
backwards.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was it Gavin?
Nah, it's slow mo.
Yeah, he filmed it. Backwards lick. You should do balls.
I don't know if I
It was
filmed
just
that
you.
exact one.
You
but-
should do.
It was my tongue.
It cuts into
Yeah,
unison.
see what's
like-
going on
Good
with the genital licking.
See if there's
Maybe
anything
extra
we're
motion
missing.
there.
Yeah.
Now,
Like the tongue circles around and then does some taxes and then goes.
Right. It's very specific details when you get in there.
works in abacus. Yeah. Now, almost every single time I've looked at Gavin at the office, you're always playing with your fly or messing
He
with
does
your
like
underwear or your
playing with
balls.
it.
I'm like, dude.
Well, he just goes up and down with it.
Here's what it
every
is. Is that
time.
a lot of the time, like, so everything's like habit. You go, you take a piss, you get your knob out, you put it away. But
Hopefully.
As I
I've
do.
lost the piece of habit that does my zip back up. I've just lost it. Like sometimes I walk out and it's like, I didn't do it again. And I'll do it up. So a lot of the time now, I'll stand up from making a video and I'll just check. And I'll be like, I'll do it down and I'll do it up just to make sure it's
You've got like an OCD now.
yeah, it's
The
like
problem
my fly
there
might
is
be down.
though, that then
1, 2,
if
3.
you do that, you check it. Now you're already in the zone, so then you just play with it.
I do it a few times, yeah.
do.
Yeah, no, it's obviously I do it a few times.
Let me ask you: zipper before button or button before zipper?
I have. Oh, do you mean
No,
the top
always
button?
button.
See, I've been having a
No,
problem
no,
with that.
button.
How so?
Button helps
zip.
brace the
Yeah,
zipper.
how so?
I agree. Yeah.
I've gone through like 2 pairs of pants where I pop the button and then the zipper rips.
I think that's a pants problem.
What?
Yeah.
Could be.
Busting through your zips.
I bust through 2 zips
No,
so
see,
far.
because I'm belt too.
I got
every
belt.
day, so it's always belt button zip.
That's what I do. But as soon as that button comes loose, it's putting some torque
Belt?
on the zipper.
No, but if there's that much tension.
Well, then my belt covers my button.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
you mean take it off?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant putting it on. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
No, that'd be wild.
putting it on,
That'd be wild.
fucking belts, then reaching under the belt, trying to button it, and then
He's
zip
very
it.
skilled.
See, that's the
I
thing.
like the
surely-
pants with the buttons that go down instead of a zipper. Like it has like 3 buttons.
yeah.
I
Oh,
like
sure,
those
yeah,
ones
that's
because
fine.
it's
That's
just
the big thing with
buttons
girl
up.
jeans. Girl
that
jeans
one you
do
have
all
to do button, then main button. Kind of.
That's
I don't
why I still
understand though.
No, yeah.
If he's undoing a button and the force blasts the zipper down, surely.
Not down, out.
Like,
Okay,
it
but surely then
breaks
if you
it.
do the zipper first,
Yeah.
why wouldn't the button fly off?
I mean, if
Because
the button comes off, as long as it doesn't rip the button off the pants, we're still good. Also,
I need to see-
wearing a belt, having the button go is a lot less dangerous than having the zipper go.
I don't know
Oh,
what you
sure.
even mean having the
For
zipper
sure.
go like it comes out. Well, I
It-
don't even
okay,
know
what
that.
happens is it literally-
unthreads and flies away.
like a centimeter
down the
down, it rips the left side of the zipper in half, and then separates the zipper. So you can no longer zip it.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
It
you
rips
bust
the
off
zipper
the
loose.
track.
Yeah, it busts off the
zip.
track and destroys the zipper on one side. Rips it.
Wow.
And now I'm wondering-
I haven't really had that problem.
Yeah, like what's his penis like? Are your jeans?
See, I'm just
I-
more thinking
I-
about
my
the
jeans are
pants.
definitely tighter
I don't
than
think
they
his
used to be.
penis has anything to
The
do with
only
the
time
equation.
I've had similar instances is when I was pregnant. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, shit, Ryan.
I mean, I definitely need to do some.
Ryan's
but
pregnant
still.
or he's getting a Diet Coke.
Congratulations. Awesome. 2018.
She's about a 30-ounce turd, I think.
30 ounce.
God.
Good lord.
I don't know how many
curds is
ounces it's a turd typically.
I was going
to
to
be
go there
honest.
and you did.
That's about 2 pounds almost.
2 pounds? That seems like a
It's
lot.
2 pound shit. Yeah.
I feel like I can lose 2 pounds
That's like one
if
of
I
those
take a
shits
good
where
one.
you just have so much shit that it like piles up and like barely comes out of the water.
Yup.
Like the tip of the
Yeah.
mountain.
Oh, I know that.
I'd be lying
Yeah.
if I
Hell
didn't know
yeah.
what you were talking
That's
about.
like what James Buckley did in my toilet.
Right? Yeah, you
Did he?
said
Yeah,
that.
he stacked up.
Hey, he stacked it. Speaking
Did
of
he
which,
tell you that or
Did
did
he
you
leave
see
it for you?
He was in my guest
No, he-
room and
he-
nobody really goes in there. He was like, he was in a hurry and left. He's like, I stacked up in your toilet right now.
He's like,
I
no,
flushed
I'll do it. I'll do it,
didn't-
Buckley. He was like, yeah, Gavin. I've just a load of crap. That's it.
It breached.
pretty
It
good.
breached out. And then he was
Oh.
like, there's no way it all went down. And I went and checked on it and I was like, it's a lot left.
It's a lot
And it is impressive because he only spent 2 nights in my house, but somehow did a
Ate
shit
enough.
worse than I've ever done in like 28 years of being, or 29 years of being alive.
That could just be
Very
standard
impressive.
for him.
But
Wait,
did
did
the
he?
dietary change. Like he wasn't used to the Texas.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
They'll do
Did,
it.
Michael.
did
Yeah, we got here.
he like articulate this is not normal, or that was like run of the mill for him?
I think it was more a sense of pride. Yeah, he didn't really go into details
I
of
was
like
gonna say, I
whether
like
he'd done
that
a worse one.
It's like a kid going, "Look, mommy, I did it. I shat in the toilet."
Except
and you came
James
over and
Buckley
went,
doing
"Great
it."
job."
Yeah,
Look, Gavin.
it was very impressive.
Yeah. Were you like, wow, that's impressive?
Now,
Yeah, I almost threw up on it.
No, I
almost-
mean,
I almost
I
threw
don't
up.
That
question
would not
for
have
a
made it better.
I don't question for a second that you didn't almost throw up. I'm sure he told you and you went before
he-
you looked at it.
did he say that it hurt him when it left?
I think it hurt
Okay,
him.
because there are some shits
Sort of
like
probably
that
just
where you're
fell
kind of
out.
worried that your ass is gonna tear a little bit.
When you throw that much down, sometimes you feel like you're going to float away.
How can you tear?
You start lifting up.
How can you tear your ass from taking a shit?
Well, because
I
sometimes the
guarantee it's
shits are
happening.
very solid. They're
Too much
not
fiber.
Yeah, too much fiber, so
If
it's
it's-
like
if it's
it's
too
a wide
blocky-
fucking turd.
Yeah.
and
How
so
do you
you
get-
feel it.
Then it's a baseball bat.
How do you get
Mm-hmm.
anal fissures? Isn't that the
don't
pressure of
know.
pushing? Yeah.
I'm out.
I thought it was a
I
hemorrhoid.
think prolapse is when
Yeah,
you
I think
push too
that's
hard.
hemorrhoids from pushing.
Yucky
Hemorrhoids can be on
Yucky
the
poo poo.
inside.
That's hemorrhoids. Are
This
the
is what
worst.
pee pee poo poo does to us.
Yucky
Can you
pee-pee
tear
poo-poo.
your anus while pooping?
Of course you can.
Oh, Christ.
No question. I mean, that's probably
I
not
feel like
common.
there's
Yeah.
other activities
You never
that
wiped
probably
and there's
lead
just
to
a
anal
little bit of
fissures
blood?
more.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe
But-
if you ate a pair of scissors.
There's a lot that they could do on the way to your anus.
Alright.
I don't think they'd get there.
Yeah.
Oh, they sever your
These
throat.
tears, known as anal fissures,
Or you don't
usually
swallow.
come from
Yeah.
passing larger hard stools. So a tear is the anal fissure. Yeah.
That's a polite way of saying
A
that.
fissure is also another word for like an earthquake, though.
Yeah. Like rupture.
I think it's just like a lesion on
God,
the
the
surface of
aftershock.
anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, fissure sounds way more extreme. Like, oh, my asshole is really fissuring this morning.
Fissuring.
Yeah, you could really play it down. It's like I split ass this morning. Like it's
I feel like
very
that's
casual.
not playing it down that much. Like, I had a bad shit.
Yeah,
You
but it's
know?
not really descriptive enough. If I said I split ass, so like my anus fissured itself.
Yeah, that's pretty descriptive.
Split open and
I
fucking
mean, it's
spewed.
left a bleeding crevice.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh God.
So let's talk about anything else.
Okay. So we're doing the.
Chris Evans is out of Avengers after Avengers 4.
Well,
so
he
that's
did
cool.
announce
That's
that.
sort of a spoiler.
It
What? It's on
isn't. It
Twitter.
isn't. No,
I'm not saying
he's
you're spoiling it.
they
Oh,
spoiled
okay,
it.
sorry,
Calm
sorry.
down.
I was like,
I mean,
wow.
you are the spoiler, but in this case,
true.
someone beat you to it.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't really mean anything with Avengers, but why announce
Maybe
it?
he just loses a leg.
And it's just like, I mean, the third one hasn't come out yet. Why even say it? Who
Exactly.
cares?
Yeah,
Just-
they
just
shouldn't
shut
be
the hell
talking
up.
about people's contracts and shit.
It
They
just
like-
makes no sense. Like anything could happen. It's already like, well, he gets killed in 3, and then he comes back in 4, and then with the Infinity Stones, like everyone's just like, fucking Doctor Strange is there, so nothing really matters
Yeah,
because
but
you
it'll
go
come
through
out
different
anyway.
dimensions,
Like,
you go back in time or
It'd
whatever.
come out if he wasn't working on the movie. Like if they were filming 5 and he wasn't there, everyone would know that he wasn't.
Yeah, but it's like that's how many years from now? 3, 4? Like, there's no point before the third one comes out to be like, yeah, by the way, I'm done after the next one. It's like, okay.
Well, there's probably also not going to be another Captain America movie, right? So, I mean,
I mean, they'll just replace him, right?
Well, I
See-
think, I mean, they're either going to, oh, sorry to interrupt. They're either going to make Falcon or Bucky Cap.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Or there's like a chick too, right? In some
Oh,
of
the
the comics.
agent, Sharon.
Yeah.
Is it Sharon?
They also talked
Sharon
about
Carter, isn't she
Peggy.
dead already?
No,
No,
No, they
Peggy-
just released Peggy Carter.
Oh,
Peggy or
great
Sharon?
granddaughter or whatever.
Sharon's
The one
descendant,
from,
right?
I think so, yeah.
that's
Winter Soldier,
Revenge.
the blonde
The
one.
one from Revenge,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Wasn't that
Yes.
the new comic now? Is she's taking up the mantle of Captain America?
Dude,
They're
I
trying to
haven't-
get
Could be
her
right.
in the
I don't know
MCU.
anything
Yeah.
about Marvel Comics
Yeah, me
ever
neither.
since Secret War and the universe ended and they started a new one. I have no fucking clue.
I
There's a
wanna
Civil
say
War
that's
2. I was like, Civil War 2? You guys already got over this shit.
Well, Chris Evans is Captain America is how I feel about Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like, I don't want to have someone else's Iron Man. I can't separate myself.
Yeah,
Me
they
and
have-
Wolverine
let the
and
guy
Girl-
live.
Yeah.
There's a girl Iron
I know,
Man,
it's
right?
true. Yes.
There's a girl Iron Man.
The,
in
yeah, the
comics,
new
right?
the black girl. I
Yeah.
forget her name. Yeah, who's his apprentice.
I'd be far more okay with them passing the torch than just being like, we recast them. You know, which
Yeah.
is they're not gonna
Oh,
do
yeah,
that.
pass
There's
the
no
torch would
fucking
never
way in
do
hell
that.
they're gonna do a recast on anybody.
Maybe
so I can at
now-
least appreciate that.
Except for Hulk.
Maybe he can go and make
Yes.
not another teen movie too.
Yeah, I'd
yeah.
watch
It's
it.
finally time.
Big, not another team movie too, bigger than ever. Hey, what's up, nerds?
He goes to a school reunion.
Or after this, they'll
God.
do the most comic book thing ever and just reboot the entire universe.
That would
Yeah.
be
Yeah, a year after the last one.
outlandish.
Just
Already.
start at scratch.
Here's my
That would be
question though.
fucking
That's Spider-Man.
outrageous.
Why, how many Spider-Men did we have in the space of a decade?
Yeah, but they're not. That's not
We need
good.
more.
That's a great example.
Leave
They
Tom
sucked.
Holland alone.
I'm still a Tobey Maguire fan.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We just watched a video the other day. of
The Amazing Spider-Man was all right. The second one was shit.
Yucky.
It was
Fuck-
awful.
fuck that, dude.
It was
So bad.
Is
pee
that
poo
poo
poo.
beep? Yeah.
That's poo poo poo.
What was the one with the electric thing?
Yeah, it made no
Yeah.
sense. That movie was awful. It
Jamie
made no
Foxx
goddamn
is
sense.
Electro.
It was just scene after scene of things happening.
Yep.
Like
The
it
way-
was so like I was watching the movie in the theater like what the fuck is happening? There's so many scenes and I feel like I'm learning nothing.
Yes.
Like,
To the point where
that
it
movie
gets to
sucked.
the Gwen part where you're just like, well, they're doing this now.
Yep.
No,
I was like,
I completely disagree. That was the one part of the movie where I was like, I love how they handled that. The
Right,
Gwen
but it was
Stacy
worthless
fantastic.
because the rest of the
good.
movie
Exactly.
sucked.
Like the
Yeah.
build-up
Right.
was like it was their focus.
Yup.
The focus on the relationship was way too like we're building this up really intensely because she's gonna die. You know, like
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, she
It was a
died?
good scene.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. I didn't even remember.
Yeah, no, she's falling at the end. She's
And he
falling.
tries to
Yeah, she's the one that
and
dies.
he catches her and he webs her, but he catches her
too
right
late.
as she like
I
dies.
mean, it's
like,
cool.
her head
It's cool they
dies.
put that
That's in the
movie
comics,
because
though, right?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
like a really
And that's
big
the whole
thing
part
in
of
the
Spider-Man
comics.
is he's like, I'm never gonna find love again, and then Mary Jane comes into the picture,
Yeah.
and isn't she's friends with them to begin with? Like she knows Gwen Stacy
Yeah.
and knows Peter, and then it becomes a love interest thing. Spoilers.
But yeah, that was like
I mean, Gwen Stacy dies is like
Yeah.
spoilers from 2 decades ago.
that was
3
one
decades
thing
ago.
they had going for the movie, but it just in the
decades
sea of
ago,
everything
Jesus.
else.
Yeah,
it was
there's a
just
bunch
like,
of unmemorable.
whatever.
And like, okay,
yeah,
here's the thing. And
Jamie Foxx's character.
I thought
was like-
Emma Stone was a great Gwen Stacy too.
Oh yeah, she's great. Yeah, and like I don't.
Nice.
The only problem I have with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man is that he's just too fucking cool. He's too
Yeah.
cool to be
he
Peter
was-
Parker.
he was pretty cool.
Like he's just
I'll
like
give
he's
him
like
that.
he's a fucking skater. He's all like hip, like good style, good
His
hair.
hair's
It's just
too
like,
nice.
Yeah,
Like-
he's just like too cool
He's
of a
got
guy.
your hair.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like,
He's got
at least,
Gavin
like,
They
Gray.
found like a better balance over Tom
Yeah,
Holland,
Tom
right?
Holland, like he's
Tom Holland's
cool
good.
and witty and funny, but he's still like
A nerd.
like
That was
little
the problem
dude.
with
Yeah.
Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire is they never had the witty and funny stuff. He was like his,
No, didn't
his
you see
witty
Spider-Man
shit
3?
fell flat. It was awful.
Dude, oh, I fucking
His
love,
banter was terrible.
I love his Spider-Man though. Like the
Andrew
the,
Garfield had much better banter,
I thought Tom Holland was.
and Holland.
Tom Holland was good.
is
No,
definitely-
Holland's great. I'm
Yeah.
definitely happy with Holland, and like I'm excited to see him fucking get gripped entirely by Thanos and slammed into the ground.
That'd be cool.
Is that in the trailer?
Yeah,
I
he just
want-
like his entire hand is like over his whole body, and just like
What if he just died right there?
He might.
I'd be
the
very
top.
sad.
I don't think Spider-Man's gonna die because I think
No.
that
He's already got a sequel.
What if he died and a bunch of tiny spiders
Shut the hell up.
erupted from him?
tiny Tom Holland's
And
just
then
start running
right,
out.
and they
There's
were
Tom
half
Holland's
grown.
head with legs.
Here's the
He
thing.
wasn't
fuck,
ready
that's
to give
yucky.
birth.
You're saying that, and I'm
yuck.
pretty sure that that's happened in the comic.
Really? Oh shit.
Spider-Man is like essentially, at one point in some comics,
He was a
like,
fucking
he's
spider.
basically immortal. Like he died and
ridiculously
came back
powerful.
as
Yeah.
a spider god or something.
I
It's
remember-
like it's like the fucking Flash. He's
There's
like
a
one
shit-
with the spider.
He had at
force.
least 4 or 6 arms at one point.
He
There's
did
also a shit ton
mutate
of
further.
iterations
and
Remember
of
grow
that.
too.
arms.
Aren't there like Spider Womans, like Spider?
Yeah, the
Gwen?
Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
They got,
Spider
yeah, they got the whole
Gwen.
Spider family.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if
Webby.
The clones, the Spider-Man
Yeah.
clones,
Webby.
like Kane,
Yeah, but
Kane and fucking.
it makes
like,
no
other ones.
sense that Spider-Man wouldn't continue evolving from this radioactive
Shut up.
mutation, and he'd end up like Gary Oldman in that shitty Lost in Space.
Oh.
movie.
Element?
That was not that
Just
bad
like-
of a Lost in Space movie.
What?
It wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
It wasn't that bad.
Matt LeBlanc. Remember that from the trailer?
That was cool.
I really don't remember much.
That's like the only
about
I
cool
love
bit in the
Matt
movie.
LeBlanc.
Nope.
it. I don't remember much about.
Well, now
the movie at
Netflix
all.
is
It's been
rebooting
forever.
Lost in Space. So
Are they
that's-
really? Is it a show?
It's gonna be a show.
Are you guys Squirrel Girl fans or no? Are you
Squirrel
excited for the
Girl?
movie?
Squirrel
There's a
Girl.
Squirrel Girl movie
Yeah, with
Yeah, they're making
in the
a movie.
MCU.
what's her name?
Is it
Part of a
Is that
live
Marvel? I don't even
It
know.
is
live
Marvel.
Crew
It's Marvel,
Girls
but is that well?
have
It'd be weird if they
she's
made
got
it and it
cast.
wasn't.
I can't remember her name, but yes, it's officially been announced. And I want a Gwenpool movie. Damn it, make it happen. Gwenpool.
All right, that's-
yeah. It's not Gwen Stacy. Apparently, they're not connected at all, and it's not connected to Deadpool at all.
I don't know
But
what
she
you're on about.
dresses like Deadpool and has the same exact characteristics of being just like a manic, crazy person, and she looks like Gwen Stacy.
Sounds like it is
So-
connected to Deadpool.
Oh, that's
maybe-
entirely
Yeah.
connected.
Maybe it's like a 50 Shades of Grey, where it's like,
Oh.
I'm just gonna write a fanfic on Twilight. Oh my God, someone bought this. All right, it's not Twilight
Change the
anymore.
names. Just change the
Yeah.
names.
Speaking of which, you see the Deadpool 2 trailer?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's lots of over-the-top
fun.
action.
I
Is that the
saw.
one where he's like the special effects aren't done yet?
No, they've released a full trailer.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
saw.
That's Gwenpool. Tell me that doesn't look like Deadpool.
I mean,
She's in the
like,
newest
right?
Lego game too.
Yeah.
She takes Deadpool's space.
And post production can pull up a picture, but yeah.
I
As the
saw.
cheap person.
I don't know if it was like I just read the headline, but it's like apparently Terry Crews, isn't it? Is
It's
it
in-
Deadpool 2?
That's cool. I love
And it was just a picture of him in a fucking costume. And he looked like
who did
pissed
he
off
play?
and funny at the same time. I was like, I'm sure he'll be great in that.
Apparently, they're going full on X-Force with it. I mean,
I
in
thi-
the
I thi-
sense that they
I-
actually
yeah.
say this is X-Force.
I think he's someone from X Force was like the headline.
what's
It was-
X-Force?
It was like
He could be Bishop.
Is it a
Like
branch
better
of
than
X-Men, am I
X-Men?
wrong? Yeah.
it was one of those.
It's like the futuristic, like in like the apocalyptic future with all the Sentinels and shit. It's like they're because Cable's in it.
Because Cable comes back in time, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
the thing?
Cable-
He's like,
Cable's like-
whose son is he?
Dystopian
Cyclops and Jean Grey.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They basically that was
He comes back in time.
He
I don't know
terminated
shit
it
about comic,
in a way.
He kind of terminated.
Yeah.
He's like all powerful, right? Like
He's legit,
billion
yeah.
different.
Well, he's been infected with a technovirus, and like
That's what it is.
all of his like psychic
That's
ability
what it
is
is.
dedicated.
So if
to
he didn't
fighting.
have that, he'd be like the most powerful person ever.
It's a very
they're
Wolverine
like,
thing where
"Dink."
they're like, because he's got the adamantium, his healing factor is kind of nerfed. So as powerful as it is, it's not as powerful as it would be if he didn't have the adamantium. Same thing with Cable, essentially.
Doesn't he ever get all that stuff stripped out? The adamantium.
Which one?
in the Death
Wolverine?
of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't get it stripped out. He lost his healing factor, and then he gets killed in a pile of liquid adamantium
Covered
that
in
just hardens.
But he's back.
Now,
Is he back?
He's out.
do you think they'll
Really?
They got him out. He's
Actually?
out. They got him. No,
fished him
seriously,
out.
they got him out.
Oh, Lord.
They're just like
Ding, ding,
all
ding,
it was just him waiting long enough, and then finally just
There's probably some sort of electrical charge just going through all the liquid metal, and it was just keeping his heart just going along.
yeah, some
Likely.
shit. Or like when fucking Hulk in the Ultimate Universe just ripped him in half and threw both sides to like a different direction, and then his upper body just crawls to his lower body and just reconnects himself.
Why didn't he just grow a new lower body?
It's a great question.
Why would he need to
tell me.
attach it?
You
If
know,
his
it's
finger
one
comes
of
off.
those-
And it
It'd probably
becomes
take
a whole
longer. It'd probably
thing
take a
of,
lot
like-
longer.
That actually happened with Deadpool.
Yeah, his arm, like...
Well, like all the
yeah.
like several bits of him that had been
He gets
ripped off
cut
in
all
different
the time,
parts all came back together and formed an eviler Deadpool.
Really?
Yeah, no, that happened.
Over like a long
It's called
span of
Cool
time.
Dead.
He's got like he's all patchwork looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That's-
It totally makes sense with
Does
Deadpool.
anyone... So what was the Deadpool in Origins about?
Nonsense. That's what it
Silence,
was.
like-
yeah, it's bad.
Nonsense shit.
That's why Ryan Reynolds
It
was
just doesn't
like,
make any
"Fuck you."
sense.
Oh, and
I
yeah, it was
love that
also...
he
It was
played
actually
the-
Ryan Reynolds as
Yeah,
well.
because he was the human. He was Wade Wilson.
yeah.
Yeah. And
And his head came off.
then they just ruined that.
Yeah.
They-
I
they-
say,
for
I
some
love Ryan
reason,
Yeah,
Reynolds
they
for
made
that.
him like weapon, like something, right? One of the weapons.
Weapon.
Yeah,
D.
yeah. No, yeah, you're right. It was like 11,
Yeah.
12 or something.
And then
shit. Like
I
one
love when
number higher
Wolverine like
than
puts his
Wolverine.
claws out, and then he puts out a fucking whole samurai sword
Yep.
out of his thing, and I was like, all right,
See, he can't bend his arms until
Exactly.
he deploys them.
sing, thank God.
Yeah, that was.
Now with Chris Evans,
fucking-
Oh, I feel so good.
I don't know who the fuck went through with that. I'm like,
I remember
okay, let's
the,
just-
the
people.
first
let's
time I
just-
watched that movie, it was like a bootleg one on the internet, and it was
one
like
without the VFX?
Yeah, the first one where like half
Yup.
the whole tower is just like a fucking single, just a
Yup.
matte gray.
I saw that.
thing. And it's so funny. The harnesses are in it and shit.
no, with Chris Evans
And it doesn't look
leading.
much better.
How did that get out? How did that
That's
leak?
just so
It's
funny.
the whole fucking. It's the finale of the movie too.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're going to hit on Captain America saying "Hail Hydra" or Captain America being killed?
No. Well, that
Before
doesn't make
the
sense in
movies?
the timeline.
Yeah,
They're
in
not
the
there
movies.
yet.
Oh, I think he will.
Before he
I think
leaves.
he'll get killed. I
No,
don't
he'll
think
get killed,
I don't
but
think
I
he'll
mean-
Hail Hydra.
Or
Like the Hail Hydra thing's like way after that.
there's
Yeah,
also
well,
the
that's
possibility
fine.
that he'll
MCU
turn out to
can
be
do whatever the fuck they want.
the Skrull.
Oh fuck.
Because that's the thing. That's
Wait,
what
wait.
that's a
The Skrulls, yeah.
Yeah, they're alien shapeshifters. So they've
Secret
introduced
Invasion
the
is
idea
such a good fucking book.
essentially
Holy shit.
that one of the characters from the MCU has been a Skrull the whole time.
Oh shit,
I think,
Wow.
and well, there's one of the theories that it's Nick Fury.
it's a mole.
Which we haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, we haven't.
Did he? He didn't die, did he?
No,
he
he just
died.
he just
He
fake
died, but
died.
he
and
faked
was
his-
that,
faked his
what,
death.
Oh,
was
and then
it
he
Captain
whipped out.
2?
He whipped
Yeah,
out his
Winter
gammy eye, and he was like, "Ah, I've still got the thing."
Dude, that was an awesome opening. The
Dude,
whole
Winter
fucking-
Soldier is so fucking good.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got that
Cap
little
2 and 3
turret.
are
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
good.
We are of the opinion, and I know it's
That's the
very
Russo
polarizing, that we like Captain America 1 way better than Thor 1.
I don't think
And
way
other
better,
people-
but I agree.
personally
Captain
think
America
way
is
better.
the one Marvel movie I've never been able to sit through. I tried
I don't-
watching
I don't
it.
really have a problem.
I fell asleep twice.
Really?
I don't really have a
It's
problem.
long.
I can't
It's
do
long
it.
and it's slower and it's not as like flashy as the rest. And Thor 1 is just, it's like way too small.
Yes, that's my
It's
problem
way
with
too
Thor.
small.
That's my.
Well, it's
and
like
it-
not enough people in it.
which is even
It's
it's,
just-
it's
just the
bizarre
whole scope
because
of
this
it,
tiny
yeah.
little town.
well, you
and it's just
exactly
such a
you
small
start
movie.
The
on
climax is in this like set piece
where the fuck-
western
Exactly.
crop.
Valhalla or whatever the fuck they are.
Valhalla?
Asgard. Yeah, they're in Asgard and fucking. It's like, oh my god, it's awesome. It's
But
like it's just
Asgard
like-
is wherever the people are. Right?
Well, now it is. But like, there's all the characters and there's just like the cool effects and everything. But and then yeah, it's like now we're gonna drop you in this one fucking town that's the rest of the fucking movie. movie. Oh, here's some random base, and then even like Hawkeye's entrance is like, now I'm in the MCU. All right, see you later. It's just like that's his role in the movie. He's a guard
Right.
at a fucking building.
felt
Like it just
more
makes
like
no sense
a
at all.
Marvel TV episode.
It was
than the
really
climax of the
weird.
I
film.
forgot that Hawkeye
Yeah.
was even in the
That
fucking
was
movie.
that was his introduction. He's
Look at
like,
him up
I
there.
shot him, and I think he like zaps him, and that's how he gets caught. Because they build like the whole military tent around the hammer. That's
Yeah.
what it is. He breaks in to take it back, and he can't pick it up. And Hawkeye's like, electric arrow, pew, and
No.
then he's like, I'm in the movie.
At least I remember that one. I'm sure that I saw Thor 2. Was it Dark World?
See, I like
Dark
Thor
World.
too.
I have
Yeah.
no memory of it.
I like
Oh,
it.
it did, yeah.
I like it
I can't
because
remember a single thing that
it
happened.
wasn't
Is that the one
on
with Christopher
Earth the whole time.
Eccleston in it?
Who the fuck is that?
Oh,
He was
playing
the doctor?
Malekith, right?
Yeah.
He plays the Dark Elf.
Oh, okay.
He's like he's the first Doctor Who, right? Or like
He was the
Reboot.
reboot,
Of
yeah.
the
Dude,
reboot.
That was the last thing I worked on before I moved to the US.
that
Really? Oh,
scene.
humble brag.
But it wasn't there was no one there like from the movie. It was
That
just, like, some
scene in
random
Dark
one.
World, like near the end, when they're like throwing the cars and they're like fucking like going through
through
dimensions
dimensions
and like falling, and that was fucking
It's
cool
cool.
as shit.
Yeah.
It's like the end of Thor was like I specifically remember the big fucking robot sentinel thing shows
Yeah,
up. It's like, I'm gonna fight you,
Destroyer.
and there's literally like a
I think it's literally
pan.
called the Destroyer.
Yeah.
There's like a pan of like Thor squaring up against him, and it's like one street and like 8 stores, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's it. That's the set. That's the whole fucking town. And I'm like, there's nothing. There's nothing here. It was so small. It was the exact same thing.
I like that whole Loki bit at the end of Dark World where like he's shape shifting or like fucking illusion and like gets his hand cut off and all that shit. I think that was really good.
Yeah.
I like it when they do team up, but then they always fucking fight again. And,
right.
Like he's
right.
bad.
He's always an asshole.
Dude, I'm really excited for like the opening of Infinity War because they're on the ship and you guys saw Ragnarok, right?
We actually
At the
just
end.
saw it.
Just saw it,
Really?
yeah.
So you know, look at the end.
We saw it coming off
Thanos'
of Black
ship.
Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'cause we hadn't seen it yet.
Sorry, spoilers, everyone. If anyone haven't seen any of this shit.
But you should. So
yeah.
go see it.
But like, obviously, it's Thanos' ship that they like come up on, and so I'm like, okay, well, we know that Thor is in the middle of space floating around because he runs through the Guardians.
Right.
So like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Hulk's on that ship. First of all, like, is he gonna just go fucking toe to toe with Thanos like immediately, or is Thanos just gonna be like, so many things?
Which I mean, we also have in the trailers fucking Captain America holding back things.
Yeah, just
so
dude, that's one.
He's
of,
holding his finger.
you can't have it both ways. You can't bitch slap the Hulk
Exactly.
and be stopped.
Well, I
by
think
Captain
that's
Maybe the
one of
Hulk
two
is
things.
like he's like.
I think
not
that's
that mad.
that scene is one of two things. It can only be one of two things. Either it's Thanos just toying with Captain America, or he kills him right there.
What is Thanos? Is he an alien?
He's
Or
a
is he
god. He's
a-
the mad Titan. He's the god of Titan, the moon of Saturn, right? Saturn or Jupiter?
I don't remember.
so he's nothing to do with
It's
the human
definitely
race.
one of them.
No, he's just like a conqueror. He's like obsessed
purple
with
as
conquering
fuck.
and destroying.
Thanos isn't based on other mythology though, right? He's just comic book creation.
I think so. I mean,
He looks very different to how he was first shown.
oh yeah, he's so much
Yeah.
better now.
Yeah.
He's better now.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
What was he first in? Guardians?
No, he was
what was
First
Uh,
Avengers at the end when he just turns, he's like,
Oh right.
Yeah, but he's
Right.
like his teeth are all like big cubes.
Yes,
and
he's
just
like he's like more purple now. He's more like mauve.
I did like the fan edits where he's like Homer Simpson and stuff like that. That made me laugh. Appreciated that.
Well, as long as he didn't turn out like what's his face from Justice League, because that just looked rough the entire time.
What?
That the villain
Fuck.
Like Green Lantern. or
Steppenwolf.
what?
Steppenwolf. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, the entire time he was on screen, it was just like,
Dude, I watched Justice League for the first time last week, and I was like, the only scene in that movie that I'm just like, fuck yeah, is when they're all taking on Superman.
every scene with Superman in it. I'm like, that's all right.
But then the fucking, the whole time I was watching, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with his mouth?
Oh yeah. The
But then I had to
mustache.
look it up, and it was the mustache thing, and I was like,
Yup.
do better.
Yep.
Yeah,
Do
I
it
agree.
better. Chat. It
I
was all
agree.
reshoots.
I agree.
They had a reshoot, but he was already
he's
doing Mission
in-
Impossible.
He's in Mission Impossible,
And he had a
he's got a
mustache for that role,
mustache,
and by contract, he couldn't
can't shave it. So
yeah.
all the reshoots, they
So
digitally
his
remove
lip
it.
is just
So he's
like-
like,
It's weird.
But
Yeah.
so it's easier to do that than just put on a fake one for the.
I guess. I mean, no, it's not easier at all.
So it
in
actually
any way.
shows in the movie.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
That's
It's
so
like Google
weird.
fucking
His
dude.
upper lip.
Broadcast. Pull up just like
His upper
Justice
lip
League
just
Superman.
doesn't look
There's
right the
so
whole
many
time.
shots where he's
like,
like,
I'm watching, I'm just like, you're fucking pissing me off. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right after
That's
that-
like uncanny valley stuff.
It's
you can't
so
mess with the
stupid.
mouth.
Yeah.
You can't-
Anyway,
it just is not
fucking
good.
talking.
Well, right after that, it came like another. It was just somebody as a project was like with a $500 computer figured out a way to do it that looked way better for almost nothing.
That's funny.
Easily.
And then he's like, hire me.
And then, well,
Right now.
he created an algorithm that lets you do facial replacement.
It
stuff
looks
like crazy.
terrible.
Wow.
But it's even more jarring because it goes back and forth again.
Yeah,
Because the whole movie he didn't have it.
Can we
And then
find
the
a
pickup
shot?
else he did.
So
Oh, there we
Yep,
go.
there it is. Look at his fucking
Look-
upper
look at
lip.
his
Yeah,
face.
that's weird.
Like it's just not right. He just looks fake.
It's fucking weird as shit.
it is
like
not right, and that's the only
There's
thing you can
tons
really
of-
say about it. It just looks off.
It's a close-up.
Can we
of
get?
his face,
Can we
too.
possibly get him actually moving his mouth?
Yeah, yeah.
And saying
Like a
that,
gif?
because then you'll be able to see like how it's just off.
The motion tracking. Yeah.
Look,
I was just.
and that
That's
still
the
looks
thing,
real.
Like I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. 4K looks lush, looks amazing. The hair looks great. The eyes look great. But mouth sync to voice doesn't look good yet
Yeah.
in games. There's
Yeah.
no game where it just looks perfect.
No.
Even when they like mocap all the lips and there's like subtle movements, it's still kind of just like it just looks a bit off, and it doesn't look real yet. The mouth is like the one thing you can't mess with.
Did you saw Rogue One?
Don't mess with
yeah?
the mouth.
I saw what?
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Okay.
Star Wars.
Yes.
The Star
it's
Wars.
the Star Wars film.
Yeah.
I thought the CGI they used for Carrie Fisher was great, but
Oh,
everyone
it
was
was
saying
so
it was
bad. I thought it
terrible.
was
I
dog
thought it was
shit.
fine.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't look good at
especially
all.
compared to Superman, what we just saw, and the playthrough. I
It
thought
was down. It was
no,
up there
no.
with like when they de-aged Bryan Cranston in the flashbacks of Breaking Bad, and he's all just like too smooth and like he's lit weird. It's like
Yeah,
it don't
no.
work.
The de-aging for like what's his face from Ant-Man though was really good, and
Michael
from
Douglas.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that also de-aged very.
I
Yeah,
didn't
Kurt
think.
Russell. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
What was what movie was it?
They got better at it.
Was it Winter Soldier? What movie did they de-age Robert Downey Jr.? What
Oh,
movie
that was Civil War.
Civil War.
That wasn't awful.
That wasn't awful.
It
Yeah.
was brief. They got in. They got out.
It's because the key thing about it is not too much like body movement.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's why with that one in Civil War, like Robert Downey Jr. was sitting there and then he walks over to the one place and then it's just that same shot of him talking with his parents in the background because they're like, okay, we have to keep this still so that people can make this good. Like
they got a lot of
Carrie
reference.
because in that scene she literally
she
just
wa-
turns
yeah,
around and
exactly.
goes, line delivery.
Yeah.
Okay, done. That's it.
With Robert Downey Jr., they had so much reference of him as a
Yeah.
younger person too
Sure.
from film that they
Sure.
just hit the same angle. It's
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't think I completely disagree with Lindsay. I don't think Leia looked good at all, but I think they would like. You
Well,
could
they
have not put
they
her in the
also
movie,
did
but
Tarkin.
what are you
Tarkin
gonna do?
was totally
well,
CG.
Well, the thing about Tarkin that was
Tarkin
awful.
looked like shit.
Well, Leia
That was
again, they
bad.
both look bad, but Leia's like, I mean, what do you want to do? You want her in the movie? You get a CGI her, and they were like, look, there she is. Okay, bye, and they cut
They
away.
could have just
Yeah,
showed her
just
from behind.
I
They
mean,
didn't have to show her
I mean,
face.
I'll give you
would've been
that.
cool.
I'll give you
That
that.
would've
But
been
like
cool. No, I liked
Tarkin
it.
was like, put him in the. Why is he in the movie? Like you have human beings walking up to him, like, sir. No, I'm like, well, that's a cartoon. Why are you like he's revealed in a reflection.
It felt
When
like-
this
You're making
first
me
shot,
nervous. Can you sit down, please?
No, please.
like I
He's
was
revealed in a
watching Roger
reflection,
Rabbit.
and as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, they're not going to show him because he's and then
Smart.
he turns around, and then it's just like, oh, he's in this
It's
movie.
funny in that scene.
It was so weird.
Because the way that they like animated him, you know, like in video games, like they always just add more reflection and like wetness to the skin and the clothes to make
Too
it
much
look
shiny.
Yeah.
They made
sheen.
Tarkin so
Teenagers.
like sweaty looking, and then it cuts to Krennic's coverage, and he's also just like super sweaty in that scene, just to like match that.
Someone
And
was
it's
just spritzing it.
yeah,
to
it's
make
like
it match.
such a
Make it
hot.
more
The
really
visual
hot,
effects
yeah.
supervisor's like, you're gonna need to wet that guy down. I can't match it.
I can't make it any better, man. I'm sorry.
Now, are you guys a fan of the Quicksilver who's in the X-Men universe or
Na,
MCU?
na, na, na.
Because I liked X-Men way better, and I want him in Infinity War.
awesome. The X-Men one is
I
so
need him.
cool.
Well,
Like, Evan
they
Peters
actually
great.
make an effort to have like super slow mo sequences where he's just like prancing.
and those are
about.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's what
I love
I didn't
it.
really like the
And
way
his
they do Flash
smartness.
in like Justice League and stuff. I didn't really like the way that they
ain't
do
seen that
Flash.
one.
It's a little bit just too like.
Is it too
Well,
shitty?
It's just
Quicksilver's
too,
supposed
like-
to be, he's
it's just a
kind
little
of
bit
similar
too
to
fucking
Spider-Man,
bad.
right? Where he's just like a smarmy asshole.
He's an
kind
asshole.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't touch on that at all in MCU because they wanted him to be different from the X-Men version. But I like that so much more. I wanted to be kind of a dick.
But also in the X-Men one, they're not twins.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I know that. They're not
his
Magneto
sister's like a
twins?
kid.
Huh.
Yeah, they only show Scarlet
Oh,
Witch
yeah.
like very
Well, maybe they're
briefly in
still
one
twins.
scene.
She just didn't come out for a bit.
She's like, there's still a
Spider
baby
time.
in there.
her mutant power was staying in.
There were some twins who were born in different years.
Yeah,
in
that
real
is
life.
true.
It's crazy.
Is it
Because
really?
like,
If
Just
you
'cause I
did it
New
right on
Year's
the
Eve.
cusp.
right, exactly.
That's
very
cool
smart. Very
It's
smart.
cool, but it's just like out of context. Like, whoa, well, they were 30
Man,
seconds
push!
apart.
No! I'm gonna make this a 2-year.
Close your eyes.
Weird.
Now I
Come
gotta look
back
up
next month.
and see if a woman has refused
Stop.
to deliver the baby and is holding it in. Hang on.
This is
Look,
a
look up
weirdo.
the biggest gap between twins because it
Okay,
might be
okay,
like
yeah,
a
first
month
one.
or something.
There's no
No
way.
way.
There's no possible.
Why not? Premature
No,
baby.
okay.
Oh, I guess the
They
water
could have
has
had
to
the
break.
C-section
right?
How?
out.
I don't think
they
it
could
could
have had
seal
the
back up.
Do they
That's
have
true.
two?
They
Why the
didn't
fuck
put
would they
the
leave the
other
other one in?
From
That's a good
an
point.
old Guinness Book of World Records, the longest duration between twin births was 84 days.
Oh my God! What?
How?
Miss
did it-
Peggy Lynn
One
gave birth
fell
to
out.
Hannah on November 11th, 1995, and twin Eric on February 2nd, 1996, 84 days later, the longest interval between twins.
How?
I don't understand the science. So,
They can't
She
leave that without
She
context.
clenched Ryan.
so the water breaks, but then how does the other baby survive in the waterless
Second water.
womb?
Okay.
Does she have two
Now,
sacks?
it is possible.
Two wombs.
Two
What?
embryonic sacs?
It's possible to have the baby
I don't know
implant
enough
in
about
an
my mom.
area maybe that's outside the.
Outside the womb?
Maybe she
But that
had
would
a
be
twin.
really
Doesn't that,
bad.
wouldn't you get a
for it.
miscarriage from that?
I would think so.
Maybe the first one was a miscarriage that survived. And the second one was normal.
I think by nature, a miscarriage is not surviving.
You right.
Otherwise, it's a
Okay,
birth.
you're right. Otherwise, it's birth.
That's a great setup for
Otherwise,
kids.
it's a successful birth.
It's like when Trump was going on and on about like late term abortions. You can't. That's just being born. You take them out at that point, they're alive. Doesn't happen that way.
Has anyone ever been put back in? Like given birth and then through C-section
Hang on,
put
I'm
back
still
in?
trying to
It's not
figure
ready.
I'm still trying to figure out if a woman refused to deliver the baby and just clenched and held it in. Hang on.
No.
Figure
Hold
that
on,
out.
hold on,
I
maybe.
don't
Who
think
would
that's.
risk
I
the
feel like
baby's
they'd
life?
fucking knock her out and then pull it out.
Like, listen, you're not thinking right.
She's like, no,
God damn it.
I don't want it.
The first Google search here is it autofilled too. What happens if a baby is never born?
The woman dies. Probably.
I don't know.
The rot takes
What's
over.
What's the answer?
Right now, I'm just getting a lot of really weird stories about women delivering stillborn babies. and-
Stillborn?
Yeah. Let's see. A woman.
Why don't you have some more to drink?
Yeah, defying her doctor,
Stovetop?
etc. No.
Is that booze?
Yeah, it says liquor in it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't have beer.
Hitting it
Beer has
hard.
calories. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Is there liquor in this?
Yes.
Says who?
Doesn't smell
But the
like
brown shit has calories, surely.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
brown
does,
shit's
but
full of
less.
calories.
Just
Is
got-
it diet brown
But
You
shit?
could get diet
It
brown
is diet
shit.
brown
What is
shit.
diet
And
brown
then there's
shit?
no
Diet brown shit
calories.
is Diet Coke.
Just death.
Diet Coke and vodka is
This
not a
has
great
no
mix,
calories.
but,
I didn't say it had calories.
It's a big zero.
It just has the aspartame.
It's got
It just
2%
kills you.
sodium and yeah,
Holy
lots
shit.
of aspartame.
Here we go.
You'll know this. 'cause
Lindsay's
they,
got
They
something.
measured the baby in stones.
Oh,
But,
hell yeah.
Oh,
Well, they
fuck.
weighed it then.
What year
They
was
measure
this?
it. It's
drop a
3
boulder?
stones
The
long.
year was England.
Lindsay, having had a child, is really
I'm-
flabbergasted by
I'm
this.
just
Let's
trying to
hear
take
it,
this
brother.
out. The opening paragraph says, while a 92-year-old woman delivering a 60-year-old baby may sound like a bizarre plot twist
Oh.
from Benjamin Button, it's true.
That's awesome.
No.
It was just lodged up there like a parasite, probably.
Huang Yin, 92, of southern China, recently delivered a child which she'd been carrying for well over half a century. The baby wasn't alive, however.
No
The woman
shit.
saying lived
I like the idea of it being alive and coming out and be like, what are you doing? I've wasted half my life up
That's
here.
crazy.
I mean, that's. I feel like that doesn't fall under the like giving birth to a baby.
No.
It's just like getting a dead fetus out of you after 60 years.
Yeah.
The fact that
Like,
it didn't kill
otherwise
her is
you-
amazing.
yeah.
I mean, that's
I'm
that's
getting that.
amazing.
Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
must have
like
been
it's
just
like,
like
oh
blood.
fuck, I'm a senior.
Yeah, you
what
you
happened
get
to
bored and
the-
qualify for Social Security immediately.
I don't want to imagine.
That's how you get around it. That's how you circumvent the
I
system.
wonder how long it had been dead. Like maybe it lived for
I'd
like a
say
year. Maybe it
60
became a
years.
lawyer.
Yeah.
What was your last
suspect
question from earlier? That I have to
59
Google
years
search?
in 10 months, probably.
Yeah, who
Play the
knows?
tape back.
What was my question? Well, I don't know. I ask you a lot of dumb questions.
Hey, why aren't you drinking? Have a drink. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Peer pressure. I like it.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, you know, everybody's got something here.
Mine's
I've got
empty.
two.
I mean, but you had one. Is
I
the
did.
point?
They don't last long.
Yeah, James has 2. They don't last long. They need a Ryan size. There you go. And then as the smoke clears,
And then I disappear.
oh, ad read.
I want to know. Oh, you
Oh,
do that?
shut up, Gavin. Oh.
Dude, every
When it
time-
comes to your health, brushing your teeth is one of the most important parts of your day. It's true. Brush your teeth, Gavin. Quip knows that. They've combined dentistry and design to make a better electric toothbrush. Quip is the new electric toothbrush that packs just the right amount of vibrations into a slimmer design at a fraction of the cost of bulkier traditional electric toothbrush. Guiding pulses alert you when to switch sides, making brushing the right amount of effortless. You ever be brushing your teeth and you're like, I don't even know. I don't know when to switch. Beep. Now I know. It's a common problem. Yes, it is. Just go with it. Quip also comes with a mount that suctions right to your mirror and unsticks to use as a cover for hygienic travel anywhere, whether it's going in your gym bag or carry-on. And because that thing cleans your mouth, it should also be clean. Quip's subscription plan refreshes your brush on a dentist recommended schedule, delivering new brush heads every 3 months for just $5, including free shipping worldwide. Quip starts at just $25. And if you go to getquip.com/off-topic right now, you get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/off-topic, spelled GETQUIP.com/off-topic. What are you waiting for? Quip it! I made that up, the last slogan. I usually try and give them one, and if they want to use it,
Nice.
great.
It's a great quip.
They never do.
It's funny that
never do.
it's funny the ad reads that you do, and then me also hearing Steve do it every one of our podcasts, and just the struggles that he has getting through it.
Is it?
Goodness.
Is that all him?
Can you not read?
Yeah, it's all him.
Can he not read?
No reading skills.
Like a second grade level.
Oh, nice.
He tries.
Dude, speaking of which, I saw the last one where you guys were talking that Buckley was on. And you guys just Buckley mostly just roasted Trevor.
Yeah.
Shit.
Holy
Tore him to
shit.
shreds.
Okay.
Buckley met
Do
Trevor?
you know how much?
No, he's never met him.
Never once.
Which is why
You know,
Trevor
it's a
was
really
like,
funny story.
You know how much he cried about this?
No,
Like,
I
he had
mean,
moments
like
in
not
court.
not like bitching, crying, like
But
physically.
he was just like breaking down.
But it was definitely very hard to. It
was emotional.
Barbara came in, was like hugging him and holding him, just trying to put him back together.
And then the best part of that whole situation is we were filming that bit to go in with our taco trip video that we do, and one thing led to another, and Steve accidentally deleted all that footage.
Did he really? Which is funny. Steve Trevored the Trevor footage.
Does Trevor delete footage?
He did one time in
deleting.
particular, and we've never
He
let it.
But he not only deleted footage, like he
Okay.
deleted footage
So
that we recorded.
We filmed something.
Had nothing to do with him.
Had nothing to do with him, and something was fucked up with the footage. Like when it got to the editor, something was wrong. Like a file fucked up in export, or
And I'm
whatever. Something was
thinking,
corrupt.
We'll just get the TS file.
So we're like, we'll check it out. And we go to check it out. It's not there. It's gone. And we're like, what the fuck? Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. And then we're like, somebody must have accidentally deleted it. Maybe we could like recover it.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, we formatted the drive. I was like, Jesus, you formatted it? Well, at least we can recover it through like data recovery software. He's like, I secure formatted it. I like overwrote it with zeros, like the whole thing. And I was like, did you also like pull it out of the computer and throw it into the sun,
Right.
Trevor?
That's the running thing. Where
And
it's
he was
like,
like, "Yes, I did."
it's like we shot it, we heard we didn't have it, we went to go check it, and they were like, oh, it's gone already. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
did we like make sure it wasn't there? It's like, oh yeah, no, it wasn't there, but it's gone forever.
So it sounds to me
it's
like,
just, like totally gone.
Trevor actually deserved Buckley being.
Oh, he did, for sure. For
So
sure.
what was the story behind Buck? I haven't seen it. What
Oh
was the
no,
story
it
behind
was
Buckley's,
literally just like it was funny, but Trevor should have been at least in on it a little bit. No, it was the only thing was that it was Buckley. Like part of the bit was that Buckley was just like really just like offended by Trevor because he was reading his emails in the wrong like with the wrong context and shit. So like Trevor sent an email and he was like, "Hey, yeah, we could do it. Like we could do the stream anytime, whichever works for you." And then Buckley's like, "We could do the stream anytime it's convenient for you, whichever works for you," and shit like that. And it's just
Like,
Wasn't that the
yeah,
start
like
was
saying
like
it as if it was passive aggressive.
Yeah,
he also like Buckley called Trevor and he didn't answer it,
Yeah,
and then Kib called him like 2 seconds later and
he
Trevor immediately answered.
Yeah,
So then Buckley like got on the phone. It's like, Trevor, I just called you and you
yeah.
you didn't answer.
But then the
and then it just went.
the climax of it was because that was happening at the office. Then while we were in the cars, when the climax phone call happened, and so I'm driving Buckley's car and Buckley's in the back seat on
Sure.
the phone. Yeah, you know that's how we roll. And
That's how he rolls.
To his Lambo.
and so he calls Trevor, and he's just like, "Yeah, I really wanted to just see if we've got a problem." And then Trevor's just like, No, man, not at all, absolutely not. He's like, because you've really been kind of passive aggressively mean towards me or whatever, and blah blah blah. And then he's just like, "Oh, I didn't mean that at all," and then he like I forget exactly what Trevor said, but it was like as if he maybe was getting a little annoyed by it. And then Buckley was like, "I mean, you're acting like I fucked your mom or something." And then there was just a long pause.
Yes.
And during the pause, I'm driving. I'm just like. And then you hear Trevor just like, "James, man, I don't know what happened." And then Kib was just like, "Oh no, we're just like bidding or whatever." And I was just like, "Fucking Jesus Christ, man!" Like, and then all that footage is gone. It was a
Kib had
waste.
to
That's
get in
really
there to
funny.
destroy the
Trevor
old
was
man.
saying like
damage control.
he was like Buckley was giving him shit, and Trevor was like, he's just fucking with me. And Trevor said he just kind of like laughed, like, "Oh," and he was like, "He thinks it's funny?"
Yeah.
Like Wait, now you're just laughing at me? And he was like,
no, I'm being serious now.
no, I don't know. And it's like, yeah, and they've never even met.
It's even
We
better
gotta film the meeting, right?
knowing
He
James Buckley.
roasted him.
He's always so positive and
He's
friendly.
like the
and
nicest
kind.
guy ever.
So if he was like even jokingly pissed at me, I would be upset too. I'd be like, oh, what did I do? I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, James. James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck Trevor.
Next week, spring break. Buckley will be there doing a Let's Play
is Trevor gonna
Family
be there?
Oh.
spring break.
I have a
Trevor,
question.
I
We
believe
should
he's
do
going to
a-
be
we should
there.
do a
Hey,
square up.
there it is.
Why are we
Everybody's favorite Lupe.
pre-recording the podcast and not just doing it?
What are you talking about?
When is the spring break?
Because we won't have
On
time.
Friday.
Next weekend?
It's on Friday. We won't have time.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I mean, we won't. There's going to be like 10 groups there. And we're only there 12 hours.
Oh, because it would take up too much.
This would
of
be
the slot.
25% of the day would be doing this podcast.
All right.
That's gonna be a
I mean,
real
it'd be
shitty day
cool
for
though.
me,
There'd be like
too.
a bunch of people on it.
Shut up. How about that? Where were you when they were planning this, huh?
Sure.
Where were you? Nowhere. Here's what I'll do, guys. Oh, I'm Gavin. Make all the plans, set the whole event, and then I'll come in and I'll nitpick it. Boy, fuck this.
Bitch about everything.
I'm gonna bitch about this. Are you even going?
Maybe Trevor.
Do you know yet?
I don't
Still
know.
don't know. It's fucking next week.
Now, Ryan,
I have to go to Korea.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
But I don't know when that falls
Sure.
yet.
So it's Let's Play Spring
jealous.
Break next week
That's gonna be cool.
on
excited
Friday,
for you.
starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. You know, Google it if you don't know what that means.
That's my time.
Don't ask. Do the translation. 10 a.m. I think it's to 10 p.m.
Correct.
12-hour live stream. It's all the assholes will be there. You got Funhouse, Achievement Hunter, Couch Hop, Kind of Funny, Sugar Pine, JT Machinima, Game Attack.
Oh, there still isn't a sugar pine thing
Liza
there.
Bane.
Well, listen, there's only so many.
Oh, there.
I mean, it's there. I mean, it's just like, you know,
Oh,
you guys. I mean, listen,
yeah.
you guys were late to the party. What do you want?
take-
We can only
let's
answer.
Build a new one.
Well, we can do the last one.
Yeah.
The last one, Lannon had his face on there. Oh yeah, okay, so there's Lannon for some reason. He's going to be there. Criken and
Buckley.
James Buckley right on the end there. I mean, with my favorite part too was I think it was Jack. He's like, "What the hell is that?"
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Well, that's Buckley." He's like, "What?"
To be fair, I didn't know what that was. Either.
Yeah, but you didn't say it.
So when they pre-record it, when does that go on?
Let me tell you.
The day before.
Hey, I'll tell you, Gavin. So it's gonna be that's 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 12 p.m. Central, right? So that's normally when this podcast starts.
Yeah.
At 12 p.m. So we're gonna start this when we pre-record the podcast. It's gonna air early at 10 a.m.
So
Central.
what you're saying is we could have just done it early there.
We're not gonna know. Shut your mouth. And you say we, you're not even going.
I want to
Maybe.
go. I'm going to try and go.
I want to go. We don't know.
I
So
go in his place?
next week's
Here's the thing,
podcast is going to
I
be
have to watch
earlier.
Iris.
Quiet
So we'll
you.
see. Yeah.
It's gonna off topic will be a couple hours early, depending on how long it is. They're gonna time it. I'll fight my way through. It smells so good. And so as soon as off topic ends next Friday, right into spring break. So you can obviously watch off topic like you always do every single week religiously, and then just chill out for another 12 hours. Don't go anywhere. And there'll be all kinds of shenanigans. Maybe Greg Miller will get inside a trash bag again.
Jack will get trashed.
Jack has said he's gonna get spring break.
I want to hang out with that drunk Jack.
Fucked
though.
up.
Well,
I've
so
seen
we'll see.
drunk
Oh, you're not
Jack,
gonna
but
be
not
there?
like blackout. I got to take care of
He
Iris
was
right now here.
bonkers
We'll see.
at the
Well,
reunion.
see-
Maybe I'll make it surprise.
He
I'm
was
gonna jump through
hammered by
yeah,
12:30.
he was destroyed. I'm gonna have to do something stupid to be there.
Well, I was wondering, what do you do? Because I
'Cause
checked in last
Laurie
time,
works-
but you.
Thursday and Saturday.
Oh, woof.
So I'm gonna leave. I gotta leave to drive to the airport at like 4 a.m. on Friday morning.
Okay, because we're all leaving Thursday.
You're all leaving Thursday. I'll get there 9 a.m. on Friday.
Day of, an hour before it starts.
Right. So I'll be about an hour late because I'm gonna drive down
Sure.
to the
We'll
where
hold
we're
down the
staying.
fort.
And then I've got to be back kind of early because Laurie's got to work. So after the event, I'm going to drive back to LA.
Why don't you just fly from San Diego?
It is closer, but it was like twice the price.
It is.
At this
They'll
point.
pay for it, won't they?
Sometimes.
Well, I was trying not to break the bank on the.
Good guy Ryan over here.
I'm
Thanks,
yeah,
Ryan.
I mean,
hey, I
putting it on
appreciate
me,
Gavin
you know?
doesn't give a shit. And
No, I'm
he's
just
kind
saying,
of
if they-
disgusted by you.
If
but-
you're, yeah. I mean,
I always
both
request
work. It's
a
just more
private
effort
charter
for you.
plane
It's
flying to
whatever,
Van
mate,
Nuys
but
Airport.
it's like $200 cheaper to do it. If I'd planned faster, it wouldn't. It was the same price, but.
Okay.
So I'm going to drive after we finish streaming. I'm going to drive back to LA, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get a hotel for like the 4 hours that I will sleep.
Start a bench or something. It's gonna be warm.
A lot of
I mean, I
benches.
could just sleep on the ground.
Take a
somewhere.
nap.
Now, what do you do to increase your levels of crazy? Because everyone around you is trashed, but you're sober.
Oh.
While you're
Well,
at
at that point, I will have been awake for a long. By the
Right.
end
Fair
of the
enough,
evening,
yeah.
I
You'll
will
be loopy, right?
It'll get to
equally
him.
loopy, probably.
Like
from,
Lupe.
And then I'll drive.
Right. I'll be more interested in Ryan getting home. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
fair enough.
like, he's gonna be fucking bonkers.
What I'm hoping is that we've got like a keg of Diet Coke that I can just keep.
I'm sure there
Wow.
will. We can make the don't,
Ryan, the
don't know you.
aspartame.
That's
I don't
fine.
care.
Let him have it.
Let me
okay,
just
let
live.
him
I wanna
have
live.
it. He
I wanna
needs
live.
something.
If I
okay?
can make it, I'll have Dan with me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, you guys popped in the reunion for like a couple hours
Yeah.
because you were shooting something else.
I was in the middle of super slow show. We were doing 6-day weeks, which was knackering.
Right,
I
it
had
was your one day off.
And I was like, do I want to get some rest for the following 6 days, or do I want to hang out at the mansion? And we went to the
If
mansion.
you had the option,
Yeah, you went to the mansion and threw a bunch of lemons in the neighbor's
true.
fucking tennis court.
I didn't throw a lemon.
There were a lot of bees there.
I filmed
don't know if you
people
guys
throw
remember.
lemons.
You
were a part
definitely
of it.
instigated.
I
the
watched that on
lemons,
the stream.
Like
Yeah, I
you
was like,
always
can
do.
you hit a lemon on that or whatever?
Yep, that's what it was like. Also, what the hell happened in the kitchen? I don't remember. I remember you filming something and me getting blasted with something.
You got blood. Oh,
What
I
was
threw
it?
something at your face.
I know. What was it? I don't remember. I just remember you guys were
Oh.
only there for like 3 hours. And as
Yeah.
soon as you got there, you were like, all right, I'm here. This is my only day off. I'm going to throw something and we're going to film it. And
Oh, I champagne corked you in the face.
that's what it was.
That was what it was.
I stood up against the
You
wall.
actually popped it?
And he popped
Yes.
it into me and it
Nice.
nailed. I think I was like this. That's what it was. I was like this and you nailed me in the hands.
That must have been
That's
it,
what
yeah.
it was. You would have
And then I think
faced
I
me.
showered you with.
Your hand's taken
Yeah.
a couple for the team lately.
Dude, that's oh my god. Fucking Trevor yesterday. This motherfucker.
Can I send the image of the X to a broadcast? Who do I send that
Sure.
to broadcast?
It's Tyler Stab, I'd assume.
Stabby in there?
always
Is
got her
he
back.
stabbing in there? That's the
Stabby T
Yep,
money.
I got the thumbs
the
up.
hand went up.
I got
I'm
the thumbs
assuming it
up.
was the thumbs up.
Yes.
No one does the hand up, thumbs down. It's only thumbs up.
Only
I've
Joaquin
noticed.
Phoenix does that.
What? Does he do thumbs down up? I
In
just-
Gladiator, he does.
Oh well, that doesn't.
Oh, well,
Watch
that's
a
what an
movie,
emperor
bitch.
yeah, that's not
the
even
job
up.
of an
That's
emperor.
there, and then you go there.
Right.
It's just weird to go like, yo, no one does that.
Hey, yo,
Like,
fuck you,
up,
dude.
yeah,
Fuck you,
right.
dude.
It's but so we've got the moonballs in the office, which we throw like many things.
It's a moonball.
It's like fuck
It's a
me.
ball that
I
looks like a
had
moon?
it.
It's,
here's one right
it's
here.
You got
just
like
a bouncy
6
ball.
over there.
It's a very bouncy.
It's like a tennis
Why
ball.
is that here?
Because it was in my pocket.
Oh.
It's like a tennis ball, but the way
Very
it's
bouncy.
designed to bounce more.
But it packs a real
It
thump.
packs a wallop if you whip it. So what we do is we have a lot of games where we whip it, and we try to hit people. To be fair, that's the goal. But people know that they know it's coming, and the only rule of Moonball really now there's 3, but we had to create the rules because of Trevor. It was you got to yell Moonball and then throw it.
Yeah, 'cause
that's
everyone
what-
needs time.
That's the
That's
warning
heads up.
of like
Yeah.
stuck or whatever.
It's like 4.
4, yeah.
Exactly. So I mean,
Yeah,
this is
Moonball.
Okay.
so Gavin dialed in this spot here on
So
the
I found
wall.
out that moonball trajectories are an absolute science. So I found out that if I stand at my desk and I throw the ball at that exact point on the wall, it always hits Alfredo. So I
Right,
marked
where
it with
his
an
desk
X.
is.
And if
Yeah.
you think that actually reads Alfredo, you're correct. And he tried
fixed it.
desperately to make that.
He
a
did
thing.
write Alfredo.
He was like, "You spelled my name wrong." But anyway, so I was dialing it in, and I tested it a few times. It always goes to Alfredo. Trevor was then excited to see if it would work in the opposite way.
Trevor, who does not sit where Alfredo sits,
So
He sits next to
Trevor,
Alfredo.
and is I'd like to point out, engineer. That should have a firm
He's
grasp
a
of things like
smarty.
geometry.
He's a smarty
Yeah.
pants.
What are you implying, Ryan?
That he failed to take into
That
account.
he didn't
geometry.
use his own goddamn intelligence.
so Trevor got up from kind of where he sits, not really where Alfredo sits. Beams it at my X, which is my
And
Alfredo.
nails it. Does a good job of hitting
Hits it perfectly. The ball flies, bounces off the wall, flies through the air, hits Michael right in the neck.
Right in the fucking collarbone.
Yeah.
Like we finished a bunch of videos. I'm sitting at my desk and I'm just moving files and I'm like hum-da-dum-da-dum, and then wham! I just get hit like as hard as I've ever been hit in like directly in the fucking
It was like,
collarbone. It was like he hit me and I went like at
something-
my desk.
Something
hard?
felt wrong about it.
It's hard. It's
mean-
hard.
Yeah.
You don't want to get
They
hit
are
with
enough.
it, but it's not terrible. There are worse things to be. beat
There's
with,
certainly
but-
worse things,
Yeah.
but just sitting at your
Yeah.
desk expecting nothing. I mean, it's similar to. It was a bounce, but I'd say remove the bounce, it's like someone just looking at you and wailing you in the neck with a tennis ball.
Is that clavicle?
It's very similar.
That is your clavicle.
And then we
Oh, is it my
realized
clavicle.
Yes.
the reason it felt
Collarbone and clavicle.
it felt a bit
okay.
wrong,
Synonymous.
and we realized that Trevor didn't call it.
He didn't call Moonball.
Not call
He
it.
broke the only rule of
It's the
Moonball.
only goddamn rule.
And Jeff did the same thing because we
called
thought Jeff
Moonball,
had
but
called
it's
it in
like,
GTA. And then looking back at listening to the footage in that GTA video, Jeff never called that either.
Also
Bastard.
hit me in the fucking face. Jeff hit me in the face again. We're in the middle of a Let's Play. We weren't even done. I'm filming. All of a sudden, I just get rocked in the side of the fucking head. I blink and my glasses are gone. And I'm just like sitting there fucking fuming. And someone, and as I'm sitting there, I realize my glasses aren't on. And it was such a shock. I was just like, I don't even know if I was wearing my glasses just now or they got knocked off. And then somebody, I don't know who, picked them up and just goes, and put them on my desk in front of me. And I was just like, and then even then, motherfucker immediately goes, I called it.
Yeah,
And he didn't. He didn't call it at all.
Do you
yeah.
have the C4 ringing in your ears? Do you like? "Brrr"?
No, I didn't have ringing because he did not from Jeff.
Okay.
But fucking Trevor, he just fucking walloped me. Walloped me with it.
mollywopped you.
It was nonsense. Like I said, I had a bruise from it. It looks like a vampire
Cut you,
bite.
too, like
Look at
it
this.
broke
Yeah,
the skin.
you're not gonna see it from
Yeah,
here.
you can.
Yeah.
Look.
A little
it
bit.
shows
He
up.
hit me. It literally broke the fucking skin on my collarbone.
Didn't break the collarbone.
Right here. It looks like I also have a fucking vampire bite.
Yeah. That
But I was just
me.
like, oh, I was so sore this
I'm
morning.
Marceline.
And you've the worst moonballings have been two uncooled moonballs, and they both hit you.
I would argue the moonballing I gave Alfredo yesterday was pretty bad, and I won't go into details because we'll probably release the video, but that was bad.
Alfredo was getting miffed
sorry,
yesterday.
Well, look, I was dialing in his ex,
He
and then
got
I
hit
thought,
like 4 times.
Then I
And
thought-
he left at one point. He stormed out of the office.
He did.
And then
They
he
were
came back.
chasing him.
And then he came back 30 seconds later.
Well, he went outside the door and just peeked in. He was waiting
Well, to
for
be
the
fair,
moonball thing to die.
something was going on in the room. Like they were bouncing off completely different parts of the wall, and then they would hit a monitor and go for Alfredo. So it didn't make any
We
sense.
got a bunch more. Was part of the
So I want to like figure out the
right
exact.
after this, we did Awu. We got like 9 more. People sent us
I want to
some.
figure out the exact science of Moonball. Like, so I picked blue for my exes, and what I want to do is mark an X with everyone's name, and blue will be my exes. And then other people can use different colors from where they sit with different
Right.
people's
We could
names.
just not
We're
do
not
it.
dangerous enough.
We could not do it.
Right.
We could not do it.
And
But
again,
what if
as
we did it?
always, here's the thing about Moonball among everything else. It's never fucking filmed. Nobody's even filming it. It's just people throwing balls and breaking shit or hitting people
We
in
lost
the
another
neck
light.
or
We
in the
did.
dick. Jeremy broke
Thanks,
a light
Jeremy.
yesterday.
No,
broke
Gavin.
No, it was Jeremy.
No, it's Jeremy.
Was it?
Break a
Jeremy
light?
did the first
It's
one.
Jeremy.
Gavin did it this
It's
morning
Jeremy.
and hit it again. And
I
we're like,
appreciate you
"Motherfucker."
trying to blame him, but it was Jeremy.
Yeah, put the blame when the blame.
Oh, okay,
comes.
fair enough.
But you and Jeremy
were throwing
are.
it so much.
You and Jeremy are. It was his fault. He started it.
You also
He always
missed the
instigated
wall
everything.
3 times just
Yeah.
now.
You and Jeremy, I think, are leading the breaking lights in our office.
Yes.
No, you definitely are.
glad it's
I
not
haven't broken anything. Trevor's busted a
I never
fucking
broke
light.
the light.
I break a lot of things.
Yeah.
What have you broken?
Like
What's the
faces?
worst thing you broke?
Well, in recent memory, I broke Steve's camera.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Didn't
I'll do
break it.
Like
but-
the Canon one?
So
Like a
yeah,
5D
the C200. So there's
C200?
2 card slots in it. One of the slots is now busted because I put the card in the wrong way. Yeah, it happens.
That's all it takes.
well, did you?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Were you
think they
like,
planned
oh,
for
went in
that.
wrong? And you're like, this doesn't fit.
But you know, like when you put it in wrong, it like you start putting it and it's like that clearly doesn't fit.
Resistance.
I exactly. I put it in wrong and it was just like all the way in, and I was like, I tried to like click it to
Oh,
have it come out, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
the fuck.
So the slot consented.
It
Right.
did. It opened up and
Incorrectly
accepted it.
consented.
And that's what confused me about it. And Steve was confused about that too. I was like, this shouldn't have been able to happen. And then the second time, I would argue still isn't my fault.
But second time of the same thing?
No, different
Okay.
thing. We were getting into the car, and Steve got into the back seat of Kib's coupe, so he had to like move the seat and fucking get in. But the camera was like wasn't able to fit through the seat in the doorway and shit. And I just like moved the seat back, and so I just like get into the car and out of habit, just shut the door behind me. And it's in the footage, like, all right, no, hold on, it's stuck. No, and then boom, and it, on the fucking, because the C200 has the external little monitor, and it cracked it. So
Expensive.
yeah,
That's not important to your channel.
He'll be
Don't
fine.
worry
no,
about
we
it.
don't film almost anything.
Steven's fine.
Someone asked-
He's
No, it's
doing
fine now. We've got it. It's all good.
Someone asked earlier in the chat, and I feel like you'd be best to answer, of course. Why is it called Sugar Pine 7?
Well, the first like main video of Sugar Pine 7 is when we all went to the cabin in Idlewild, and the name of the cabin was Sugar Pine, and then the address of it. And so Sugar Pine is just like it's a cool name of like a cabin and stuff, and like a group of friends. It sounds like the type of like a crew or like something
Yeah.
like that. So
Like the Crazy Eights.
yeah, exactly.
We're called Achievement Hunter.
Yeah, not
Yes,
cool.
we are.
Yeah.
To be fair, we had no part of that. That just
But so it's like, I think it was some fans like in the comments of that video were like, you guys should totally be called Sugar Pine, because at that point we were just us hanging out. There was no name for it.
right. It was just Steven's
Steven's
channel, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that became the name, and like Sugar Pine 7 just flows. There weren't 7 of us. I don't
Right,
think.
yeah.
It was me.
It was like a
Kid,
D12
Steve.
thing.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, I mean, there were
there's
6 of them,
and then the
then
alter ego. Yeah.
But I was grasping at straws. here. I
Exactly.
was trying to help.
Yeah.
Are
You
they
trying to
still
relate
around?
to me?
D12?
I
bands?
mean,
D12? Yeah,
I
they're still
mean,
good.
in overall,
They
yeah,
just
I
put
don't
out
know
a new,
the
or not just, but like a couple years ago they put out the Shady XV, like Shady Records compilation album, and they had a new song on there. It was okay.
All right.
It's
I'll
called
check it out.
Bane.
Okay. Cool. Goodness.
What's it called? So yeah, that's Sugar Pine 7.
Unrelated.
now you know.
But Gavin, if you had to
Achievement
choose,
who?
if James Buckley said, "I want to be a part of Slow Mo Guys, but you have to get rid of Dan," would you do it?
Would I get rid of Dan?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
for Buckley, of
Yeah.
course. Although to be fair,
yeah.
to be fair,
Buckley is a famous.
yeah, the problem
Sorry.
there is
TV and
though.
movie stars.
Yeah.
But the problem there is though, if Buckley replaced Dan, you would be the new Dan.
You're the guy that
That's
has
the
to
problem
take the hit.
because Buckley's famous, and I mean
Who's gonna break
Buckley,
the arm? Is it
Buckley,
Buckley?
Gavin,
Yeah.
Two British dudes
exactly.
with beards. You guys would fit in.
So that's the only problem there.
Or maybe there wouldn't be a guy who got hit.
Somebody's got to
What
get hit.
would be the
Hire a
video?
guy? Yeah.
It would just
It would
be
be like-
two British lads just being like,
It would just be two
We're here
two
having
guys
fun, aren't we?
arguing. And then
Couple
nothing
lads.
gets done.
Righto.
And then at the end of every episode, he'd wreck your toilet again.
You'd wreck the
right.
toilet and I'd clean
Dude,
it.
speaking of which, you just got a new toilet that you said you were going to use. Well, not
Oh,
toilet,
toilet
but a
seat.
seat.
Yep.
Well,
Is it one of
That's
the-
a
is it-
spoiler alert for next
I hope
week.
it's not one of the cushiony ones.
it's not.
No,
it's
I
like hard plastic.
Okay, good.
No, the cushiony ones like I makes
They're
sense
awkward.
in theory, but it just absorbs mess.
Yeah.
And you
don't wanna
legs
sit on
always
that.
get sweaty on
You don't want to sit on that.
It
You
feels
don't
like
want
you're
to sit
sitting
on
on
like
a
a
diaper.
cushion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
You don't want
Yep.
to do
You
that
want
shit.
like plastic.
It doesn't feel good. It
I
feels
can
like you're sitting on a
clean
couch
it and it's
and
done.
You're shitting on a couch.
I don't
I'm
want
done wearing adult
something.
diapers.
I don't want something absorbing fecal
I
matter
deliver
and
the
then sitting
child.
on it later.
Would you shit in a couch with a hole in it?
No.
Could you bring yourself
No.
to
Yes.
make the poo
No.
come out?
I will and I have
No.
to.
100% I could.
I feel like if
The
someone
couch would have to
could
be
and
shaped like that a little
Could
bit.
and should are very different.
Yeah,
I
but
just
the
don't.
question was
I
could.
feel like if it looked like a couch and felt like a couch, but there was a toilet with a bucket in it, I couldn't bring myself to start pooing.
wouldn't
feel
right.
like-
you your mind wouldn't allow you to do that because you'd be like, this is
I'm on
not
a
okay.
couch. This is
You're
like- this
sitting
is
on
where
a
I
couch.
don't poo.
James,
I
you're
would
sitting
do
on a
it.
couch. Don't shit.
Yeah.
The thing
It's
is-
like right now I'm on a bar stool on a podcast.
See,
Don't shit.
I mean, I'm
See, the
shitting
thing
right
is-
now.
you are.
Yeah, but that's
The
different.
thing
There's
is, you
so much
say
shit.
that, you say that, but I feel like if the shape was proper, you couldn't help it.
Nah.
Because if I recall, Gavin, at one point, Carrie and Miles took your chair at 636, removed it, and replaced it with a toilet,
A real full
real
toilet,
toilet, and you just came in one day and went, huh, and then just sat down on the toilet and started working,
Did some work,
and
edited.
immediately you were like, this makes me want to shit.
Well, it does. I mean,
different,
because
though.
your anus falls lower than.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they
pelvic
design
bones.
the couch like that, it's a physical thing. It's not a.
I think it's mental.
Your anus
I
takes
think
over.
It's the same because it felt like I was sat on a tolet wanting to shit.
That's what I'm saying.
But a
As long as the
couch-
couch
sitting on a
feels like a
toilet.
toilet.
The couch can't feel like a toilet. It's furry and bouncy.
Furry.
Yee, all right.
Yeah, I'm a
Find
furry
this
couch.
toilet
It's
couch.
it's
I think you've
sharp.
been sitting on a deer at home.
Yeah. Side note: triplets
Here we
born
go.
13 years apart.
Bullshit.
Stop, Lindsay.
Well, one of them was definitely dead.
Right. It's probably 2 or 3 of them.
One of the
Well, no.
embryos was frozen for a while.
Oh yeah, so artificial
well, that
insemination.
doesn't count.
Thank you,
That
user
counts.
Julie Neutral.
That doesn't
Thank
count.
That doesn't count.
If they're both
That's
from the same
crazy.
jizz.
That's crazy. With like
Yeah,
they
but
have
that's an
artificial-
asterisk.
They have
That's
it
like born
implanted at the same time.
Right. That's born so and so asterisk. Okay.
Still cool though.
It's
Science.
very cool.
It's cool because
I
it's
didn't
like
say it wasn't cool.
they're actually twins, but even though it's like artificially
You
inseminated.
gotta get that for the
Oh
album.
no,
Yes.
God.
It's a couch toilet.
They make it.
that's a
Of course
shit.
they
All right,
make
well, that's
it.
not a couch.
Hey,
toilet.
I gotta,
toilet.
I gotta pee. Come sit down.
That's-
Somebody was talking about Lego.
No one.
No.
You talk about Lego.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lego got mentioned for like 1 second.
man? Good to see you.
earlier. It was Ryan mentioned something. Literally, the word Lego came out of his mouth.
That's just like really
It
badly
was
photoshopped.
1 second
Look
of
how
this
bad
hour and a
Photoshop
half.
that is. It's just like it's a different fucking like resolution.
I want to believe that.
Lindsay's off looking at couch
Yeah.
toilets.
Your toilet's a different resolution to the rest of your bathroom.
yeah, it's really fucking
It happens.
shitty.
It
It's like,
happens.
it's, SD, and you gotta.
You know what we should talk about? before we get too far in the Legos, because Jack is here.
We're going to talk about Theater Mode Live.
Theater Mode Live. That's what I was gonna say.
Boom.
We're on the same
Betting
wavelength.
buddies.
It's like maybe someone
brains.
slacked us both and said
Yes,
talk
we
about
do.
Theater Mode
Oh,
Live.
really?
We have to talk about that.
We talked
Theater
about
Mode
Lego.
Live. There's the camera. Next month, April 19th. You like theater mode? You like watching crap? So do we. We're doing Theater Mode Live in Austin, Texas. April 19th. That's next month. This month is March. Tickets on sale on the screen below. There's some URL. It's like tickets, and then there's a bit.ly, and then Theater Mode. You know, you're on the website. Just click it. We're doing it at Alamo Drafthouse South Lamar.
Yes.
And
Great theater
there's
here in
going to be
Austin.
Achievement Hunter will be there. I don't know who exactly. Most of us will probably be there.
You know
I'll
what
be
you can do
there.
at the Alamo Southmore? You
What's
can buy
that?
alcohol while
You can
watching
do
Theater
it
Mode
at
Live.
any Alamo.
That's true.
And
If
chips and
you're
queso and
old
pizza.
Dude, they got
all
real
kinds of
good
stuff.
food and drink. So come on out, buy some tickets, watch a really shitty movie with us while we talk about. And also, I don't know, are we announcing the movie? Is
Like,
that
do we know what
is
movie
it
it
is
is?
we know what movie it is? Is the trailer ready yet that we shot? No, it's not. That's a hard. See, I'm telling you, before I learned this, this is always thumbs up. He didn't do that. He went like this.
Yeah.
That's a hell no. All right.
To be fair, it's easier to see him whipping his head back.
No, it is. It is.
Because you see a hand go up and it's like, I don't know.
But we do know what movie it is. We watched the trailer for it, me, Ryan, and Jeremy. It looks fucking shit, but like a good shit.
I want to know.
It looks like some good crap.
I'm trying to think if I know the movie.
No. I don't know if they want me to. Should I tell them what it is?
How about is it a
Not-
trauma movie? I think it's a trauma movie, right?
I have no idea. I don't know if
Is it a
I
trauma
don't think
movie?
it is. Is it? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No,
Okay,
it's not.
sorry. Then it's not what I thought
There's birds involved.
Ooh.
And
Is it Rubber, the movie where a wheel is killing everyone?
Jeremy better be there.
I've seen the trailer to that.
That's an actual movie.
Yes, it is.
yeah, but so it'll be a good time. So if you want to come check it
I like how
out.
I instantly guessed.
No, you knew.
Because like, what else is gonna be?
Yeah.
No,
It's
you know
gonna be
what
an
it
Alfred
was.
Hitchcock
It
movie.
looked. Honestly, I'm excited for it.
Aren't they
It looked like
remaking
a perfect theater mode movie.
Won't it shock me?
It looked like a good like shit, but the right level of shit
Yeah.
where it's like
The good-
it's really bad, but we can rail on it.
A good
There's
theater
a
movie.
lot of action-y type things happening. It doesn't look like the entire movie takes place in 2 locations.
Well, the scale of theater mode movies, you have the movies that are just bad, but they're so bad you can't even say anything
Right.
about them.
Right.
Then you have like the movies that are bad, but they think they're good, which are perfect for
Right.
theater mode. And then you have the movies that are good that are like just kind of fun to watch.
well, it's like,
Groundhog
it's like
Day.
bad, but they know they're bad, and it's
Yeah.
really funny. Like the Avery Munson
Feartown
movie.
USA.
Feartown USA.
Yeah, it was
the perfect
great.
example. It's actually a funny movie. It's a piece of shit,
Yeah.
but like funny.
Yeah, but they know
it's
they're-
literally enjoyable.
Yeah, but then
This-
you get like Cannibal the Musical, which is like a great damn
This
movie. So.
does not look enjoyable, but will enjoy watching.
Okay, good.
Love Cannibal as well, and I appreciated your tweet when I mentioned Hey Dude recently.
Oh, yeah,
I know
yeah,
that we
yeah.
connect
Oh,
on a
yeah.
few things. So
I watched the shit out of Hey
Jack
Dude,
and I
man.
connect on ska, Hey Dude, and like South Park references.
There you
That's
go.
about it.
That's
So-
it.
And
That's
Girl
the only
Talk.
thing.
I mean,
Oh,
that's,
Girl
you know,
Talk.
you got
Girl Talk. It's
something.
been like 8 years since a Girl Talk album. So.
Yeah, I knew
Dude,
that.
Girl Talk, I'd never heard Girl Talk until I moved here. I got here and Gavin and Jeff were like, Girl Talk, Girl Talk, Girl Talk, Girl Talk.
Well, because
Girl Talk.
I think
It's all I heard.
Yeah, All Day
I
came out,
don't
like,
think
right when
one
you
has
moved in.
ever come out since I've
2010
lived
that was.
here. Yeah, I moved here in 2011.
It was a
Been
South
here
by when?
almost 7
Yeah.
years, and there's not been a new Girl Talk. And it's 2 years. That's all Gavin and Jeff talked about.
So did you talk about Spring Break yet?
Oh, we sure did.
You did?
So
Okay.
we fucking
Did you
nailed it.
hear
in,
my
out,
idea
all
what
that.
was going to happen?
Did I?
I don't think
Might
so.
have
I'm
been
not
spacing
sure.
out.
So I talked with Trevor,
chair,
who's
Ryan.
been running a lot of this stuff.
Wait, Trevor,
I'm
don't
buying
get us started
you
on
and
Trevor.
I some Lego sets
Oh.
to build.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah,
Jack
so I'm
mentioned
gonna
that.
buy
Yeah.
some Lego.
No joke. Jack busted in the office.
Dude, I'm so down for that.
Jack busted in, fucking like, dude, James love Legos. I'm buying Legos. We're building Legos.
Yeah.
He was
So I-
excited
Is
as
it a
hell.
surprise or what is it?
I'm gonna get just like probably, some bigger sets, maybe like
What
around
set?
1,000 pieces. No,
Like-
Fuck yeah.
Can I have
The
a
Death
set? I'll have
Star?
my set because everyone has their own way of
Yeah,
doing it.
of
Like some
course.
people null it out and like really like sort everything. Some people just dump all the bags and kind of do
That's
whatever you
me.
want.
Yep.
Sure.
Same.
Yes.
No, I'm
Liz,
so
here's
down, dude. That's
here's
gonna be
Lindsay's
awesome.
What's wrong
technique.
with
She
this
dumps
one?
all the bags.
It's a
She puts
different
together
kind.
2 pieces, and then she leaves for a month and a half.
Oh, nice.
That would be her technique.
Oh, no, no.
That's not really Lego technique. That's Lindsay's life technique.
See, I figure for me, like I'll do some pre-game or not pre-gaming, but like as I'm building Lego, that's where I'll start, loading up the alcohol.
we
Oh,
did
yeah.
mention.
And so
that
by the end of it, I'll
Jack's
like
gonna
I'll
pop
be like,
off.
oh, we have a Volkswagen van and I'm hammered. So
Can you
and then,
Godzilla what you create after you get drunk? Be like,
I mean,
"Crap."
Oh yes, I'm so down.
I say if it was my own personal thing, absolutely not. But if I'm building it for this, sure, why not?
I'll fucking
yeah.
hyper
We'll
beam
do
it.
something great.
Absolutely not. How dare you suggest that? I've never done it.
Sorry.
Hey, we noticed this, and we didn't mention this on the podcast because no one.
This is backwards.
Right. That's what I was going to say. The audience will never be able to tell. It's backwards.
Where's the
And
sky cam? Bring the sky
they
cam
noticed
over.
it. They noticed it immediately. Gavin and Ryan noticed it immediately, and I'm like, I said to the broadcast, I'm like, "Is this backwards?" And they were like, "It doesn't fucking."
No.
That was literally their reaction.
It's
They're
for
like,
James to know what podcast.
It was like a walking shrub.
Wait, no, fuck it. Nicholas was like, "Shut up, I'm not changing it." He didn't say that, but he very much implied, "I'm not
Is
changing."
it still sticky? It seems like
It's
it's
still
It is,
Yeah.
but
Try
not
to move
as
my
much. But it's still.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like that shit can't fly everywhere and break
We
everything.
gesticulate a lot
can.
too, so we'll
Well, I
backhand
mean, just
a
not
frame
on
or
the
something.
table.
But you can do the whole,
It's
you can do the
still-
whole like the thing, the rip-off thing. Has anyone tried that since I did it that one
No,
time?
no. Jack did the tablecloth.
Yeah, yeah,
he did it.
tablecloth.
It was on
With
that last
tablecloth
call.
This?
Well, let's
not with
do
this
it.
table.
We had like a silk one.
Not with
and
this
get
table.
I think Nick had it, and so
He did it. He did it with glasses on the
And it
table.
worked.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where'd you
he
do
pulled it
that?
off.
I did it the first day we got it. The first off last call.
Was it on this table?
No, it was last call. Yeah, it was this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
because this was really smooth, and I was like, oh, we put something really smooth on it, and then you can just rip it.
You had one like
You have to whip down.
attempt.
You try to go flat.
You had one where I think like an empty glass fell over or
Yeah.
something. We did it again, and it was flawless.
Yeah, because you
Pulled
need to
it
have a
off.
little bit of weight in the glass.
You
If
can
it's
do it
too
on
light,
a
it'll
smaller scale. If you have a glass of water, you put a piece of paper on it, you flip it over, and then you pull the paper. And
I've
then
seen
you have
that.
people, okay, now you have to lift the glass and spill everywhere if you want
Yeah.
to get it up.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Science.
it's like that old prank where you have someone hold the glass like against the ceiling or something, and then they have to.
And then, yeah, then you're just like, all right,
Or no,
fuck
you
off.
like put a
And they
finger.
walk
You put a
away.
finger
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like you
broomstick.
finger
Oh,
someone's
the broomstick.
butt.
That's right.
That too.
The broomstick.
And then
yeah.
as they're shitting, and then if you pull
could
your
just-
finger out, there's just shit.
Do that.
You can't. You think you can? You think you could?
Pee pee poop.
You think you could release a glass from the ceiling and catch it without it spilling?
I might spill a bit, but I think I get most of it.
All right. We don't think it would
Alright.
immediately start.
Gavin,
to
if I'm
Gavin,
pressing it,
you
it's fine.
can't pour a glass from the tap and not have it
Well,
spill.
that's a beast of its own.
That's actually, it's
grab
very
it.
hard to pour a proper head on this.
Yeah.
No, you just gotta tilt it.
Well,
I mean,
know,
there's
I've
no-
been doing
the
that,
whole
but it's
set
still-
is-
I'm finished with it, and it's this much head. And I'm like, I'm better than that.
The thing is, it doesn't take much additional angular velocity to cause that to flip. Now we're doing trig.
No, so I'm pressing
Angle.
up against the glass.
Yeah.
I mean,
did it
I
properly.
feel like you tilted too
Just
much.
do that.
Yeah, no.
Like
I agree.
you tilted too soon at the end.
release-
I mean, I got this
like
going on.
if you
here.
do that a little bit, it's gonna just give it a little bit of.
We gotta
spin.
try
It doesn't
it.
take
Wait,
much.
which building do we have where there's a ceiling that I can
We
reach?
could do it. Oh, we could do it in events.
Oh, dude,
I would
let's
love
go.
that.
Yeah.
Or
Let's go.
Oh, let's go do it. We'll do it in market or in on social.
Why don't we
whatever.
do it
We'll
under
do it
the
over
table?
Duncan's desk. Let's do it over Duncan's desk.
Eric Duncan's desk?
It's
Yeah,
gotta
there
have
we
some
go.
room to fall.
And then if it falls, it dunks him.
Exactly.
Duncan got dunked.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
Done.
got done.
So I'm having an issue with just like Sony stuff, right? So I've got a PlayStation,
Okay.
and
I saw your PS4. That was awesome, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm PS4 proing it up. I want to play Horizon and stuff. And the other day I wanted to watch a DVD because I'm from the past and I had
Right.
something that I could only find on DVD.
Right.
But it was a
do
region.
as well.
It was a Region 2 British DVD, and I was like, I wonder what DVD players are multi-regional though. You can switch the region. I was like, Xbox no, PlayStation 4 no. And then just for some other reason, I was like, let me try Meg's PlayStation, and I could switch the regions. So I was googling. I was
In
like,
the settings, or just automatically like.
it basically put the disc in. It goes, you can't play this disc. This is region 1. You want to change the region? The other PlayStation was like, you shit out of luck. We don't do that.
Well, but
And
did Meg buy that PlayStation, or is that one that somebody gave her?
I bought both of them.
Okay.
And,
So,
So
the
it
answer
is
question-
one that someone gave her,
Yes.
but
Yeah, Meg did not buy either one.
yeah, she's got the special edition like PS1 style one.
well, is
Oh,
it? That's why I
Buckley has
wondered.
that too, actually.
Oh, really?
It's really sick. I want one.
I think the special edition thing is
Is
probably
it like
meant to ship to multiple.
PS1 or PSX? PS1's white. PSX is gray.
I don't think.
Is it white or
I don't
gray?
think that's right.
Grayish.
No, it is.
They're
I know
both the PS1 was lighter than the PlayStation one, wasn't it? Is that what you said?
PS1 is
No, no,
just
no.
the gray one.
No. That's PSX.
What's PSX?
PSX is the original gray PlayStation. Then they made a tiny one that's basically a slim, and that
That
was
has the
called
flip-up lid.
PS1. Yes.
Right, but that was lighter in color than the original one.
Well, yeah, it was white. I'm
ahead.
saying it's
Check
bright
that.
white. PSX is gray. PS1 is bright white.
It wasn't white.
Yes, it was.
Wheeling it.
100%.
Wait,
Pull it up.
what one you said was
doing it right
white?
now.
Pull up the PS1.
James
It was like cream.
I'll give you maybe it was cream.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it was gray and cream. Cream to me is like is
Are we
white.
arguing
All right.
like white and off-white right now?
Anyway,
I mean, we
either
are.
way, I looked it up online.
I just want to know what
Eggshell.
color it was. That's all.
Some-
James is investigating this.
Ecru.
He's outraged.
Yeah.
Some PlayStations. So so if it gives you the option to switch the region, you can do that like 4 times, and then it's like locked in because they don't want you to
Macs
do
do that too. So you can do that. Or
Yeah,
when Mac-
most computers will do that. But some of them just don't have it.
bullshit.
And I
I got
can't
so
find
excited for a second.
I can't find any consistency in like which ones do and which ones don't. It doesn't. I don't know if it's based on
I guess the
time or.
one is not pure white then.
The one wasn't white.
It's white. That's white.
There
It's
you
like creamish.
Look, that's fucking whiter than gray.
White and grey, but I
Come
remember.
on, look at it. It's gray and white.
Okay,
You're nuts.
here's
No,
what my
that's
issue
great.
is.
They're both great. The background's white.
Here's what my issue is.
There you go.
When I had one of those, I was extremely poor, and I think I got a second-hand one that was badly sun damaged, and it was kind of
Okay,
yellow.
well, I'll give you that.
I think I
just
got
remember
mine
when
from like a flea
consoles-
market or something.
Yeah, consoles used to go. They
That's
used to
not
yellow.
white. That's cream.
In real life, that's not a white console.
I'm just saying it's compared to gray.
that had a
it's white.
screen that came up too?
Compared to
I think
black
you could
and
add
white.
that.
You
on
could
the
add
top.
it.
Yeah,
You could.
you
It was.
buy
It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
peripheral.
They
That
sold
literally
those.
was. That's in the image.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was the original games.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it
pretty
was,
cool.
it was
It's
dope
pretty,
as fuck.
ahead of its time, for
It's like a
sure.
7-inch screen.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those
Terrible
ones where the viewing
graphics.
angles were really bad.
2 pixels by 2
I know
pixels.
it came out around
95?
2000. No, well, PlayStation. Yeah,
The first
So
PlayStation
why do they
95.
call it? Why do they call the PlayStation 1 the PSX?
Well, because it wasn't a 1. It was the first one. Why the fuck would they call it 1? It was just PlayStation.
Right.
X is 10.
So why don't they just call it the PlayStation?
I think to
I
be
think it was a
fair,
retcon name.
it was PlayStation. Then the PS1 came out, so they had to call the other one something.
So what do they call the original Xbox? Just Xbox.
it's just Xbox.
Yeah.
Not
All right.
Xbox One.
I gotta go do
That's
stuff.
a new one.
Lego next weekend.
Yeah, I'm so
It's gonna
down,
be
man.
lots of
Let's
fun.
do it.
Theater Mode Live. Buy Theater Mode Live tickets. Go see them. Okay.
No,
bye.
just buy the whole Theater Mode Live. Don't even buy tickets.
Yeah, you
Jack,
buy it
Moonball.
right so you
The
can.
show. She did say Moonball though. That was
That's
so
Moonball.
now, and then we never got on this. Now
Oh,
that was awesome. Now there's 3 rules to Moonball that Gavin came
I
up with.
officially wrote them down. We've had too many
I
instances
didn't
where
even know
people
this.
aren't
Yeah,
calling.
it's on the board.
I can run through it.
I
I'll
want to throw
run.
it at someone.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We should throw it.
Jack.
Here, Jack.
yeah.
Moonball.
Excellent
That's
call.
good.
as
Oh,
well.
he caught it,
Excellent
but he
call.
didn't.
Caught it.
Well done.
Were you a jock at school?
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Please.
We have talked about making a potato gun to fire that too.
Okay, so the current
That would be
three,
murder.
We've been
three
slingshotting it like crazy.
three
Let him tell
rules.
the rules.
The 3 rules of Moonball are written down this morning because we had too many incidents. Number 1, don't talk about Moonball.
Which we do all the time. so
Number
that's
2,
This whole podcast should
Yeah.
be fucking.
we really do.
number 2,
Don't air this.
number 2, call the Moonball.
That
You
was
gotta
already
call
a
it.
rule,
Yeah. And number 3, Moonball. Those are the 3 rules of
So
Moonball.
that's- yep.
So
You did
I mean,
none.
I know what the film is, Tyler. I was asking if we could say what it
See-
is.
oh, you thought you didn't know?
Yeah, no, I was like, can we say it's Birdemic 2?
You did.
Moonball.
I see.
Jesus.
We've also,
Usually-
I think we've released the promo, right?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
We got a hard no
There's a
when,
promo.
when I asked. I literally said there's birds, and James goes, Birdemic. And I was like, it's Birdemic 2.
Yeah, nail it.
Like, what other movies gonna be?
It's
not gonna
like,
be the birds.
it's
They got
like,
the second gift. Where
it's
the bird
like
from the side.
Sharknado minus the budget is what it looks like.
Yeah.
So if you saw
But
Sharknado and you went,
Is there a tornado involved, or is it just fucked birds?
Well, they're birds, so they don't need the tornado.
well, they
They're
might
gonna be
make a. They,
aerosolized.
to be fair, might make a Bird-nado at some point. I
That's
don't
true.
know. There's just a lot of, and I don't want to spoil the trailer before it comes out, but there's a lot of people running around screaming at the birds, and then the birds just
Yeah.
They got
hovering
the
in
one
place
animation, yeah.
because they have one animation, and then they just like duplicate it like 9 times, and there was one sideways bird.
And they had one profile bird. Well, they had bird this way,
Okay.
and then bird this way.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
No
'Cause
three-quarter.
those are the only directions that a bird can
That's
go.
yeah. I mean, that pretty
You
much
see the
covered
bird.
it.
It's
Do you know how hard 3/4 animation is? Do you understand? You
It
should.
looks good. I'm
do.
hoping.
You
I'm
worked on
hoping it'll
RVB.
be a good one. There's birds. There's people getting fucked
I do
up.
CG, so 3/4 is easy. You just move the camera.
Right. You.
Ryan, what do you know
Right.
about animation?
James just called Moonball also very quietly and gently, and I feel like that's how I call Moonball. Yeah, but to try and counter that so people can hear it and prepare, I do high pitched Moonball, so I just go.
That's true.
That works.
Well, what I do is if it's I do it based now that because I'm really into this now. I do it based on the.
Do you want one to take back
the
with you?
power? I would love one.
should.
Yeah,
So
but
yours is like
Souvenir.
the harder you
You can
throw,
have-
the
you can have
louder
that
you
one.
go.
Exactly.
There you go.
So
That's
Take
yours.
that
then.
one.
Thank
Page
you.
gift
That's
package.
James Ball.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like depending on how powerful the throw is.
Oh, absolutely.
Is how powerful the moonball is.
That
So
makes
that's why
sense.
It's like moonball. 'Cause it's
No, that
amazing.
makes sense. If someone goes,
And
Moonball!
and
You
then
better
I'm,
watch
right
the
directly
fuck
next to
out.
him, I'm like moonball.
yeah, like I feel like the Moonball that hit me from Trevor would have been one of the loudest ones called.
Yep.
Silence. I mean, it would have. We also have a What's the other one we've got? That weird ass
chaos
ball.
ball?
The chaos ball.
Which Alfredo threw away.
Chaos ball.
Yeah, it's another.
Did, after we slingshotted it into the wall, and to be fair, that would have done some damage to
It
people.
did
Like,
crack
it
the
was-
drywall.
We sling like that one as hard as we can. We slingshot it. We have this giant slingshot. Somebody sent
I
us.
love.
It's awesome.
It's
we
great.
slingshotted that into the wall. Still bounces. This other ball, which is kind of like a blob, it just fucking just like sunk into the wall.
It's
Left
very
like
condensed.
it looked like a fist punching the wall.
What's
just
it made
cracked
out
the
of?
fucking wall. I have no idea. Rock.
We call it the
It's
chaos ball just
not
because
good.
it's non-predictable
I'm
bounce.
certain if that hit me where the moonball hit me, my fucking head would have come off.
I,
Absolutely.
I got hit in the leg the first time someone threw it at the wall, and it hit me in the leg. It was not that bad.
And
Yeah,
what
but
was
not
Yeah, but
from
your
the
leg
cow
isn't
ball.
this fucking thin.
What was the ball
That
you
is
held
accurate.
up?
This
It was
bone
like a,
is fucking like literally this tiny bruise is the entire size of this bone here.
It was like a
it
cue
would have
ball that got
shattered.
pulled.
Why are
was
you
it?
pinching me?
Because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck the name of it was called.
What does that have to do with pinching me?
It was like a bot.
Be like, shut the fuck up. Hang on.
The lumpy ball?
But you interrupted
That's
me
solid.
talking.
You do that all the time.
The solid
But I don't
clunk?
pinch you.
Wait, you guys fighting?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Divorce.
Whoa. What about Iris?
She'll figure it out.
Fucking 2 birthdays, 2
Christmases,
Christmases. Are you kidding me? It's awesome. Andy
Do you have
loved
to talk
it.
about that stuff?
What does that mean?
Like if, when you were like, we should have a kid. Do you have to talk about like, what if we get divorced?
no.
You just go for it?
You just
I
assume
don't
everything
think-
is going to work out
You
great.
don't have a kid with someone with the idea.
Yeah.
in the
No,
future,
I
like,
mean,
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
you,
think about, like,
I mean, you
if
do.
you're
If you're
smart,
an
you
asshole,
should, yes.
but I mean, it definitely happens.
I
It
think
shouldn't
everyone
happen.
should have that discussion. I think that divorce, unfortunately, has this extremely
No, I don't think
negative
you
label.
should.
It's
So you've
a-
never
it's-
talked about divorce?
It's not a
No,
bad
no,
thing.
of course we have. I bring it up all the time, but but it wasn't. I didn't say.
after Mario Kart.
I didn't say. Don't even start it. I didn't say. Hey, let's have a kid. Also, what if we get divorced? I feel like that's kind of in the wrong direction.
I sure hope your
Yeah.
second
The
husband's
other
good to
thing,
my child.
the other thing, which I don't recommend, which is totally a thing, is listen. This is awful. We're probably gonna get divorced, but before we do, let's
try
have a
and save
kid,
it.
Yeah.
and then that'll save everything.
Oh yeah, that's
doesn't work.
That's an interesting.
I
It's
feel like
not
the
good.
hybrid of us two is going to be great,
It's-
while
let
the
me tell you.
reality of us two is not.
You don't have a kid and then less stress.
That's one of my
it doesn't
biggest
happen.
pet peeves. It infuriates me when people are like,
Infuriates her.
someone. What? I said infuriates.
And I said infuriates because I wanted to.
All right.
And
That's
because he wants a flirt.
God, you
fine,
guys,
fine,
okay?
I apologize.
Yeah, Iris.
Now I feel like I want to switch with Gavin so James is in the middle of this.
You should.
Stop. I just want to build Legos.
So down,
I
let's do
digress.
it.
When people tell people who don't want to have kids, and they say, I don't want to have children, and someone goes, oh, you'll change your mind. It's like, that
Well,
shouldn't
that
be
is
how you
annoying.
go into having a kid. You shouldn't go into it go, oh, maybe I'll like it after I have it. It's like, no, you should be dying to have
Yeah,
a child.
We got
I agree
plenty
with
of
that.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but that's like you have different mindsets throughout your life.
You do.
Eventually,
but
you might want a
shouldn't
kid.
go
Right, no,
into
no, no,
wanting
no,
to have
no.
a kid that
Eventually,
way.
you might want to have a kid. You don't go, I don't want a kid, but let's have one, and I hope I like it.
Exactly.
That's
Oh, okay.
different.
Exactly.
No, you can definitely change your mind, but I wouldn't say, I'll have the kid, and it'll probably
Well,
change
when it
my
pops
mind.
out, we'll see how I feel.
Yeah, and then it pops out, and you go, I got nothing.
I know people
Yeah.
who
Ugh.
have told people who don't want to have kids that they're selfish for not wanting to have children.
Wrong.
It's like, are you kidding me? It's way more selfish to say, I want you to have a kid.
Maybe
because
if
you
the world
should.
wasn't overpopulated, that'd be a valid
Exactly.
point.
Go
You have
adopt
to
a kid,
forward the human
motherfucker.
race, but
Well, that really has nothing to do with
Yeah,
anything.
I
If you
think-
don't want to have a kid, you shouldn't adopt one either.
I'm saying the person telling them you should have a
Oh.
kid, you asshole. Why don't you go adopt a kid before telling that person to have a kid?
I think it's simply have a kid if you want.
I don't know
Right.
how you can feel so strongly about that. I'll be honest.
I've
That's
had a
such a
lot of
weird-
experience with
Because
it.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, like
They're
from
heavy.
the-
It's a very thing of like, when are you
Shitty
having a
rich.
kid? Why
Especially
don't
if
you
you're
have
a
a
woman.
kid? Make a
Yeah.
fucking kid.
Have a
You
kid.
didn't have a kid, you've ruined this family.
I mean, not everyone can
There's a
do
lot of
without
that
a kid.
shit in Dallas.
Are you
Exactly.
selfish if you can't have children?
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Depends. Do
Yes.
you have a lot to give? I mean, there's a lot of people I'd be like, that's all right. You don't need to reproduce.
Yeah.
No,
fair.
like right now, and this could change, but in the future, right now, Barbara shouldn't have kids because she doesn't like them.
Yeah. She is.
She said it many times. She's like, no, I don't like kids.
Like, good. Don't have
Don't
children.
want them. Don't
Cool.
like them. They're
Go for
gross. Get them
I
away
think
from me.
kids are
Get
wicked.
them away from me. That's fine. That person then shouldn't have a kid and go, man, maybe I'll like it.
I mean, where that comes from the people that have not intended to have kids, have accidentally had a kid. And especially for ladies, there's like a lot of biological processes that make you like that kid.
Sure.
Yes, I completely agree.
Sure.
So I can see how they would think like, well, I didn't want a kid and I had a kid. Now I love the thing. Like
Yes.
you can see where that mindset comes
But
from, but
I
that's dumb.
I don't
Yeah.
like the societal pressure of you should have a child, especially as a woman. It's never ever said to the husband.
I
Like,
also,
"Oh, why
I
don't you have
also don't give a
kid?"
rat's asshole, honestly, about like grandparents. Like, oh, my kid won't have a kid. And it's like, hey, well, fucking get over it.
Yeah, you had a kid.
You're not
Why do you
entitled
care?
to like a lineage.
I mean, if
know?
you look at it from like an animal kingdom point of view, that's the whole point, right? You're meant to do that. You're meant to pass on your own shit.
See, the
But
thing,
we're
no.
not. We're not like.
No,
We're not animals.
I don't
like
give a shit.
every animal
right.
does that.
I don't care. I didn't.
But it doesn't
Biologically,
apply
yes.
to us.
I didn't have a daughter so she can have a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I don't give a fuck. And they're like, in 20 years, you better get my money's worth. I
And
better
that's-
be a grandparent,
It's
damn
funny,
it.
Ryan just said it, but
Who
it's really
cares?
true. Is the argument is like, okay, yes, we're still animals. That's correct. But do we not pride ourselves in the fact that we've separated ourselves from animals and we've elevated
Have
intelligence-wise?
you looked at the news lately?
All right, listen. That aside, grand scheme of things, globally, yes, we should be above animals in a sense. So we can override biological needs based on logic.
That's what art would tell us, sure. Sadly,
America.
America.
I want to have a kid one day.
These colors
There it
don't
is.
I think
run.
it'll be cool.
Oh, dude, should I tell Meg? I'm
You'd
talking
be
to
a
her
great
right now.
dad.
She
Gavin
just
loves
texted me.
kids.
I bloody love him.
Gavin's a good.
They're just
good
like-
kids.
Hang on.
I remember the first
Michael's
time I
good
held
with
a
kids,
baby.
too.
Doing
Yeah, it was something.
How did you feel?
topic.
I was
right
sitting on
now.
I was sitting on a couch and the baby was just right here and I was
Side
just like,
note.
wow. I was
It's
just
just like you don't
wow.
you don't get that from anywhere else. I mean,
It's
you
just-
can kind of like I pick up a kitten and I'm like, but a human baby is just like the most amazing little thing. So crazy.
It's wonderful and innocent and pure.
Yeah,
I told Meg
not warped yet. What?
that you want to have kids one day.
She already knows that.
No, I'm just saying she literally.
That's the first time she's
no,
heard
no
it.
joke. Literally, as you're talking, she texted me.
What about?
I was replying to her, and then I go, by the way, oh, she just replied. I was like, Gavin wants to have kids.
She was pretty worked up last night about
She
some
didn't mention
crazy chicken dinner that you had apparently. Like where everyone died at once at the end.
It got down to a top
Oh
five.
yeah, he loves kids.
There you go. It got down to a top 5, and we knew where one person was, and I killed that guy, and the game ended.
So it's just like everyone killed
Blue
themselves all
or-
at the same time.
No, we were confused as hell, and that's why I watched the replay. And that guy killed 2 people that were like 3 feet to my right.
Oh my God, he saved you.
Yeah,
you
it was
repaid
like-
him with death.
There was a hut. I was creeping up on this side of the hut. That other team was right here, and he killed both of them. He downed one and killed the other one, and then I killed him, and the game ended. But from our perspective, we shot that one guy,
Right.
and it was just over.
That's awesome.
So we were confused as hell.
Here's 2 things about PUBG. One, I haven't played it in forever. Forever being a couple weeks.
Dude,
I
you
wanna
see
play
a
it
sweet
again.
new game mode.
I want to play it again. Yeah, that's 2. And the thing is, I've been playing actually way more than PUBG, a ton of Siege on PC. And I'm hoping that somehow transfers. It won't. Like
little bit.
just accuracy wise.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm still learning PC. I mean, I only got it 5-6 months ago.
Your close range game will be better.
I've gotten way better at Rainbow Six, so I'm hoping that transfers to PUBG. 2, they added the 8-player squad. We got super excited about it. Got all ready to film a video yesterday. It's fucking still 4 players, and then it just matches you with another random 4-player squad. That's not 8 players. That's nonsense. Who the fuck cares?
That's a real shitty.
Yeah, it's like we all
version
loaded
of
in,
8.
tried to play it, and it's like, oh no, it's 2
Hey, you want to play
4-player
with 3 other
squads.
friends and have 4 other relevant people on your
Right,
HUD?
and
Great.
to
Absolutely.
further that, us like playing it, like Ryan immediately pointed out, he's like, great, so it's 4 people that are probably just gonna team kill us. Because the second they're like, it's achievement on, they're just gonna shoot us. Why would you call that 8-player squad? That's like, to me, a squad is
Are we
everyone.
sure
in
that
one.
that's what it is?
Yeah.
We just do it wrong.
No,
we tried to
it
fill
is.
up the party, and yeah, I couldn't. You couldn't
It's,
go
I
past
mean,
4.
you can't go past 4. So I don't. And on top of that, because now like PUBG came out,
bad.
You didn't call it.
she didn't call it, but she dropped
Moonball.
it. PUBG came out,
Retroactive.
right? Super popular, doing well. Fortnite came out, blasted past PUBG, and in the beginning, PUBG's like, man, they took our shit. Fortnite's like new game modes, this, that, updates, left and right, blah 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 blah. PUBG's got none of that
PUBG
shit.
was like, we added climbing through a window 6 months ago.
Right. So now PUBG's like, oh shit, we gotta get in that Fortnite shit. So that's them doing the new game modes. But as Alfredo immediately, or somebody immediately mentioned to us, they're like, oh yeah, Fortnite's the same way though. Like they did like an 8 thing, and it was like 2 teams of 4. So I'm guessing it's the exact same thing that they did.
Do they just think people don't have 7
I mean,
friends?
again,
I
if
think Fortnite
we're
did,
fucking
yeah.
stupid and you can do it, please let us know. But we absolutely, there was a 4 of us sitting in a lobby, and it's like, no,
I mean,
you can't add any
an
more.
8-player team isn't that rare. I mean, like Halo 2, Big Team Battle was
Yeah,
like
no,
8v8,
I know,
right?
I know.
And I could always fill up 8 people that
I don't have 7 friends, but I have 7 coworkers.
Yeah, those 7 people you know online.
Yeah, I have 7 humans.
Yeah.
I could be like, I'll play with you, I guess.
Or you
Iris
just
is
get
one of
Panton
them.
in, and he'll bring you out the rest.
Oh, well, that'd be awesome.
Jackie's bloody good at Rainbow Six.
She
She's
is,
good.
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
She is
She's
very
good. Here's the thing, though. Alfredo was just showing me today. He was doing a stream yesterday with like playing with his subs, and Jackie was like, "You should do a team, and then I'll do the other team, and we'll play against each other." And he was like, "I don't think we should do that." And she's like, "No, we should do it." And he showed me one clip in particular. This is after, according to him, he was just fucking blasting her all night. Because not only is he amazing, but he knows exactly how she plays because he's constantly coaching her and trying to like she's phenomenal at shooting. She's amazing at like mouse and keyboard, but as Alfredo says it, she gets the bloodlust, and then she just starts doing like insane shit. Like she roams with the slowest players available in Rainbow Six, and she just like kill. So he said they were playing for a bit. He was killing her left and right, and then in a classic Alfredo move, they're on attack. They start the round. It's like 2 seconds in. He looks into a doorway, staring at nothing, and just goes through a wall. Fucking kills Jackie in the stream. He's like. For like 30 seconds, and then he gets up and leaves the room because he went to go apologize to Jack. And she's like, "Don't fucking talk to me! Don't fucking talk to me!" And it was like, she gets insane when she plays.
That's awesome. I love Jackie. She's great.
Yeah, I realized that like because Alfredo's
Marinara.
always coaching us, and when he dies, he's just like God on our shoulder, guiding us. But what he's really doing is learning us and becoming the best operator to kill us. Like he can hunt us so well now.
It's also funny though watching Alfredo play with his stream compared to us, because it's like night and day. Like with us, you know, it's like 3v1 on our team, and he's like, "You guys got this." Like he died, and he's like, "You guys got this." And then we just bungle it up like a bunch of fucking idiots. Like somebody shoots somebody, then we take the bomb and the diffuser in the wrong direction. We all die, and we're like, "Wow, we choked that away. We suck. We're awful. We suck." And he's like, "No, you guys are learning. You'll get better." Blah blah blah. Alfredo plays in his stream. All he does is just rip his teammates apart. It's like,
really?
"What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you going over there? Why are you going over there?"
That just means he's having these feelings towards us.
But no. As he even puts it though, he's like, and I've said this to him, and I'm like, "Alfredo, I gotta be honest, it's night and day." And he's like, "Listen, I know you guys. I know your capabilities. I don't expect anything." And he's like, "My stream, motherfuckers coming in like, Alfredo, put me in, I'm great. Put me in, I'm great." And he's like, "Oh, you're great? Why the fuck did you do that? That was a rookie mistake. You're a novice." I'm like, he doesn't go that hard on it.
Also,
But, like,
he's
never
probably
wanna play with
he
Alfredo.
lays into these people. And then he, like the things he lays into his teammates for, they're like a 7 and we're a 2. And he's like, "I've never seen such gameplay in my life. Disgusts me." And then I'm like, I'm 1 and 7, and he's like, "Hey, you tried.
Yeah, I got like
you
a
tried your
frost
best."
trap kill.
Let's not forget, he was in the Achievement Hunter office like an hour before he created a Nerf account, which is what he plays with us on Siege 4.
I mean,
He doesn't use his Prime account.
it
when
was
he's playing
like
with us.
Ryan
might
with me and
be-
Overcooked. It's like, all right.
It might be the
Cool.
first.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I love Alfredo because
job.
it's the first time we've had like an encouraging member of Achievement Hunter.
He is
Like
very encouraging.
when Matt
mean, Jeff.
when Matt almost aced that round, he was like behind Matt, like rubbing his shoulders, like, "Yeah, we've never had
Alfredo's
that."
a good hype man. He'll come in and be like, "Yeah, right, let's do
For
this." I'm
us,
like, "Yes,
it's
Alfredo,
very
yes."
encouraging.
Different Alfredo, by the way.
Yeah, sorry.
I was
know it's very
imagining you talking about my Alfredo, and I was
Yeah,
like, how?
Yeah, is
Doesn't
he good at
match
Siege,
that
or is
persona.
it good at Siege? I should say. I don't
He
wanna-
doesn't, he
I don't
doesn't
wanna
play many
gender
games.
him.
The only games he plays is Chinese checkers with himself.
Christ.
Does
Play
he
mind
win?
games.
No, God, he loses every time.
I will say, it's not really a spoiler, but talking about Jackie and Alfredo playing
Here we
together,
go.
and the play style that Michael and I have when we play certain games together, and the play style that Gavin and Meg have when they play together. Gavin and I recorded a Chaos Corner together.
That's true.
Great.
We talked about this. So we
Pretty
specifically mentioned playing Woolly World on the Wii U. And it was on the podcast. We mentioned it, and like Meg was texting me, and she's like, "Bullshit! Like her and you playing, you suck at the game. You constantly eat her. You eat her. You
Sometimes
spit her
you
off
need
the
wool.
fucking
You don't have
cliff.
to eat.
Thank
Eat
you.
your
You
friend.
fucking kill her." And I'm like, same goddamn thing. I can't play Woolly World with Lindsay. But the game, we've been playing the game for like 3.5 years, and we haven't
Still
beaten
beat
it
it.
yet. We play like one level a month because I'm just like,
And then we don't
"Ah!"
talk to each other for 3 weeks, and we come back to
So Lindsay and Gavin recorded a Chaos Corner of the two of them playing Woolly World.
It's awesome.
I don't even know what this game is.
I play a lot of
Woolly World?
COD, World War II.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's my shit.
That's Jeremy. He's all up in that.
yeah.
What
It
do you want to
was.
play for
Well,
our
it's
Chaos
just in
Corner?
general.
Yeah?
I
Okay.
still play it.
The chaos begins.
So-
Ryan
so much.
has also claimed that he's more chaotic than me. That was a recent
Shit,
video.
I'm the
so-
OG.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd see the thing.
Yeah.
The thing is,
OG
the thing,
chaos.
Step
see,
aside, old man.
see, the thing is, like Ryan is more chaotic.
Aren't we all
in
chaotic?
No, but in a sense of
No.
like, but Ryan still knows what he's doing.
It's a controlled, directed chaos.
Like if to us we're like Ryan's losing his goddamn mind. He's like, no, there's a strategy here. You just gotta go with it. Lindsay, it's like you're losing your goddamn mind. And she's
I
like,
know.
maybe I am. Like I don't even know what I'm doing. That's kind of the difference there. She doesn't even know what the fuck is happening around her.
Level of chaos to understanding of the game
Right.
is where Lindsay
Right.
shines.
Yes.
Because
Where am I?
I'll say this.
you don't know shit and you're a chaotic
It's not
mode.
so much chaos, but I will announce this. I was gonna save it for the next AWU. We already shot next week's because it's not coming out till next month. But coming off the back, which isn't even over yet, but coming off the back of Mario Party March, we decided let's just fight. May's a whole other month away. We got to get through April. That'll take forever. So we already shot 4 episodes, which I assume will be weekends of Mario Kart April.
Yeah, because we didn't want to wait till May.
May's forever away.
Yeah.
shit.
So yesterday we just shot Mario Kart like all day. We shot all 4 videos in one sitting, and it was fucking chaos. We had 3 of the videos were 9 of us. Only 1 video was 8.
I feel so bad for that audio editor. I'm
And
so
it's just
sorry.
like no, I mean
so
it's just
sorry.
like it's just fucking screaming.
Yeah, and some
For
people
30 minutes
some
at a
people
time.
want to just slide into the weekend pretty chill. Maybe the sun's out.
Like even
watching
Mario
anime.
Party, while it gets hectic,
Yeah.
is an overall chill experience.
It's sort of like a bung
you
it
know,
on.
Like
You don't
it's
have to
2
watch
hours
it
long,
all.
whatever. This is 30 minutes of violence.
Violence, screaming, emotion, hatred.
I like that the
Matt
chat's
sucks.
losing it too. They're all like,
Yeah,
yes.
Mario Kart in April.
Thank God, Jesus Christ, 9 people.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep,
Angelica.
we all brought and it's we all brought our switches in, so it's all multicam. Everyone's
We're
got their own
so
screen.
bad at YouTube.
What does that
do you
mean?
mean?
Once again, like last week, I was talking about how
What are you talking about?
so many of our videos don't even have any English words, like flinchless Alfredi do. Like that's
Well,
not
that's
even,
your fault.
right?
And also,
now we've
I would
got Maple.
argue it's more English than ever.
It's definitely searchable.
I
if
mean,
you don't-
April's in April.
Yeah.
It's true.
Language evolves. You're always making new words. Like bootylicious is in the dictionary now.
Is it
Please
really?
don't discredit Beyonce. Yeah.
I guess we won't put Maple in the title. It'll just be Mario Kart, right?
Mm.
How do we name Mario Party March? We didn't put it.
I don't think we put Mario Party more.
And
We just
also
said
March
it
is a word, so it's
Right, we could.
No, I know. But I'm saying it wasn't in the title, so maybe Maple.
I
won't be
said
in
to
the
Michael
title.
yesterday, what if we just continue through the year and we have like Mario Party Malai? Like, why not?
Moon.
Mario Party
Right.
Maugust.
I think we're just gonna run out of games.
Yeah, we're trying to think of like because
and will to live.
then we've got May coming.
Well, some
Speak
of
for
us.
yourself.
Ryan,
You didn't have to be in it,
Ryan,
Ryan.
I
in
did,
between.
though, that's the point.
Ryan, in between one of the videos, is like, I'm like, Ryan, you really don't have to be in this
You were
next one. He's
holding
like,
your own, Ryan.
No, I'll
You're
do
holding
it.
your
I'll
own.
be in it.
Yeah,
I'll
you
be
were.
in it. No. It's like, yeah, no, I want to play it. I want to play it. Video starts, and Ryan's like, burn it to the ground. I hate
That's the
it.
point of me being there.
But I think, but after the 3rd recording, you're like, all right, what are we doing now? And Michael's like, well, we got to do the last video, right? And you were just like, seriously? why would you stop at 3 out of 4?
That's because I really wanted to do the PUBG thing.
And
that
then,
was a letdown.
Right, we finished Mario Kart in April. We move on to PUBG, and it was a total fucking bust. So
watch.
instead, Trevor welled me with a moonball. That's literally what happened.
And that's how
Oh,
you bring it full
shit.
circle.
Plus.
Yep.
I don't know if I saw this in the chat or the chat just inspired me. Moonball May.
Oh, nice. Well,
All right. So we're gonna film it for once ever.
we could also mention yesterday, Gavin was saying goodbye to the room in general, and he said, "Good night, Moonball." And I went, "Oh shit, can we make a Goodnight Moon parody?"
There
of
were
Goodnight
so
Moon?
many moonballs yesterday that I felt like I'd thrown my last one and I watched it roll under a table. I was like,
It never
that was
ended.
it for the day.
And
Yeah.
then
Good night,
Larry
Moonball.
went on to make a Goodnight Moon
All
parody.
right, I'm gonna pour
So
this.
we'll
Ready?
post that somewhere.
Look at this, empty.
The camera can't see it.
No, I'm
Zoom
gonna
in.
show after it's done.
There's a
I thought the
Bar
technique
shot?
was relevant, though.
Look at that.
Is it
Okay.
2 fingers?
That's
the
pretty
test.
good.
2
You
fingers.
know, that's
James,
pretty
you're
good.
up. James.
Yep, that's it. Good one.
I'm gonna whiz.
James, are you a Nintendo gamer at all?
Nintendo gamer?
Yes.
No.
Okay, cool. Well, then you can't
Was
cart
your
with us.
sweatshirt made by Johnson & Johnson?
You bet it was.
Like the
Oh, this is
cream
from like the fucking
company?
90s, dude. This
They
is
make
like This
sweatshirts?
is old school.
Ever?
Yeah, they were bigger than Gucci.
Did it come with, like, baby shampoo? Or-
It did.
Solid use
No,
of
actually, this
Gucci.
is my girlfriend's mom's, and I borrowed it one time. And I was like, I'm keeping this.
It feels like the setup to a joke.
She sounds lovely.
Hey, this is my girlfriend's mom. That's
Are
the
you guys
punchline.
like close? 'Cause
Yeah.
A lot of people that I've dated, I become like friends with their parents. and
Yeah,
then,
absolutely.
Like
Very
hanging
close.
with me.
They're my
And you
parents. as
steal
well.
them, and then
I
you
do.
go to all the family functions.
I'd be lying if I said that like people I've I've broken up with if their parents weren't still like, "How you doing, Lindsay? Are you doing okay?" Like, it's good. Sorry.
Better now.
Son and I didn't work
Better
out.
now
I have a
than then.
kid now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely very close with them. They're awesome people.
Cool.
And her stepdad's name is James.
Mm.
Like my name's James DeAngelis, and his middle name starts with a D, and his last name starts with an A. So his initials are JDA. And if DeAngelis was 2, it would be JDA.
It
Which is
can
weird.
be.
It's meant
Make
to be.
it to.
Yeah, put an apostrophe. DeAngelis.
Can an apostrophe be a name? Can that be like it could be like a triple barrel name?
I think you
Triple
could do
barrel
whatever you
name?
want, man.
It's a triple barrel name.
Well, you get like a double barrel name.
Like John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of Hispanic cultures do
Lee
that
Harvey
too, where
Oswald.
they take the mother's
Those-
name and the
those are
father's
fully
name.
loaded names.
Yeah. So that's why you get Hispanic
John
names that are
Wilkes
like
Booth.
4 names long.
I feel like Hitler did it with just one, but
Ryan.
Super
We
Adolf
don't
You
want
don't
to
even
follow his
need
example. Goodness.
Just Hitler. It's like Seal.
pretty much.
I won't.
Prince.
You never say Hitler and people go like,
Which one?
You mean Adolf?
Yeah.
Or like Rudolph?
Which
'Cause that's
one?
Very
Which
different
Hitler?
guys. Yeah.
Were there other Hitlers?
Well,
I'm
didn't
sure the one
I
made
think it was a
him.
few years ago. Someone wanted to name their kid Adolf Hitler, and they said no. Like the hospital
Who
and the
said
government
no?
said no. You cannot.
I think there are
legally
certain
do
names
that.
you just can't
Yeah.
name a child.
Yeah,
'cause
they're
it's
like,
too
we're not going
cruel.
to do that.
Why would you do that to your kid too? What kind of parents
Yeah,
would be
it's
like,
fucked up.
dude, like just like for fun, we should name Adolf
Lol.
Hitler?
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible. But it never occurred to me that like the nurses station would have a blacklist for names.
What if we named our kid Harambe? That'd be hilarious. Like that's the kind of.
I think
parents
at the very least it should be the nurse being like,
You got a little common sense.
Just be like, do you want to think twice about
just
that?
think maybe Mary.
Do you tell the nurse the name?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're like, what's the name on the?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
You
ask
can
us.
name the baby later, though. Just call it baby.
Okay, well, you would say
But-
they're like, don't know yet.
You got to finish the birth certificate
Yeah.
at some point.
But what you can do, and I will say, especially for women who are delivering, if you're under the influence of drugs and your epidural, if you say, I'm not of the right mind to name my child right now, you can wait. So you don't give them some retarded name as you're fucked up.
Pee pee poo poo.
I apologize for my use of the word
Pee pee
retarded
poo poo
also.
baby.
The epidural itself, I don't think does much to your mental state. Now they usually follow it up with some other fun
Yeah, I was
things,
like,
but
the cocktail I got,
Yeah.
I was a little loopy.
the epidural is
guy,
just like a nerve blocker.
This guy, Rye
Well, the
Bread.
second epidural worked for me. The first one didn't.
This
Rye
guy just
Bread
asked.
524?
Yeah, he just asked, are there any living Hitlers? I'm sure there is a
I'm
very
sure.
large population of Hitlers in Germany and Austria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Adolf also is a very popular name.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that Hitler.
The
won.
Adidas
Well, he
guy?
didn't ruin the first name, just the second one.
Well, he kind of ruined the first name.
If someone said, "Hi, I'm Adolf," I'd be like, "Oh,
Be like, what the fuck's your last name, idiot?
okay."
Would you be sitting there waiting
All
with
right.
bated breath like Adolf
Smith. Okay, Smith.
Oh,
Jackson.
okay.
Good.
All right.
Patel. Adolf Patel. All right.
Do you think there could be a person that was so awesome, like a Mother Teresa-esque figure, that happened to also be named Adolf Hitler, and they could redeem the name?
Yeah, but wasn't she a rotten bitch?
she was a rotten bitch.
What?
Yeah,
Mother
didn't
Teresa?
it
Yeah.
turn
Oh,
out
she's
that she was
terrible.
like
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
fraud
whoa.
and stuff?
She was like,
I'm learning about this.
she
for the first
loved
time. What happened?
suffering and
Yeah, she thought that suffering brought you closer
Oh,
to
like
God.
Catholicism.
So she would maybe keep you
base-
alive,
Yeah.
but just barely. Like
Yeah.
just over the threshold of alive.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
raised
bueno.
thinking that she was amazing, and then I think
Yeah.
I read an article that said that she was one of the worst people ever.
Well,
I just thought, didn't she also
The
get
worst.
like, wasn't it
No.
revealed that there was like her thing was also like had a lot of fraud and shit in it?
I mean, she
I
was
assume
very
that
into
was-
the poverty thing, but I think
Well,
yeah,
allegedly
there
that
was
was the same with Gandhi. It's like, okay, he's the figurehead of this fantastic social movement that involved being peace and world peace, etc. But he was apparently very racist.
Oh yeah,
against
actually,
black people.
yeah, he
Like,
was.
hardcore.
What?
He was
Yeah.
a fan of a part of the.
Yeah, he was like,
or no.
go for it.
Yeah, he Africans, like African people from Africa, he was very racist towards.
Yes. Well, same thing with like Susan B. Anthony. It's like, okay, she's the figurehead of the women's suffrage movement. Okay, awesome. But she was like, white women, you get the rights. Black women, fuck off.
Who's
It's
this?
like, ooh.
We're talking about how all
Susan B.
these
Anthony.
historically awesome people in
yeah.
history were actually terrible.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
basically.
mean mostly.
Yeah.
They
This
were all
sucked.
trapped in their own time, which is unfortunate.
It's true.
It's weird that never
I
goes
mean,
the
most
other
of
way,
the
right?
founding fathers were like a bunch of assholes.
You find
Yeah.
out that all
Like
the
slave
great
owners.
people in
Yeah.
history were assholes. You never find out that the great assholes of history were awesome.
It's
like
true.
Genghis Khan
Yes.
didn't have like an orphanage. That
Right. Mussolini actually fed the hungry all the time. Jeez.
I just like how I was walking back from PP, and right as I got here, I was like, "All right, Michael's coming back." I'm just like, "What is that?"
oh yeah, we just
And you
didn't
come back in
talk
and we're all
about
just
that
sitting here
when
Yeah,
you were
like I
Like,
don't know what like it's
you for
like. All
joining
right,
us.
all right, put the
Don't
Michael
look at
mic
him.
back on. I'm just like I don't know
Maybe they
what
have to
that
turn the
means.
mics up when you're gone.
That's it. Turn it up and then I'll like crank it down. What was that?
Making a loud noise.
Oh, okay.
Gandhi didn't want the untouchables to not be untouchable at all. Sorry.
Captain Malay said
I,
that.
yeah,
Sorry.
I'm a bit
Should not.
confused.
Oh,
as
you
well.
know what? I
Okay,
remember when all
Grammar.
the like a couple months ago when it was like every day there was a new like celebrity who was like sexual
Yeah.
assault, sexual assault, like
Yeah.
every
Right
fucking
and
day.
left.
There was one that it was Mr. Rogers, and I think it was like one of those memes, and it was like Mr. Rogers was just a nice person his whole life.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
now they're shitting on Mr. Rogers.
Well, really, what'd they say?
God, what was that?
No,
It-
he
it-
was-
It just happened.
Didn't he have a
They're
movie
making a
trailer
stamp
come
for
out?
him
The whole
too,
thing
but-
about him being a sniper in Vietnam is
No,
bullshit.
not that.
That's
Made
false.
up.
I want to say
Yeah.
like maybe I'm
No.
maybe I'm casting aspersions where they don't belong.
No.
I feel like there's
Castaway.
a Fox segment.
I literally.
such
Oh
a
fuck
No,
Fox.
see, there was a whole
I'm
thing
just
where
saying.
he like
I just.
he was
Okay.
fucking awesome. He like did a thing back in the day, like where he like fought to have public television be like educational versus just being like fucking bullshit.
And he won the Ultimate Showdown.
I just
he won the
saw a
Amazing
thing.
Race.
I just saw a thing to counter that. That was like, blah, 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 new Mr. Rogers documentary. And my immediate thought was like, oh my God, no. It's going to be like an
Yeah, please
expose
no, please
of
no.
like, these fucking kids or whatever. And like every comment was like, that was the sweetest thing I ever watched. And I was like, oh my God, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Every story I've ever heard about that guy was like amazing human being.
Based on how shitty people are abusing their fame and money and all that stuff, it really makes you appreciate the people who died in their 80s and had nothing come out
I
of
read
Like Alan
something.
They were just stand up
Alan
dude.
Rickman is still pure, from what I understand. Thank you, Alan.
I read something. it
Jimmy
was-
Savile, not so much.
It was some journalist or something. And I don't know how old the article was. It might have even been a couple of years old, but I just read it a couple months ago. And it was about Mr. Rogers. And it was basically like the guy, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like he was at the hospital for something. Someone either died, like some close relative to him, like a parent or something like that, or someone was very, very sick and they were going to pass away. And he was at the hospital and he was like upset and crying about it. And he literally saw Mr. Rogers. Like he got on the elevator with him or something like that, or he walked by and literally Mr. Rogers approached him and he was like, oh, what's the matter? Are you okay? And he was like, oh, so-and-so sick or whatever. And he's like, I'll be honest, I was a huge fan of yours as a kid and watching your show. And he's like, Mr. Rogers spent like 35 minutes talking. He was like, well, let me, what's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me about it. He's like, you're my neighbor too. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Let's just let it all out. It's okay. And he said he chatted with him for like 40 minutes.
I'm
The
terrified.
guy just like met him on an elevator or whatever. He took like time out of his day, and he's like, that was like the most.
You know what that reminds
I
me
That was
watched
like one of the most
shit out of
incredible
Mr.
things that
Rogers
happened
as
to
a
me.
kid.
Like I read that. I think he posted that when he died. That's what it was. And he's like, I have a Mr. Rogers story, and I was like, awesome.
That reminds me
legend.
of a really, really sweet story that I read on the internet. I don't know if it's true.
Oh,
but
that was what? Okay, Fox
What?
accused Mr. Rogers of making millennials terrible because he made them think that they were special.
Okay.
That's funny. That's
Hey,
actually funny.
hello, Fox News. It's for you.
There it is.
Okay, cool.
I thought that was really
That's a real
funny.
snowflake thing to say there, Lindsay.
I know,
So no,
sorry.
this was
I apologize.
This was a really sweet little story that I read on the internet. I don't know if it's true. It was basically this guy. He was at a Wendy's, and he just got his plate of food, and Bill Murray approaches him, and Bill Murray takes a fry off of his tray and says, "No one's gonna fucking believe this." And just walks away.
He's
Yeah,
got
I've heard
lots.
about that,
I think
yeah.
he uses that
He
line
does.
a
Yeah,
lot.
I've heard
He
that,
does.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it
No one
I
will
fucking
There's
would
so
love
many
that.
Bill Murray
That's-
stories
yeah,
that have
I
that
wanna-
punchline.
No, I believe that because that or people have now caught on to that and they
Yeah.
just make it up. But 100%, that's a thing that Bill Murray says.
Oh, he would
is, no
totally
one
do
will
that.
believe you.
Yeah.
And then he fucks off.
He does something weird.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I want to do that shit.
He was
Well,
just in Austin, right? He came out and did like a poetry reading, then went back into his hotel.
Well, that was even the thing of like, I've heard like with Bill Murray as far as like getting him to be in anything for the last like 20 years is like,
Yeah, just like leave
he
a
doesn't
voicemail.
he doesn't have an agent. He doesn't have a manager. He just has a
Really?
phone number and you just leave a voicemail.
And it's a payphone that's on.
You, yeah, probably.
It's just a
Yeah,
payphone
yeah.
that he goes
You
to.
leave a voicemail, and if he's interested, he'll call you back. That's it.
I'll be
Yeah.
calling it.
That's
So
dude.
you-
I mean, that's the way to do
Garfield,
it,
yeah.
right? When he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm retired. I'm done. I still want to do shit, but I don't want to get bogged down." Here's a phone number.
The plot
Why
twist
pay an
is it's
agent?
Wes Anderson's phone.
Right. Obviously.
Sorry, I-
well, that's totally different.
I
Please.
spaced for a little bit reading the chat, but did you mention that that's how he got involved with Garfield, the 3D animated one? Is he thought it was a director that he knew and was like, "Oh shit, that's a cool project," and then the movie came out and he was like, "Ugh, like I'm,
It was
I'm
something.
voicing Garfield
It was
now."
something allegedly. It was
Yeah.
something like Garfield, but he thought it was something completely different and
Yep.
didn't realize it was the fucking cartoon cat Garfield.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm in
and
too
then he
deep
was
now.
just like, basically.
Little do you know that movie is 100% motion capture. He's just crawling.
Yeah.
Well done. Side note, talking about Mr. Rogers.
Fuck you, Dave.
Fucking Bernie has like fucked my mind. So he said Jeff Goldblum recently released this video where he's
Not on the Moonball!
Pee-pee,
Ghost on
that was my moonball. That was my moonball. You son of a gun.
Pick it up.
Now it won't bounce right.
I think it will.
Goodness.
It's
Look at this
all right.
shot of the moonball.
it's the Sugar Pals problem now, so
Yeah.
we're good.
That's
Hey.
gonna be an iconic shot one day.
Like I said,
It's just a
Bernie's
fucking
fucked my
shitty
mind
moonball.
because Jeff
Why?
Goldblum
Stop
has
saying
this
that.
series that he's done now where he reads comments about him on Twitter about how sexy he is, etc.
Okay.
And he just Jeff Goldblums it up and it's like, haha, that's incredible. Okay, moving on. It's just like, oh, Jeff, you're wonderful. But Bernie tweeted and was like, Jeff Goldblum is a cosplay of a sexy cosplay of Mr. Rogers that we never knew we needed. And I went, oh my God.
I mean, now he is.
Hang on. I went, oh my God, holy shit. I grew up watching Mr. Rogers so much all the time as a child, and now I'm sexually attracted to Jeff Goldblum, and I have been for years. Does that mean I'm sexually attracted to Mr. Rogers? Is
I
that
feel like
why?
you'd be able to answer that question very easily. You
Right.
just go, no.
Right.
No,
Or yes.
Ryan, there's
Was he-
so many levels.
Was he hot though? Or do you have like
Mr.
weird dad
Rogers?
issues?
I don't
Rogers
know.
was
Is it the
fucking-
shoes that do it for
I
you?
don't know.
Or is it
Rogers
the
was
sweater?
Mr. Rogers was a good-looking dude.
It's the miniature neighborhood that's around him.
Yeah.
It's the hand puppets, honestly.
You know that means he's very dexterous.
Oh God.
Those fingers.
Mr. Rogers. Please.
Do you just like
Yucky,
old
yucky,
dudes?
don't do that to me.
Like
I
you
Don't
think
do that to
so.
my
Are you into
childhood.
like Bill Nye or someone like that?
I mean, intelligence is
Boo,
sexy,
boo,
yes. But then
boo,
I also think
boo.
Tom Holland is hot, so I don't know. And he's young.
You're allowed to like
not
multiple
that
different
young.
things.
He's
yeah.
21, younger than me. Yeah.
That
I would say he's young. Yeah.
I mean, I would say you're also young in the grand scheme of
Fair
things.
enough. Thank you.
You're not like,
How old are
it
you?
wasn't really even a compliment. It was, he's 28.
28? It's not old at all.
Right. It's just like, who's 21?
But yes, I
That's
love old men.
not that
hardcore.
Okay.
The stream died?
Oh
No! All
Let's just wait for
right,
it.
we're back. Are we
killed
back?
it.
I
I'm
thought they
sorry.
fixed it.
Nah.
Can you shut the fuck up for 2 seconds?
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Guys, favorite Bill Murray movie on 3.
Moonball?
1, 2, 3.
Groundhog Day.
Ghostbusters.
Scrooged.
The zombie
Life
movie.
Aquatic.
The zombie movie, really?
Yeah.
Zombieland?
Zombieland?
Zombieland.
Yeah.
That's not
Better than any.
I mean,
He was in it.
He was in it.
Groundhog Day. Very good.
Groundhog Day's a
Okay,
great
there
one.
we go,
He's
it's back.
such a
Do we
cunt
break it
in
again?
Groundhog
I
Day.
love that movie.
Mr.
so
Yeah,
much.
Mr. Krabs.
Can we
Awesome.
Trevor it?
Mr. Krabs, voice actor.
Calm down,
Oh,
Clancy Brown.
Thank you. Yeah.
You
he's
son of a
great.
bitch, I was so close to saying.
Sorry, it's,
Sorry.
dude. Anytime I see Clancy Brown in a live action something, I'm like, you go, and then he's either a bad guy or he dies in 1 second.
What about Yancey Clancy?
Shut up.
The only Yancey I know is from Futurama, so done.
Yancey Fry, who was the SpongeBob.
Luck of the Fryrish. Yeah,
Tom-
it was Tom.
Tom Kenny was the voice of Yancey.
Best Kevin Klein movie.
Kevin Klein?
Boy, it's been a while since he
Yeah,
showed
the
up.
Klein-
Kevin,
Meister,
wait,
huh?
Kevin Klein? Who the fuck is Kevin Klein?
know
Have you seen
Calvin.
movies such as
Who knows?
Wild Wild West or
Yep.
Oh, is he the.
A
He
Fish
was the
Called
he
Wanda?
was the not Will Smith guy.
I don't know.
Fish-
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, he was the white guy.
I
Favorite.
just remember
That wasn't
giant
the villain.
tarantulas. In that
Although
movie.
he is Mr. Fisher, isn't he?
Are you guys Chevy Chase fans?
Bob's.
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
a fan of this as an actor. Apparently,
Yes.
he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, like,
But yeah, no.
growing up,
great
my-
movies.
yeah, iconic movies for me were always like the 80s, like National Lampoon's movies, like all the John
Caddyshack.
like John Hughes
Oh, yeah.
movies, like
Christmas
all
Vacation.
those stuff. Yeah, like so fucking for me, like biggest inspiration and like little things that I pick out of comedy and put into my stuff is like movies like that, like John Candy, Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, shit like that. Like,
Nice.
So I love all that shit.
That's really cool.
You seen Throw Mama from the Train with Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito?
I have not.
Oh fuck, guys.
I
But
feel
he
like I've
loves Danny
read
DeVito.
about it, but I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Dude, you're gonna fucking love that movie. If
Is
you're
that-
a fan of Danny DeVito,
Is that like fuck yeah?
Well, he has to be He's from New
Huge.
Jersey. Too,
Huge.
So, yeah.
dude,
He's a small man.
you're
but
gonna fucking love that movie.
big life.
I just finished Friends for the first time, like a couple days ago, and like the third to last episode or like fourth to last episode is when they're doing Phoebe's bachelor party.
Are
And
you talking
Danny
about
DeVito.
Friends,
Oh,
the
God.
TV show?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
What other friends?
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry, just my
I didn't
friends. I just
expect-
finished my
I
Friends.
thought it was a movie called Friends. I was like, there's no way he's talking about Friends. The sitcom.
The new Tommy Wiseau movie, Best Friends with him and Greg. But no, Danny DeVito's the stripper.
No, I haven't
You haven't seen that one? Oh, fuck, it's so
Yeah, and
funny.
he gets all
He gets
sort of
all
depressed
sad
because
because
they're
he's like,
laughing
they're
at how
like,
old
they're
and
like not,
slow he
yeah,
is.
and he's just
That's,
like,
dude.
Danny.
Can you imagine him being old in Friends
Yeah.
too?
Goodness.
It was like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
it was like 2004.
He's
when it ended.
old as fuck.
What was that,
Speaking-
season 9 of Friends?
Season 10.
It was season 10? Shit.
That was like
Did that go into
2004,
the
yeah.
2000s?
Were they?
Yeah.
Were
It
they
was 94 to
insensitive?
2004.
Wow.
Now,
It's impressive.
in the episode, did they also make fun of his size? Was that
No.
okay? Good.
No,
just
just
him
his
being
age.
old.
He
That's
got
fine.
real
Okay,
sweaty
cool. That's
doing
fine.
that
Good.
dance.
You know what's a really funny
He
thing
gets
about?
real sweaty doing just about
Have you guys
anything.
all seen all of Friends? Like,
Hiding
the
in a
whole show?
couch.
I have not.
I mean, I've seen
But I don't care.
I've seen a decent
That's it? You
amount.
seen it?
I've seen plenty of Friends. Gavin, I know, has.
So since I just
through
watched it, like a lot of it's really fresh in my head. There was one. Have you guys seen How I Met Your Mother?
I've
Not
dabbled.
really.
I've dabbled.
It's like a shitty.
Not gonna
friend.
matter.
Yeah.
Not gonna
no,
matter.
I-
Tell the story.
The story's already fallen down.
They
No,
probably have.
there's a
though.
character. All right, everybody watching at home.
Neil Patrick Harris.
There's a character who plays like, is it fucking whose girlfriend is it? Or it's Mike, who's Paul Rudd's character in Friends. His girlfriend plays the same, basically the
birthday
same
girl.
exact character as How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
And it's the breaking up on her birthday, and it's the same character in How I Met Your Mother. It's the same actress, and I'm just like, did this really happen?
She has,
The worlds
she has a
collided.
silly
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
in Friends.
Precious.
Precious. That was
Yeah.
it,
Is that canon? Like, is that a canon crossover?
No,
Within the
she
same
has a different
universe
name in How I Met Your Mother.
Well,
but
no,
it's the same
interesting.
character.
Well,
Well,
he
there
changed
is a
it after the
crossover with-
letdown
right,
from the
and then
first.
Paul Rudd even kind of looks like Ted a little bit.
Kind of does.
It's just like,
Josh
and that
Radnor.
shows all. It's basically Friends.
I can't remember the
A
gimmick.
year
I said it's a
later.
shitty Friends. There's some really funny,
No, it's
really.
really, it's a good
There's
show.
some good
It's
moments.
really funny.
How I Met Your Mother does some great stuff where it's like they'll plant a joke in season 2 and like the payoffs in season 6.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's like
It's a
is
good long-term planning and shit.
top.
Yeah.
I love
I
that
can't
stuff.
remember
Weird
the exact
ending,
reference,
though.
but they
Yeah,
did that
not
in
a
What's
fan.
weird about the ending?
I'm not a fan. The
I mean,
alternate
it's just what's weird about it?
isn't the alternate version of How I Met
Just
Your
like,
Mother
why?
ending just it works out.
Yeah, but that's a shitty ending. The real ending's the best ending
Yeah.
because she died. Like, sure, shit's
she-
real.
it's
Shit
just
doesn't
like,
work out.
it's just
thing.
like,
It's-
it's just
it's-
like
the whole
seasons
show-
and seasons of seasons of like, and she's dead.
Yeah, but the whole
I'll be
show
honest,
is about
yeah.
not her.
It's
Yeah.
like Full Metal
It's about
Alchemist.
the
Exactly.
people
It's
in
about,
it.
it's about
Fullmetal
Robin.
Alchemist.
It's
I'll
about
give you
Robin.
that.
I
Ryan
think
knows.
the finale of Friends
nodding
was so
along.
good.
Sure.
The
Okay.
Friends finale is so fucking good. Like it, I literally watched it and after it was done. I was like, wow.
Is that when
Better
Rachel
than How I
leaves
Met
with
Your
her
Mother.
baby?
Yeah, but
Right.
did you? But here's the real question:
no.
Did you
Oh,
see
okay, I
Joel
missed
on the
that.
Yeah.
plane?
Okay.
Season 5.
He's on the plane.
Yeah.
On the plane.
Which one?
Joel.
Joel
Hey,
Heyman.
The one where they
He's
go
in-
to Vegas.
Oh.
He's in a couple episodes.
Oh,
isn't
really?
he? He's in a few.
Yeah.
He's there.
It shows
Ryan,
a bot.
Matthew
tell us
Perry had the
about-
first line and the last line.
Really? Tell us about your experience as Dawson in Dawson's Creek, please.
It's great.
Good.
What?
And I've had such an amazing career after.
Ryan has one model shot
What
where he
the hell
looks
are
like
you talking about?
Dawson.
Don't know
and
what
every
the
time I
hell
see
she's
it, I'm like,
talking
you're in
about.
Dawson.
No one knows what
Vanderbeek?
Lindsay's
You know
talking
James
about half the time.
Vanderbeek?
Lindsay has all these special
Half
bonds with
the time?
people. Lindsay will have a special bond with someone in the office that only Lindsay knows about.
I mean, I wish I could argue with you, but I went up to James at RTX, I think it was, Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, I heard someone told me, and I won't call out who it was, but they told me you had a kid. And I was like, oh, I'm a parent too. And you're like, I don't have kids. I was like, all right, bye. See you later.
Dude, I remember that. I was like, me? I don't have a fucking kid.
You were like, are you serious?
Where?
Who is it?
Where are they?
I'm like, who has
What is-
child
what's
by
their
me?
What do you
name?
know? Who's been talking?
What do you know? Now you're going back to Greg Miller. What do you know?
That was so fucking funny, dude. Yeah. I forgot that happened until right
Yeah, and I was like, all right, see you later.
Who's,
I don't think we talked after that at
contacting
all.
You noped out.
Yeah, I did. Leslie, no.
Yeah.
Did you just leave?
I was about
You
to
guys
get a
want me
drink
to-
because I thought he was going to read.
Go for
guys
it.
wanna
I gotta
release
open it
this,
up, Ryan.
fart
Jesus
that I've been
Christ, I'm
holding
not a
all the time?
magician.
You should see if you
for
can
it.
read through a vape cloud.
Can you fart a vape cloud?
Are
Oh,
you
God, no.
ready to catch that glass?
Yes. Go.
Okay.
Here, can I try it?
Over.
Can I try it?
Yeah,
I want to try it in that.
please.
Gavin, can you hold
Go
it?
ahead.
You want me to hold this? It's being held by the table. It's fine.
You got it. It's okay. If you fart on me, it's all right. We bonded.
Yucky, yucky, yucky.
If that was your kid, like, they'd be dead. If that was like them going off the cliff.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no.
If they're
Side
going off,
note-
you'd be like, Moonball!
James just farted on me. Just want to let you know.
That's, but he
And it
wasn't.
farted in my
wasn't
seat,
on
but
you.
it, and
But
it
it
evenly spread
permeated.
If he
everywhere.
farted and it came
Whoa,
near you, that's
that was-
totally different.
That was. I think that hit directly on top of this right
Less
here.
close than I thought.
My God.
Looked better from over there.
Garvin.
Been
I
drinking
wanna...
a lot today.
Gerber.
All right,
I
I'm gonna
had to
try
go
with
to
this
the
one
gym
again.
for 2 hours after this. Ugh.
No, I need way less of a bounce.
It's got more.
Oh,
oomph than
by the
you
way,
think.
I'm taking your gym spot on Monday.
Okay, that's fine.
You'll never get it.
Oh,
I
I got it. Just shut up, shut up.
Okay.
Well, that's
It's the
bad.
problem with the Moonball. You can't predict it.
Yeah, it's got some.
You're playing beer pong with
Just,
Moonball.
just
It's
okay,
an
okay.
ultimate fuck you. Oh, that's all right. There's no topping that. And with that, No matter what you do for work, chances are you're staring at your phone or a computer a lot. Our eyes weren't made to stare at screens all day. Dryness, migraines, and blurry vision are just a few of the reasons you need to protect your eyes. Now you can look great doing it with a pair of computer glasses from Felix Gray. Felix Gray's lenses are I was going to say specifically, but it's especially, so let me backtrack. Felix Gray's lenses are specially and specifically designed to filter blue light and eliminate glare from screens, which are the two main culprits behind digital eye strain. Their glasses have blue light filtering technology embedded into the lenses, so they remain effective without the telltale yellow tint or color distortion of other blue light filtering glasses. Felix Gray frames are handcrafted from premium Italian acetate. That's the same stuff that Versace uses. They look great. Felix Gray glasses are available in both non-prescription and reading lenses, but I hear prescriptions coming soon.
Uh-oh.
Fingers crossed. All orders have free shipping and free returns, so you've got nothing to lose except that annoying eye strain. Give your eyes the break they deserve. Go to FelixGrayGlasses.com/off-topic to try a pair of Felix Gray computer glasses and discover a smarter way to work. That's FelixGrayGlasses.com/off-topic. FelixGrayGlasses.com/off-topic. Get your glasses and get gone. Felix Gray. That one wasn't.
And get got.
Yeah.
You need to work on that one.
Get got.
And we're down to 3.
Get got by good. Yeah.
I didn't know I could leave anytime I wanted to.
No, you just fuck off if you want. There's no contracts here. It's just like leave anytime. Try before you buy. So this is some bullshit. Speaking of that, right?
You know what's bullshit?
What's bullshit?
Well, you tell me.
Okay. So the other day, sitting at home, minding my own business.
So not this day.
Ding dong.
Flicking my bean.
The other day.
Get a ding dong ring-a-ling at my doorbell. Answer it.
Ding dong ding.
Yeah. Salesman. What's he selling? AT&T, right?
What's AT&T?
AT&T. Service. You got phone. You got internet. You got television. So he's like, hey, what's your services? I'm like, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
It's like Netflix.
Here's what I got.
This is mind blowing, by the way.
Right?
Did you answer the door?
So fucking
stranger.
Yeah,
So-
why did you answer the door?
Did you just answer your door?
Yeah, usually.
What if it's just anyone?
Then I'm like, what do you want?
Dude, I'm like,
And
I'm
then he tells me,
I'm
or he
so
doesn't.
confrontational with shit like that. If it's somebody who's like there for a stupid reason, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, no, that's me as well, immediately. So the guy's like, oh, AT&T, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wrap it up. What do you want? And he's like, oh.
Hey, I'm from AT&T. Wrap it up,
Yeah,
dude.
and he's like, oh yeah, we were just laying, like, we got new lines in the area, so I should tell you about your service. Literally, first question to go, do you have a gigabit?
Don't know what that is.
Gigabit in like 1,000 megs down, megabits. For
Very,
internet.
very fast.
Very, very fast, like fastest
they don't.
internet you can get.
They don't do that?
They do have
he's
it in this area, in some areas.
They got it in Austin.
Yes.
It's all up in Austin. And I'm like, do you have that? And he goes, oh yeah, we got it. And I'm like, all right, tell me more. And he's going on, he's trying to sell me on like the discounts and the savings and this and that. And in the middle of it, I'm like, I gotta be honest, I don't give a shit about that. Even if you can save me $20, like I'm not gonna change all my services. I'm not gonna go through a whole hoopla, blah, 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 blah. If you have 1,000 down, I'm running 300 right now. I'm sold. That's it. Like even with, I have Spectrum. Even with them, I check every like 3 months to see if they have new like packages available, but I'm
check right now.
I'm maxed at 300. So I'm like,
That's so funny.
so I'm like,
I just always look at the camera. Look
so he's like, yeah, no, we got it. And so he's got an iPad. First of all, it takes like 1,000 fucking years because the iPad keeps freezing.
It's on bad service.
Yeah. He goes through it like 3 times, can't do it, then has to call. He's got to call like the service number.
He's gonna use one of his 3 phones.
Sets up the whole fucking thing, right? And he's like, yeah, like you can do like free install, free this, free that. You get a credit back, blah, 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 blah. It'll be cheaper. And we've got gigabit. I'm like, cool. And he's like, but, and so I'm like, all right, sign me up for gigabit. I'll do it. This is on like a Monday. And he's like, okay, all that, blah, 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 blah. But he's like, here's what I'll do though. You should sign up for 100. You get the service installed, then call me. He gives me his phone number. He's like, call me. I can upgrade you to a gigabit, but it'll be cheaper if you sign up and you're already a customer and then you upgrade. I can give you discounts as opposed to just going right into it now.
This is a lot of shyster.
It's a lot of shystering, but I'm like, all right, that's fine. Sure, I'll do that. But I'm like, I'm not going to cancel my shit now. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to keep the service even after your shit's installed. And then if you do what you're actually saying I'm going to do, then I'll cancel the other shit. So he's like, okay, goes through the whole thing, sets it all up, blah, blah, blah. So it's set for Thursday, yesterday morning. So at like 8 in the morning, I get a call from the technician. He's like, yeah, I'll be there in an hour, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. Guy shows up. I'm showing him around the house of like where my cable boxes are, where my modem is, where all that is. And he's like, because they only run Cat 5. They don't use coaxial cable.
Dude,
And,
this
like,
story better have the best punchline.
I mean, it won't. So
You're not into coax? Cat 5?
Yeah.
Cat 5e, Cat 6? You love that
dude,
shit?
I mean, honestly, I was like, you're still using Cat 5? I mean, they got Cat 7 now. So it's
Yeah.
like, come on. But
Totally.
I'm like, exactly, that's what I'm saying. I was like, bro, and then I vaped and blew it in
Yeah.
his face, and he was
And then I laughed because it looked really funny.
yeah. So he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to install like a Cat 5, like a jack in your wall. So I'm gonna run it on the outside of the house. I'm gonna run it up. I'm gonna drill through the house. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm like, all right. And he's like, you're gonna have to clear all this shit out of the way, like my furniture and stuff, so I can put this in the wall, and then I'll run a line to the modem. I'm like,
You
cool.
want an Ethernet port in your couch.
Right. So he's like, just before I do that, let me double check. He's like, so you've got 25 down, 5 up, and I'm like, it's supposed to be 100 though. And he's like, 100. I'm like, yeah, the guy, like the salesman, he told me like get 100, I signed up for 100, and then I can upgrade to a gigabit. And the guy's like head exploded. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah. He said like I'll upgrade to a gigabit, and he's like, no, there's no gigabit here. I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah. He's like, before I came here, like before I got to your house, I was already on the pole, and I had to like make connections so you can get 25. So your max is 25 here, and your up is 5. And I'm like, that is not what he told me.
Yes.
And so it's literally a
What was
moment
the
where,
guy doing?
we're in my house. He's in my house, and I'm like,
So we're done here, right?
well, I don't want it then. And he's like, and then he's standing in my loft where I've got like 6 fucking monitors. I have video games everywhere. And he's like, yeah, you seem like a gamer. And I'm gonna go, yeah, I have 300 down now. And he's like, oh no, we can't even. We don't have speeds close to that. Not even close. He's like, you can get 100 like 6 blocks away. We have 100. And he's like, your max here is 25 down and 5 up. And I go,
Bye.
well, it's nice seeing you. And he's like, all right, see you, bye. And then
that's
he just
how that
fucking
went?
leaves. Yeah, no,
Oh.
he didn't give a shit. He's getting paid by the hour.
So
he
with
doesn't fucking care.
Spectrum, you had 300.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that's their max, yeah.
Did you get the salesman's number or name so you could call him and be like,
call
what
him
the
right now.
hell,
Dude,
dude?
give me his
Well, you have to have it.
Holy
upgraded.
shit.
I don't
I'll
have
call
it
him right
on
now.
me. I have it at home.
You mentioned
don't
that
carry it
guy's
with you?
name to the other salesman, right? Or were you like, hey, this guy contacted me about getting...
No, I mean, I didn't mention his
Upgrade
name,
middle.
but I
Okay.
was just like, and then I had that thought immediately. I'm like, I could call the guy, but I just don't care. I was like, you got the salesman, and then you got the technician that's installing the line. I'm gonna go with the guy installing the line when he's like, that's not possible.
I just
What
don't
are you,
like
fucking nuts?
That guy wasting your time.
Yeah, he wasted my time. Fortunately, I didn't pay for anything. It didn't cost me anything, and I'm glad I didn't like cancel anything. But it was, and I slacked the office yesterday morning. I'm like, yeah, I got an AT&T guy coming. I'm gonna be in late because I don't know how. I gotta stay home to like show him where all the shit is. I don't know when I'm gonna be in. And then an hour later, I was like, LOL, JK, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Because it was just like a complete waste of time. Total waste of time. A fucking gigabit, and all I can get is 25. Are you fucking insane?
Yep.
I was like, that's insanity.
He's only off by 975 megabits.
I was like, what? I'm like, well, I have speeds 12 times faster than that now. And the guy was like, you should keep those.
Yeah.
And then he left.
Man, life, dude, you know?
It was even better
What
for
a
me.
fucking waste of time.
Because he
I
looked
have-
like Gabriel Iglesias, so I was like, oh, you're fluffy, and now you have to leave. Goodbye.
I
Aw.
don't know what that means.
What does
So
that
you're
mean?
saying he
watch
was like
the
a
comedian,
fat
they'll know.
Mexican guy, is what you're
He
saying?
calls himself fluffy.
Oh,
That's his level
oh,
of
wait,
fat.
okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's
I
his
I
word,
have
not mine.
I have Gigabit, great service.
Yeah. Super fast.
AT&T, whatever, yeah, it's fast.
It's like instantaneous.
But anytime someone on my street also gets it, they unplug mine and give it to them.
What do you mean?
Like if
There's
a
only like
a
2 people
neighbor,
on the street that can-
it's like if a neighbor has it installed, they'll just be like, well, no one's using this one on the pole and plug it in their house, and I'm
Really?
disconnected. I was like,
What?
it happened again. Someone else on the street got gigapower.
Are you serious?
they always unplug
shit.
mine. It happened twice.
Gigapower.
I say always. It happened twice, but twice is a lot.
You think
Yeah.
they're
Pay for service?
damn foreigners?
Yeah, it's
I know
like,
he's from
You
England.
need to get up
paying
there
for
with a
the-
Sharpie and like when they do surgery
not
on the
unplug.
leg, be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
not this one.
No.
I don't think you're legally allowed to even get anywhere near that pole, right?
No,
You're not allowed to
no,
climb
That's
it.
just crazy.
Yeah, I was like, and I call up and I'm like, hey, I pay for it to not be unplugged. I want it plugged in all
And
the
they
time.
went, "Are you want it?"
They're like, no, sir. Here in the contract it says don't care if it's unplugged anytime.
Yeah, the first time it happened, I was like, oh, my internet went out. And then the guy went up the pole. He's like, oh, yeah, someone just disconnected yours and gave it to the house 4 houses down. I was like, sweet. Give me
Dude,
mine back.
literally, like, I'm talking to the engineer, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. He literally was like, oh, yeah, they're installing, like, new lines in your neighborhood. Now you got gigabit. And the guy was like, oh, no. He's like, you'll know if there's new lines. They'll be tearing up the street. Your neighbor's lawns are going to be torn up. He's like, no fucking way there's gigabit here. No way. Impossible. Impossible.
You're like, so
And I'm
fiber?
like,
It's funny.
have a nice day.
Talk about marking limbs, though. When you had kids, Ryan, were you contemplating marking your children so you would know who they were?
I mean, we talked about it.
Didn't do that.
Cool.
How do you mark your child?
Well, they
Like a
With
marker.
Sharpie.
pen?
Yeah.
Like,
to
Have
make
you
it-
seen The
you
Office?
send them into the nursery.
They
and it's
take
like-
them, and you don't know.
They
It's
do
true.
take them.
They
They
take
take
them away,
Iris.
and they just disappear, and then
Can't
they
you
come
just
back.
memorize
They do
your
put
child's
a-
face?
I mean, yes.
Put a
Just recognize
wristband
their
on.
face.
Well, now
Like,
they do
I
that
wouldn't
for
Now
forget
it's
that
like secure
on a
as
baby.
fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. If you
Dude.
walk the wrong direction with that
They
kid,
lock
it
the
goes.
hospital down.
Yeah, the door's locked down, and the whole hospital
fucking house
locks
arrest
down.
thing.
Like you
Yeah.
missed out on that since you weren't there for your child's birth.
Right, your
You're
kid,
right,
you're
yeah.
not sure you have.
Sorry, yeah.
I mean,
that
would
kid's
you
so
be
cool.
would you be annoyed if you got a different kid?
Yeah,
Yes,
a little bit.
absolutely, I
A
would.
little bit.
I mean, I'd still love them after the experience I had with them, but I'd be like, "You're not genetically mine."
See, here's the thing. I'd be more annoyed.
need to be
I'd be
genetically-
No,
more
you
annoyed
don't.
not with like the kid we have.
But you made the one.
I'd
Exactly.
be more
We
annoyed
need
of
to go
like
into
now I don't love
adopting.
my real kid. Like
It's
that's
like-
what would bother me more. I'm like I love this kid that ain't mine. Who the fuck are you?
It's like if you go to a sandwich shop and you and your friend both make sandwiches and then he eats your sandwich. You're
Yes.
like, well, that was the one that I made though.
You don't have to have
that
the,
with a pizza.
Just like that.
It's just like that.
You don't have to have
You
an
didn't make
intimate
it, but-
connection
No.
with someone if you're not
wrote it
biologically
down.
connected. But we're going into it knowing we want to have our biological child.
And
So
had
yes.
one.
Yeah,
Right. We
I
pulled
do
it off.
that.
We did it.
Yes.
Like it's
Fortunately, she
Yeah.
had a real like face, and so I was like, got her.
You can see Michael in the early phases of Iris for sure. Yeah.
We had a real distinguishable baby.
She's pretty bleppy, right?
It was
She is
no,
pretty bleppy.
Yeah.
Bleppy?
A little blep.
Like
Yeah.
she's got her own swing now.
I saw.
She did.
Pretty excited about that.
Pretty. It's like a self-powered machine. You could
dude,
generate power.
We
off
put
it.
her in her. We put her in it for like 2 seconds. Kid swings herself. It's awesome.
I kept going in front of her. I was like, Iris, kick, and she'll kick her legs to propel herself. She'll swing by herself. We don't have to push her. It's awesome.
Also,
Maybe she can swim.
shits herself too.
Test
She
it.
does. Yeah.
Totally, like by herself.
She shits herself?
Yeah, don't even have to. Lindsay's like shit.
So do I.
Yeah.
Well, you did it in the
Like
shit.
son, like daughter.
You don't even
Yeah.
have to shake her at all.
No, not at all.
That's great.
No. That's how I got her to be
Dude,
quiet.
Shake shit out.
She shit herself so hard yesterday.
She did. And
Lindsay was
gym.
at the gym and I was by myself and she's playing in the play plan. I'm like, man, it smells like shit. I gotta change her. I'm like, whatever. I scoop her up, bottom here. I'm holding her. I bring her in the change room. I lay her down, and then I just see her onesie she's wearing, like her outfit, is just all covered in shit, like through the diaper, through the outfit.
How does it
I'm-
go through the
Oh.
nappy?
And I go like,
It's coming
out.
I go like this. I'm like, fuck.
You see?
And
I
then
told the
there's-
story
and then
once
there's-
that one of it
Yep,
can happen.
I go like this. I'm like, fuck. I look down and then there's shit like all over my arm where I was like holding her.
It's baby shit.
And it
so
just
it's
became like
fucking
I
vegetables and-
didn't know what to do. I was
Mashed
like,
carrots
don't know
and
where to
stuff.
start.
I was like, I don't know where to start. Where I started was, all right, turn on the bath. So as she's covered in shit, I run to the bathroom. I kick on the bath.
Was she crying too?
No, she was fine.
Okay.
She didn't give a
All
fuck.
right.
She
Yeah.
just covered in
Just
shit.
pass the fuck out.
So I'm just like, ugh. So I just like everywhere I went to put her, I'm like, how do I minimize the spread of feces?
Can you just dump her
everywhere?
in the sink or something?
Just dunk her in.
You can.
The
I've done
sink's
that
not
before.
bad, but the problem is like the bathtub. I was like, oh, I'll run a bath and I'll wash her. That'll be my. And then as
And
it's
she loves
happening, I was like,
bathies, too.
wait. But now the bath's running and it's closed. So if I put her in there, the shit's just gonna be in the tub with her.
Yep.
So I can't do that.
You need to rinse her in the shower.
I gotta rinse her before I throw her in there. So I'm doing the whole fucking thing. I finally I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice wherever she gets shit. I put her down. There's shit spilling out of the diaper. In
Yucky.
all honesty, it's pee pee poo poo.
Yeah.
I'm expecting like a mess. I open up the diaper. Unbelievably, shit everywhere, but it's like all detached from her. Nothing is even like I peel the diaper off and it's like all the shit is in the diaper. It didn't like smear all over her. So I was like, oh. So then I throw the
It's like
diaper
when
away.
you take
I
a shit
wipe
and you don't
her.
have to wipe.
I wipe her, and which is like a little bit. I wipe her, and I'm like, well, now the bath is pointless. So then I turned the bath off, and then I just left it, and then I just left her in her diaper. So then Lindsay came home, and I'm like, I ran a bath because I thought it was like a code red, but it was only a yellow. So if you want to give her a bath, the bath is like half ready,
You could,
but she's not covered in shit. I could have.
Sure.
See, this is
could've,
what
honestly.
I'm not looking forward to because I would love a little kid,
Feek.
and I'm gaggy. So I'm never
You
gonna
gotta throw up
change
on
it.
your baby.
I'm gonna throw up on the kid.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter like
Throw up on you.
about like changing her. It's like you can't escape the feet. Even if
Me,
you don't change her,
the
it doesn't
worst
matter.
is not
you can't
changing
escape
the
it.
diaper. It's formula burps. If she burps in your face with formula, it's the nastiest
pretty
smell
gross.
in the world, and that's what
Yeah,
I vomit.
formula is fucking
I'm
disgusting.
used to shit smell now. Whatever. Who cares? Yeah.
You get over it pretty quick.
Yeah.
How old is your child?
Almost 10 months.
Should be 10 months tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow 10 months.
Crazy, almost a year.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
pretty wild.
She's smart too.
My dog's gonna be a year old next month.
Nice.
There you go.
Is she smart also?
Similar.
He's very
yes,
smart.
good, okay.
Oh my
Wait,
god,
is he
he's so
standing?
smart.
Is he standing on his own now?
Making words?
Walking?
Yeah,
Sucking his
he
dick.
speaks fully.
Damn. Suck it. He doesn't suck his dick. He just licks it.
No,
very
he
different.
sucks it.
Oh, yeah.
No, he fucking sucks it. I can tell. 'Cause sometimes he'll just be standing there. He'll be standing there looking at me, and then he'll just be like, while he's standing, and
Hey,
I'm
watch
like,
this.
oh, you got a fucking boner. God, stop licking it.
See, cats are
Red
worse
rocket.
because they look
Yeah, it's
at you
teenage.
while
Oh,
they're
it's a
doing
big
it.
red
They're like,
rocket,
you
dude.
like how I'm licking my dick? You're like, no, cat, I don't like how you're licking your dick. Stop.
Dude, my dog.
I don't really
My
have that
dog
with-
Vinny has the biggest fucking dick of any dog.
Yeah?
I swear to God, I'm so proud of him.
Damn, dude.
He just got
Nice.
a big fucking
You're like,
dick.
that's my boy.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
fucking, it's just like, because we were watching my mom's dog, and they're exactly the same age by like 5 days. And the other dog, just a little dick. Same size. He's
dog
an
dick.
Australian Shepherd. My dog's a Golden Retriever. Same-ish size, same age. Everything should be proportional. Small dick on my mom's dog, and Vinny's dick is just fucking huge.
Did they like snip the other dog earlier or something?
No,
Like, what-
yeah. My dog hasn't been fixed yet.
Oh, that's explains
so
the
He's
size.
got the
Okay.
juice still.
He's just got a fucking
He's got the juice.
mighty.
yeah, and it fucking sways.
Oh, god damn.
Dude,
I
my
like-
dog got a
Swagger
little
when he
dick.
walks.
got a
All right,
shirt.
that's cool.
He had a
That's
big
cool.
dog though.
It was a huge, like for the size of dog he was, tiny
a
dick.
bear.
Tiny dick,
He had
for
a bear
sure.
dog.
He should have had a huge
You know what?
dog.
What dogs have
He was
small dicks?
170 pounds.
What kind of dog was it?
He was a 50-50, both his parents were purebred, Rottweiler Doberman.
Big
So
dog.
he was, yeah, he was,
I
he was
love both those
170
dogs.
pounds. He was
I-
awesome.
I grew
I
up
love
with
big dogs.
He's the biggest
shepherds.
baby in the
yeah,
world.
big dogs.
Big
Fuck
dogs
yeah.
are great.
I grew up with shepherds my whole life, and I had a Rottweiler German Shepherd
I want a
mix.
dog I can wrestle with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
My
No,
golden.
I would just tackle him.
Vinny,
Yeah.
he's
Put him
like
in a
he's
headlock.
because there's like the show line of Goldens and there's the field lines, which are like more like working Goldens, and Vinny's a working like a field line. So he's got a little bit shorter hair and he's smaller and more like lean. So he's like pure muscle. And so I'm like, yeah, he'll probably get like 80 pounds. He's like 55, 60 pounds. Like he looks like he's the size of like a puppy still, but he's like almost a year old, so he's probably not going to grow that much more. But you know what? Big dogs have small dicks. Great Danes.
Oh, yeah?
They have tiny fucking dicks.
Yeah, his dick was like, boop.
Yep.
Was it mainly like when he had a lob on?
No, see, I got
Was it
lucky.
mainly
He like
a-
almost never, like his balls got chopped real soon. And he
Didn't
never,
hump or
I never
anything?
had any problem with him. Like his dick was almost never out. Like hard
That's
dick.
good.
Like
Now,
red
you have a lot
rocket
of dogs
dick.
at your
Because it
house.
looks weird
That's
as
two
fuck.
dogs.
Do your dogs
Dude, dog
hump?
dicks are weird
Your
as
dicks
shit.
out?
Well, actually, they're both girls, so
Okay.
but Maya
But
does still
girl
hump.
dogs
yeah.
hump each
Hump.
other for dominance,
It's
and
a
my dogs
dominance.
do
Yeah,
that
same
too.
with guy dogs.
Yeah.
No, I got lucky.
And
He
occasionally
never,
Maya will hump the children, but you know, it's,
he
Okay.
never,
A
he
little
never like
traumatizing.
humped
Is that- I was gonna
anything.
say, are they
Never had
okay?
like
they're
a.
all right.
Are they all right?
They're all right.
We got hand
Smee
banana.
does this thing. Smee's my boy cat. Columbo's my girl cat. A little
Right.
bit smaller, the little girl cat. But Smee, they've both been fixed. Smee will sometimes just jump on Columbo to like the side of her and just bite her head and just like sit there.
It's
And
dominance.
Columbo will be pinned and then she'll have none of it and just like scrap and they'll scrap. But he's just like taken to. They didn't do it for like a year, but now he'll just bite her head and sit
Yeah,
there.
it's absolutely
And
dominance.
I don't know whether to separate them or just be like, it's funny.
You should chop him.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, hey,
Judo chop.
Yeah.
Smee,
Hey.
hey.
See, I had a cat where it's like
Dead?
my cat Clarence is like a giant Siamese cat. He's
He's a
bigger than
big
most like
fat
tiny
fuck
dogs.
is what he is.
Yeah, he'll fucking kill
He's like-
small dogs.
He's one of the cats that's like,
Yeah. And he's got Siamese meow, so it's extra like gravelly and nasty. But he used to try and like hump my girl cats, and they would have none of it, and they would beat the shit out of him. So I don't know again if it's dominance issue with Columbo and Smee, or
I thought dominance is like through grooming though.
No, that's
No, I've
affection.
heard it's like humping too.
No, humping is 100%.
Yeah.
Anytime in
Two
nature,
girl dogs.
yeah, like even like a male lion will hump the shit out of another male lion, but he's not inserting himself into the lion.
No.
He's literally like humping him. He's like, I'm bigger and stronger than you are. And the other one's like, I know you are.
Okay, yeah.
And
All
then
right, dude.
it's like, dude, I'm not trying to be
get it, I
the,
get
I
it.
was
the
just
main
fucking
lion.
standing here. Yeah.
Dude, I was
You
literally
got-
looking at this fucking rock and you started humping me, dude. Like, I'm fucking bored as shit. Stop
That's
fucking-
kind
Yeah,
of.
I can look at that rock
that's
better
actually,
than you.
That's kind of the Gavin-Jeff relationship in The Office, where Gavin's just sitting at his desk minding his own business, and Jeff will just either walk over and fart on him, or like he'll start fingering his butthole, and Gavin's like,
Well, it's like-
I was just sitting here, and
We
Jeff's
talked
like,
about-
And you're
"I'm
like, yeah, you're in charge.
Yeah, it's like the hierarchy of the office becomes clear.
Well, we
Yeah.
talked
It's like
about
clench
in
my
ancient
ass
Greece,
to block a finger.
men would fuck younger boys to establish a sense of like male dominance.
talked about this?
What are you talking
and
about?
I in a recording that we
Well,
won't talk about because it's not out yet. But
you said it,
yes,
and I was there.
apparently
Caligula.
it's true.
In
where
what?
Men would fuck younger men
ancient Greece?
to be like, yo,
In the mouth?
no, like in
No,
the
in
ass.
the garbles.
I
That's how you
mean,
get-
probably both.
That's how you get anal fissures.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Full circle.
Hemorrhoids.
Wrap it up.
But you get more manliness allegedly from the ancient Greeks. They were like, this is how you
Well,
become a
just
man.
fissures.
Yeah.
Just fissures.
This man will teach you how to be a man by fucking you in the ass.
And
Well, that
Yeah.
was, to be fair, I mean, that makes sense. They used that logic in Sunny.
Yeah, the power bodies.
Mac's dad he was fucking Eduardo, but not because he was gay, because he was showing dominance.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he finished first, and then he allowed Eduardo to finish.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yes. James knows.
Best episode of Friends.
Best episode of Friends?
Smelly Cat?
That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
I mean, I know
The
that.
original Smelly Cat.
Shut up.
There's a lot of them.
The one with the cop.
What are you looking at me for?
I like a
Don't
Phoebe
look at
running
me.
in the park.
Don't look at me.
That's a good one.
Bit weird, that one.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
no, I
why,
love
why
that
would
one.
she run like that?
Because
There's-
it's great.
She's
I run
fucking
like that.
weird, though.
I don't know, man. There's a lot
would
of
you
fucking
not
good
run
episodes
like
of
this
Friends.
in
It's
real
hard
life?
to. I don't know.
That was
And there
it.
she goes.
That was,
And that's a wrap.
Yep. Thanks for watching this week. Thanks for joining us, James.
Thank you, guys. This was fun.
Yeah, this is swell.
Yeah.
Did
What are
the
you here
story have
for?
a good enough punchline for you? Were you satisfied with the
Sure.
gigabit?
No, I wasn't. I told him it didn't have a good punchline.
You're right.
I liked it. My mind was blown.
No, I like that type of ending to a story where I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a funny ending to a story. where
I'm
it's
just like, hey, you want this service? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, cool. And then the other guy's like, you can't get that. And I'm like, oh,
All right.
yeah.
well, bye.
It's life, man.
Dude, thanks.
life.
I hope
Thanks.
that guy comes back.
I mean, I felt no need to call him because it's again, it doesn't. What am I? Hey, you better get here and lay the cables. It doesn't exist, so I didn't see the point. But,
And you're not going to
You
teach
didn't
them a
even
lesson
tell.
or
Right.
something.
You didn't even tell the bit of the story I thought you were going to tell, where you said the guy was like he didn't know how to read you at all.
Oh well, yeah. After it goes back to like where I'll be like, get the fuck out of here immediately. I was talking to the guy for like 10 minutes, and as I'm even interested in what he's saying when he lied to me about Gigabit, I'm like, and as he's like, okay, now you want it, I'm filling it out, and he was like, he's like, you know, man, yeah, I talk to a lot of people. You know, I'm usually pretty good at like reading people, like, you know, if they're into something or not. But he's like, I got nothing from you. Like, you're just like,
He said that to you?
yeah. He said that to me. He's like,
stone face.
I was like this the entire time I was talking. Yeah, I was like that the entire time he was
Yes.
talking. I would go, okay.
And they went,
Man,
hey!
if somebody said that to me, I would have been like, you're absolutely right, and shut the door. Don't ever call attention to the fact that you can't read me.
Yeah, no, I was.
Or
no,
you can't sell to
he
me.
Was, he was like,
So there's all respect.
He literally said to me, and he goes, you gotta work on that, man. I go, no.
You got to work on that.
No.
Motherfucker, you got to work on that.
I'm like,
be better at your
Yeah,
job.
what?
I was like, nah, it works out pretty well for me.
I feel like you're similar to Michael.
And that
You're
was
not
it.
very,
And he just goes,
visually
oh,
expressive
okay.
with your facial expressions.
oh,
so,
I was
yeah.
listening.
I think I am, depending.
You're no Gavin, but yes.
There was some expression right
Yeah,
there.
You
no.
think I'm
a little bit.
expressive?
You're not expressive.
I'm not expressive.
Yeah.
Well, no, but
Smile.
See, the thing is, I was listening. I was listening. He's just an asshole. That's
Yeah.
different.
And the thing is, too, dude, I was in, like, with people like that, like, I was in sales for fucking years. Like, I know when you're bullshitting me. Like,
I mean, I don't know what you want from me. Like, whoa,
wow, you could do your job? Whoa, dude.
Like back
Cool.
earlier
Like
when
Larry
you were like, can you
Daviding right
jerk
now.
off without the other guy knowing?
Right.
Yeah, the answer is, I don't know.
My God.
You need a fake arm. Is the answer.
You just have one arm
You have
here.
your one dominant arm. You have a fake left arm. The other one's just like blip 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 blip.
Check out Theater Mode Live next month, April 19th, and the Let's Play Spring Break next week.
And also all of Sugar Pine 7.
We cut before
Right.
you said that.
I got it.
Damn it.
Oh, what's my title?
Bitch.
Oh.
can masturbate in public
Stop.
without
No.
being noticed.
You can't.
Gavin Vape Nation.
Oh yeah, dude, vape us out. Can you just like go to the main, then hit that camera?
That was a good eye cross.
This will be awesome. This will be a good ending.
Are you gonna hit up the wide?
Yeah.
Smoke bomb.